Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, join our cult. Hello and welcome to the calm before the storm. That's right, it's the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast before the big old WrestleMania weekend, the biggest weekend of the year for wrestling fans. And that means there's only three men coherent enough to get you ready. Dim the lights. Get the incense on the best of Barry White.
Bit of lingerie?
Bit of lingerie. Only if you're lucky. Hello and welcome. Listening to dulcet tones of Jack.
Hello.
Ross. And Maffew. ZZZ. Sleep.
How are you both feeling, I guess?
Tactical COVID, Maffew. That's what I'm going to put our COVID down to. Just before WrestleMania, get it done and out the way. Fresh as a daisy for the biggest week of the year. Yeah. I've got COVID insomnia.
What?
It was Thursday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. I didn't sleep a single wink all those three
Was
nights.
it the sweaty but cold but hot?
No,
but,
just like physically knackered, eyes heavy, knees sweet, palms are ready, all that sort of stuff. Couldn't sleep a single wink all night long. So I Googled sleeplessness COVID. Yep. And apparently COVID insomnia, when you've got rid of it, that period of time after you're negative, like initially,
right,
that's when you get COVID insomnia. So I've had that 3 nights out of 5 or 7, whatever it is now.
I agree because I don't know if I slept or not.
Oh, you've been in a bit of a feverish state from your Facebook updates.
Absolutely. It's great. The only thing worse than being awake, recovering from COVID, point out, I'm at the just constantly tired section, is going to sleep when you've got COVID. Because that's when the bad dreams come and get you.
Oh, wow. Bloody hell.
But I can't complain. It's a wrestling podcast. That's all we're going to do for the next several hours. But
Joey,
I am just happy because this is better than actually having COVID. I'd also like to say thank you to Patient Zero, Joe. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good.
Fantastic. I had a lovely listen to the podcast last week.
Oh, no.
And it is good to hear. First of all, we know what Joel sounds like now. It does sound like the parents from Charlie Brown. What are we doing this week? Wah, 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 wah. So that's great that we hear this. And it's just this horrible noise.
I try sometimes to make a point of repeating what Joel says into the mic, but I think last week was just too full of youthful, frantic energy, wasn't it? With Fraser and Tom.
It was great.
I need to thank Tom for getting me through the sleeplessness of this week. If you wink, if you if you know, you know. If you don't, just thank you, Tom, for supplying.
God. He's
of course referring to the fact he's been listening to all those wonderful Sonic podcasts.
He's like the Christmas advert because he delivers Coke in wagons. No, Coca-Cola in wagons. I've stolen that from a battle rapper. That's totally stolen from a rap battle. I think it's a Liverpudlian called O'Shea.
Oh.
I deliver Coke in wagons. Which
battle rapper did you steal the idea that I took Puppet Jack home every week to have sex with him?
No. Listen, right. It was Tom or Frey. It was one of the other boys who did it. I didn't. I just went, "Where's Puppet Jack?" And the other two ran with it. I'm sure.
I love it. I message, "Hey, feel free to do Puppet Maffew, he." And Jack's on the podcast going, "He's told me to make a puppet, like from scratch." So I had visions of Ross going, "Why are we 4.5 hours late for the podcast?" And Jack going, "We have to make a puppet from scratch." And Ross is going, "All right, fair enough, understandable." And then you're going, "I can't find him. Where is he?" And I'm like, "Have they put him somewhere different? Maybe because he's got the lurg."
I'll be honest,
and he was right there in the office.
I didn't look for the puppet. Right?
Oh, okay,
I'll be honest with you. No, it was. Thank you to Fraser and Tom for stepping in at short notice.
Grand, weren't they?
Yeah, good lads. Lovely to see Tom back as well.
Yes.
And it was all good. I only snapped at Fraser one time. It's because in Reese's Pieces, every answer I gave, he went, yeah. He gave me like permission. He's like, "Yeah, that's a good answer." Yeah.
Well, that's just like a young buck, then, isn't he? You are the hangman to his Matt or Nick.
Well, he's not here, so it must be Nick then. As he's currently injured, bless him, which is why we had that very quickly put together segment last week.
I think they both are now.
Matt's torn his tit and Nick's done his shoulder, I think is the story.
So they is that happens with twins? If you hit one of them, the other one goes out.
I think that I don't think they're twins.
I know there's 2 years between them, isn't there?
Yeah, I think Matt's older.
They look nothing alike. Why am I saying that?
They look a little bit alike.
Hey,
I had to explain to Joel which one was which.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't watch much Young Bucks. He's more of an FTR fan.
Not for long. So, what was the curse last week that wasn't COVID? Oh, I know. It's a day ending, whatever time or day you're listening to this, it's going to be a day ending with Y, which means we have to talk about CM Punk. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Justice.
CM Punk put his lovely Instagram post about many things to do with the fact that he didn't want to do the match. He was hurt. He didn't want to get squashed by Moxley. He declined it and all this stuff. And most people, like myself, focus on the fact that apparently CM Punk, despite being a child of the 80s, despite the fact that he loves Slapshot and he has got a G.I. Joe tattoo, has never seen a Rocky film.
That was heartbreaking.
That's the only thing I've got in common with the guy.
Oh, no.
But it's understandable for youngins and stuff like that. He's the target demographic for that type of thing.
Yeah.
And the idea that he didn't want to do the Rocky 3 story, as suggested, he didn't understand it. I think even if he had seen Rocky 3, he wouldn't want to do it because the entire thing of Rocky 3, the first bit of it is, well, Rocky's the champ now. He's too cool for this. He doesn't need to train. He's so good. You know, and then he has to get his head kicked in by Mr. T. For him to realize,
comes along.
Oh no, hang on, I need to get back to what made me him. So he would have been
he learns
the corporate Rocky 3 at that point.
Who was going to be his Apollo? Was that going to be Ace Steel? Teaching him how to dance and stuff, and teaching him how to use good.
He's like
footwork.
My deadliest opponent, my hardest man who I had to train with. Be like, ooh, who's he referring to? Maybe Ace Steel. That would have been great. So,
he would have it would have been like Samoa Joe or someone like that. Whoever was the first Rock. Anyway, maybe I thought Punk would have enjoyed it because I was thinking about this. Is the character Rocky Balboa straight edge? You never see him have a drink. I don't think.
I can't remember.
Not Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Who's probably on all the gas. But the character Rocky, he's a humble, sweet boy, and I don't think he has any vices apart from
winning.
Glory.
Yeah. Dogs as well. Loves a dog, doesn't he?
He loves butt kiss.
He does. That story's
Butt kiss.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Butt cuss.
a butt cuss.
Yeah. Butt kiss. Hey, yo, Adrian, the dog.
Just Ross Pashian, butt kiss.
So the Adrian works.
Nothing wrong with it.
Adrian works at the pet shop, and he loves the dog so much, but he can never afford it. And then when they start going out, she gives him the dog.
Either part of the one Rocky film I have seen is when he's in the little flat and Butt Cuss is there in the bed in the corner,
Yeah.
and he gives him a bath.
It's lovely.
Yeah, then he punches some meat.
Yes.
That's the end.
It's not a euphemism, literally.
He beats that meat.
The dog's bathing, he's watching it just punch me in the corner.
Rocky 1's a really emotional film.
Rocky 1's amazing.
Really
so
good
it's a
film,
proper
yeah,
film,
yeah.
and the rest is like
The rest
a bit
is
silly.
silly. Yeah.
Yeah. Rocky 4's Tom's favourite, obviously, because he goes to Russia, where there's lots of white snow. So,
No.
Wow, what are you referring to there?
the Rocky films. So then there was lots more news about CM Punk, as there always bloody is. Issues with Hangman Page and CM Punk dated back to before their AEW Double or Nothing match. It says 5-4 Select. Always have the hot takes there. We're told that Punk ended up having a meeting with AEW officials. We're told that Punk had expressed his frustration regarding Hangman Page comments during a promo that Punk believed referenced Colt Cabana and wasn't satisfied with the resolution or lack thereof. This led to him calling out Hangman Page months later, to which everyone else had no idea what the hell he was talking about. Those that we've heard from claim that Page makes an effort to remove himself from the situation and has tried to move past it. Wow, fancy that, eh?
The only way I can see him, like, justifying him kicking off for that, because nobody watching knew, did they?
No.
Like, that was...
No!
If he's been
really
promised...
weird. Yeah.
If he's been promised by Tony Khan, there'll be categorically no references at all, no matter how minute, to Colt Cabana. That's the only thing I can, like, reason with Punk going, well, that was... Because nobody else knew, did they?
I'm no psychologist, but I would suggest that maybe Punk enjoys a bit of a kickoff and was looking for any, I don't know.
What's that thing about psychology? Oh, well, like people who self-destruct or whatever, so they feel like they have control
Maybe,
of the situation they don't.
Maybe that.
Wow, we're really getting in deep, aren't we?
Psychoanalysis of CM
Two
Punk.
things we don't know anything about, wrestling and psychology.
Hey, we did GCSE psychology, I'm sure. I did. Did you?
I didn't know.
GCSE psychology. Did we get one of them?
No, it was A-level, yeah. A-level, yeah.
Oh, you got an A-level in psychology?
I've got an A-level in
Oh,
psychology.
you should be getting to the bottom of this right now.
A2, I got a C. Therefore, I'm qualified towards CM Punk.
Well done. And what do you think, qualified?
I think he's a Raj packet, I think that's what they would call him up here in Newcastle. I think he's a worky ticket.
That's the other battle rapper Jack listens to.
And and CM Punk's like one of my favorites ever, obviously, but it's really disappointing. The Hangman bit especially, because I can understand why someone would fall out with the Young Bucks. Just look at the way they are. Hangman's a lovely boy.
There's never been
such a
anything
nice
else that's
man.
come out about him.
He used to be a teacher.
And he used to teach GCSE
Maths?
psychology.
Oh, right.
Ah.
But Punk's like, It's so disappointing, and he's I think he's the least cool person in the world.
He's become old, which is always the death.
No,
of
but he's
cool
always
people.
been like this, though, really, hasn't he? And he started his Instagram post with the word "sigh," and I was like, "Oh, it's not cool, Phil. Stop it."
What post? He's deleted it.
Yeah.
And then he quickly put one back up. That was a copy pasta.
Nice.
But I didn't realize, like a lot of people, it was an actual thing he'd actually posted because everyone else was still posting their fake ones. Like the guy from Come Dine With Me. That was my favourite
What a
one.
sad little life.
They're post deleted. But it was the one where it's like me and Shawn Michaels were at the restaurant and had a blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that was something he actually posted and then was then deleted. So it became a bit silly, which then was the starter for Jon Moxley's podcast extravaganza with his lovely wifey, Renee.
Now, I haven't listened to it, but the lads upstairs were talking about it, and Tom was quick to emphasize that it was just a small portion of the podcast. And even though it reads like quite a rant, he actually just says it really fast. It's Moxley, so he's talking a mile a minute.
Yeah, it's Moxie says like anytime he's had a little bit of issue, stuff like that. He hasn't put it online for the world to see because he hates the way social media takes and grabs these things, which then obviously wrestling media tend to do it because people are interested in the story. But yeah, it is worth pointing out he was expressing his unhappiness with the situation because of all the good things AEW is doing right now, and yet people are just talking about this one person. And also, he did say, and it took me a while to figure out, one person drunkenly tweeting on a Friday, which led people to believe either it's Jericho
Corey
or
Graves.
Oh, remember you do that like every Friday? I knew it was Friday
is
because
this
Corey
the-
Graves had tweeted something stupid.
Is this the Melter thing? Excuse me, the Melter thing.
It was that, or it was to do with FTR Bald.
What's the Melter thing where he's been saying...
FTR balls.
That's
his name.
Danhausen's name for FTR. FTR hair and FTR ball. What was that thing when Meltzer recently said something about how some of his sources are kind of taking the mick because they're slagging him off knowing that he won't out them as his sources, so they're trying to like hide that they're his sources. And he kind of alluded to this, and everyone's gone, who could it be? Y2J? Like,
Yeah.
But then I saw people tweeting saying like, no, it's not. It's definitely... Some people saying it was Dax and stuff like that. I don't know. Weird.
I think it's both of them personally.
I'm hoping for the day, Dave, because he's, again, the oldest man on the internet who got his Twitter hacked. I'm not sure if it's back yet because I'm blocked anyway.
Is that why he's got no profile picture?
Yeah.
You're blocked by Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, I got blocked ages ago.
Maffew.
I had it coming. But
What
nice
did you do? Did you say his sexy white pants weren't sexy? You seen that story this week? Medusa was like, "Oh, Dave, when I met you in the 80s, I wanted to shag you."
And Dave, instead of, if someone did that to me, I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be like, oh, stop it. But Meltzer, he's been told that by multiple women. He goes, he's buzzing. He just goes, yeah, well, you know.
I wouldn't have even given you the time of the day.
No, he's...
Oh, sorry. I've seen there was the video bits that like Brian Alvarez is talking about, but he's got the microphone this close to him, and it's.
It's the way he holds it like that, like a little chalice, doesn't he?
From Cave Meltzer. God, I love it. The man we're all getting a lot of info from. He's the most inarticulate,
I
guy.
love Meltzer, man.
Unlike Jon Moxley. It's effing annoying. Just because somebody said some stupid S on social media, that's not news, but it is. It ends up being a thing. I don't want to get dragged in this dumb S. I could effing unload a lot of effing people right now. When I start, it's like one of those football manager things
like
between at half time you'd seen in the 90s.
It's like when an Eminem song comes on the radio in the 2000s.
Attempts to get away, but I'm not going to sing to that effing level. And he did say a thing, I think, again, people have blown up and taken that out of context. He did briefly say that Punk was complaining about doing something for him when Moxie wasn't even under bloody contract.
Did Punk know this?
That's what
I mean, that's that. I
He
don't
mustn't
know,
have known.
Yeah. So he's there going,
mean-
Punk's complaining and saying all this, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, I don't even need to be here. I'm here because I gave my word. But I could have, in theory, taken... Again, he didn't mean this, but people have taken it. People have really like I could have taken that AEW belt to SummerSlam.
No,
He's
imagine.
a millionaire who should be a billionaire, Jon Moxley. If he knew all the value of what that was.
Imagine
I
if
think
he
that's
did
something you
that.
said. I don't think you meant like actually, but I think some people have gone, I thought he was a company man. It's like, no, for the love... But, this is why you don't show your emotion all the time, because people jump in you like
He's just using that example to demonstrate how much he did for AEW there, I suppose.
that. Yeah.
But I wish he had, just for the clicks.
It's two men both going, I've worked so hard to get to this point. And it's like, that to a guy going,
One thing that's emerged from all this that I'm really surprised about is that apparently Moxley and Jericho are friends. And I know that wrestlers aren't the same as the personas they portray, but you've got to imagine that Moxley is in the same region as this character. Like, he's a no-nonsense guy and all this sort of stuff. Jericho does enjoy a bit of attention. And I don't think they would get on at all. I thought Moxley would hate Jericho, but no.
Yeah, just imagine Moxley sitting in the corner at a Fozzy gig. Can't you? Just not enjoying it.
With his earphones on, listening to something different.
A friendship I learned about this week in wrestling is Moxley and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe sends Moxley weapons. Viking axes. He gets it out. Apparently just anonymously sends them to Moxley. And Renee's like, will you stop sending these out, please? Samoa
That's
Joe's
just
like, no,
bored
can't
rich men, isn't it? Oh, no.
Camera's
the video,
gone.
The camera is all right.
We're back.
We're back. Back in the room.
God, it's been a testy
It
week
just
in this
flashed.
office.
Yeah, the tech's all...
That's good.
Yeah.
I've been sick. Ross has been sick. Joe's been... The computer's sick.
I'm worried
Normal
about...
Jack is flying. So he's
I'm
getting
wor-
ready for that. How long is the distance between east
Oh,
to
about
west?
100 miles. But,
100 miles.
I'm worried about this WrestleMania weekend because, as Ross said, you have had technical vids, and I'm waiting for it to hit me, and I'm scared.
If you've been this close to us these past few weeks, and you've got also Tom, who's just come back from whatever,
Yeah.
wherever, he's come back from kayfabe. I don't know what we're doing with that. And Fraser, I think you've been all right.
maybe I unknowingly had it, and then I've got the immunity, and I don't know.
I think there's so many different versions of it now. Like, I think I've had a bit of it, and cause, like, I feel run down for no reason, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, Moxie it's a lovely podcast. It was very nice. He's just getting it, but he did also say, look, I spent 8 years on the Indies, spent a couple of years in WWE Developmental, spent like 8 years in Proper WWE. I've never seen so much bull S drama in one place in my entire effing life. I hate to say that. I don't know if it's because of the age of social media and S getting blown out of proportion, but here we are.
I
So,
love the
thoroughly
drama.
recommend you watch it and listen to it because, again, he gets it. He's like events, like AEW left WWE, events, gets out of the system, then talks about other stuff.
Yeah,
So-
fair enough.
Aye. Another news, there's been a much, I don't know, had less people in the Hall of Fame this year, much less hype about it. So I think there's like degrading it's the wrong word, is it? Downgrading it's what I want to say. So we've had two quick announcements for the Hall of Fame. Stacy Keibler.
I told my girlfriend that Stacey Keibler was going in the Hall of Fame, and she went, "Why? Brutal."
Because she's got legs. And Ross,
She knows how to use them.
Oh my
beautiful.
god! Was that AC? Was that Brian Johnson?
It was,
Pretty
yeah, but
good.
that's
That
not who
was
sang
actually-
it.
No, it was pretty.
Has nothing to do with the song, but it was him. Brian Johnson of ZZ Top. So, Jimmy inducted along with Tim White. Will be receiving the Warrior Award, which is amazing to hear because it means that they're actually doing the Warrior Award for what Warrior wanted it to be.
Finally,
Yeah, to the unsung
I'm
heroes.
not opposed
the
to them
referee.
having a second, like a different award for what they've been using the Warrior Award for. That's cool, but the Warrior Award was never for that. No, it was for the unsung heroes, I suppose.
Right. And
Yeah.
what better than Tim White? A lovely ref. It was Andre the Giant's
Handler.
handler.
Yeah.
Good luck there, pal. For a while. And yeah, he kept the company years after the fact that he couldn't work anymore because that bloody Hell in a Cell bump he took. So, yeah, less said about the latter half of that stuff that happened on TV. The better.
Yeah,
But yeah,
rubbish.
Tim White, though, if they keep on doing this, put refs in the Hall of Fame. I'm all for it.
Has he done a notable shoot interview before he passed, Tim White? I hope
don't
he did.
know. You think so? I'm racking my brains, but I don't think.
The stories he must have.
Yeah, yeah,
Bloody Nora.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be there, is he?
No, I wonder who'll do his speech.
Oh, that's a good point.
I know Dana White's... Not Dana White. Dana
His
Warrior's...
dad, Dana
Dana
White.
Warrior.
yeah. Oh,
Dana
yeah,
Warrior's
she
going to
might
be
do it,
there.
yeah,
She
yeah,
might
yeah.
possibly do. Oh, she makes me sicker.
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh, I can't wait to see her.
Oh no!
Can't we see the back of her? Eddie Dennis announced his retirement from pro wrestling.
What's been going on in the indie scene, Matthew?
I literally
Because
no idea. Go
I
on.
saw Eddie Dennis. I saw a picture of his boots in the ring, the universal sign for "I'm retiring." Then I saw, maybe this was from before that or something. I saw Kid Lycos confronting him in the ring, but it was Mark Andrews and they hugged. And I'm like, was the retirement a work? Have they set up a... But I don't think they have. I think he really has retired. I just can't work out of context where this Mark Andrews reunion came into it. Because they used to be a tag team, obviously. And
Oh, yeah, they go back.
Oh,
very
yeah.
beginning, as
The
far as
Welsh,
I know.
the Welsh boys.
That's right.
Yeah. One's tall and one's small. It's brilliant.
That was their song.
Mark Andrews sang it in his pop punk way.
He did. Yeah, I don't know about the Mark Andrews stuff or the Kid Like Us in disguise.
He's one right.
See, Clope took off his mask to reveal that it was actually Mark Andrews. But yeah, apparently he's retired. Like you said, for a while he was able to be a wrestler full time. I can't imagine that's the case anymore. Bless him.
Is it true that he was a head teacher before that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not sure a head teacher, but definitely
a teacher, okay.
Yeah, still good. So, yeah, it's calling it a day, and I always liked him, his style and stuff like that.
Fair play.
It's a bit awkward watching him NXT UK being like, all right, so you're Welsh, right? Okay, so you're a proper dragon. And you come out like, "Rah!" But that aside, he's still able to maintain some dignity, and he also gave the world one of the best names for finishing move ever.
No.
Next Stop Driver.
Oh, it's so funny. Next up, Sorry, I don't know. I feel like a million UK wrestling fans have explained that move name to me through tears of delight. It's Next Stop Driver. I'm like, I know. No, nothing against Eddie Dennis there. I made a huge mistake.
Thanks, Eddie.
I like Eddie Dennis, and you should apologize to Eddie Dennis. That's right. I'm doing it. You were really mean about one of his matches on Botchamania once.
He loved that.
It wasn't his fault.
The table wouldn't break at the biggest progress show of all time.
It was a terrifying match. He keeps throwing Mark Andrews off a ladder, and the table just won't break, and he just keeps. So Maffew put over like.
It looks like me doing the puppet.
Yeah, and Maffew kept putting on. Is it Daffy or Donald Duck?
It's Daffy
Duck.
Yikes! And away! Splat.
These are real men and real bodies on them. These are real bodies on the line. This is real.
It's like, yeah, Maffew, that. Yeah, and he quote is like, yeah, Maffew, this really hurt. And I'm like, yikes! And away! Splat.
You're such an agent of chaos, you.
Yes.
But no, Eddie Dennis, great UK indie legacy.
I like Jack's learning the deflecting skills. He's like, I've said something wrong. Yeah, but Maffew, you did it. It was good, that.
I learned it last week when news went here.
You have to. Yeah. Like Federer in his prime against Tom and Fraser. Bloody hell. Ronda Rousey blasts WWE over the Liv Morgan feud with with this eloquent on promo. Should be great. Imagine what our feud could have been if we weren't hamstrung by a bunch of octogenarians who still think they know how to be hip while putting less than 5 minutes of thought a week into each women's storyline. New hashtag Ronda on the road. Now, it's not often I say this, but yeah, I am actually in agreement with Ronda Rousey. Ronda and Liv were super over around SummerSlam time, and they dropped all the balls.
Yeah, it's true. The feud ended when it felt like it hadn't yet reached its natural conclusion.
Liv, you're going to get some fluke wins, which no one likes. And Ronda, you know how you're beloved because we're doing a really good job of protecting your weaknesses and emphasizing your strengths. Yeah, you're heel now.
Oh, I'm not against Ronda being heel. I think she's more natural heel.
But it was out of nowhere. But they should be cheered massively.
But I still think that the feud ended way too soon. And she is right. I wonder who she's referring to about the octogenarians.
I hope it's Triple H.
He's not 80.
But nobody is actually 80 who works. Like Vince is only 78, isn't he? 77, something like that.
No, Vince has got to be in his 80s now.
I'm sure he's 77.
I'm going to have a wee look.
I think he's the closest. Do that. Do an octogenarian.
This is a man's pub.
But you can't say anything else. But yeah, you do agree with the lady. And I wonder why she's in the WrestleMania showcase match.
77.
She's never felt more like part of the scenery than this year. It's crazy.
77.
77.
Born in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I thought he hated the South. What's going on?
It's because of his upbringing, isn't it? That's why he hates it.
Right, I see. It's projection.
Yeah, because he's one of those highfalutin nice types. Did you hear that he repaid WWE a bunch of money?
What? Vince?
Isn't that a nice thing for him to do?
Oh, no, this sounds... I don't know what this is referring to.
Yeah, he's paid back the money that he did use out of WWE's...
Oh, has he?
Yeah, that was part of
the hush money, basically.
Yeah, but he'd used WWE's money, so it's like, oh, here's my personal money, I'm giving it back.
You should probably do that, yeah. God.
Yeah. Oh, another depressing news. Both Josh Alexander, the man's Impact World Champion, and Mickie James, Impact Women's World Champion, have both had to vacate their titles.
Before kind of a quick run of like 3 Impact pay-per-views in a row as well. You had Sacrifice, and then you've got this, not Forbidden Door, Multiverse over WrestleMania weekend.
The same thing.
And then that's all built into Rebellion. And both the champions have gone, yeah, we're injured, sorry.
Yeah. And Josh's reign has been the longest reign in
right.
history of the Impact World Belt.
It's been a good reign.
He's been just a workhorse.
He's had good types of matches with different types of opponents.
Yeah.
Him and Bully Ray even had a good... When Bully Ray started feuding with him, everyone went, oh, no. And then instead of trying to have a normal wrestling match, they just had a no-DQ Attitude Era brawl, and it worked really well. He's been really good. Now it's going to be Kushida versus Steve Macklin for the belt.
Oh, no, Scott D'Amore.
Oh, yeah, after he hit that sick Canadian destroyer.
In a shirt and dress pants.
Yeah. He's back.
Give him the title.
Bully Ray's terrified. What a weird feud that is. But yeah, Macklin versus Kushida. I'm assuming they were going to put it up. They were building Macklin anyway.
Yeah.
I'd be very
Has to be
surprised if
Macklin.
Kushida won. And what's the women's one? I'll find out.
I actually don't know.
I imagine it's Jordan Grace
That would make sense.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
it's Jordan Grace.
versus Scott D'Amore.
Yeah. I think it's Jordan Grace, someone else, and then the winner of a match at Multiverse. It's like a triple threat, I think.
Oh, a D'Amore in
is-
every corner.
Why is it called Multiverse United? Not a football team.
What?
Yeah,
know what that
Multiverse
is.
United. It's weird that Impact did Forbidden Door before AEW even did it, and everyone's kind of just not giving them credit for that.
Sounds like Impact. And there'll be more news to cover of it later on the rest of the podcast.
The
But
Multiverse card's quite fun, guys.
go on, here's the last bit.
Well, no, there's loads of like multi-man matches, but a few highlights. Speedball versus Tanahashi. That's crazy.
Sorry, that's just me spaffing.
No, you're
everywhere.
good.
I thought you were going
like
to tomato.
No. A ripe tomato.
Kenda versus Suzuki. Which
Sorry, who?
Kenda
Oh,
versus
Kenda.
Suzuki.
Okay.
Which 20 years ago. No, that'll be good. Kushida, Leo Rush.
Okay.
Okay, there it is. Winner is added to the Knockouts World Title match at Rebellion. Deonna Purrazzo, Giselle Shaw, Masha Slamovich, and Mayu Yamashita from Toyo Joshi Pro, I think. And the other people in the match are Jordan Grace and Mickie James is in the match, apparently.
She's in the match.
But you vacate.
Does she vacate?
She hasn't vacated yet, I guess.
The Roxanne Perez strategy.
Josh Alexander's vacated. Mickey might not have yet then, I guess. She was still written down there on the card.
You would slide to you. Sorry,
No,
listener.
that's not. Sorry, that's not for Multiverse though. She's got a month or so until Rebellion. So
Oh, so they're going to announce that they'll have a champion before then.
no, the woman who wins the match at Multiverse goes into the match at Rebellion with
Yeah.
Mickie James and Jordan Grace.
But the title she's vacated.
She hasn't vacated apparently.
She's going nowhere.
She still had the little C next to her name, the little C.
Maybe she's
That's not very nice.
Maybe she's the captain of Multiverse United.
Yeah.
And the news to end on is the Northern Boys are touring.
Oh my god, it's party time. Get your well, I don't know if I should say that, but
Yeah.
It's funny because they're old men.
Yes.
yeah, there we go.
That's all I've got
That's
to say.
it.
they say out of pocket things.
They certainly do.
Yes,
They should be the geriatrics that do rehire for Ronda Rousey matches.
they've got southern counterparts, called Pete and Baz, who started this whole thing doing the grime beats and the drill beats,
Oh, right.
and talking about how I'll glass you and throw a cup of tea in your face. And then the Northern Boys are kind of affiliated with them, but more
Better.
better
In every way.
so northern. Yeah. Which one's your favorite? I can only think of two of them, and then the third one he's just in the background all the time.
Yeah, I like the
He's
guy
just
who
there,
dances.
just going like that. He's like the Bez of the Northern Boys.
He's the hype man. He's their fat man Scoop.
I think one's called Norman, and he's like the big aggressive one. He's like, "Rah, rah, rah." And then there's the little one who's like, oh yeah, oh. God. They're good then. Google the Northern Boys.
WrestleMania. Tobin, Japan. God, I've missed you. 3 days ago, longest ride ever today. 150-kilometer loop round our Jishia or whatever.
A Waichi. Why did you say it there?
A lovely ride, but performed better than I thought after a 2-week break from the bike.
He's not from Yorkshire.
So that's all you can ask for, really.
Oh.
Well, actually, I had a break.
That.
I've been out of touch. I've missed an episode of this. It doesn't make any sense.
That looks like California.
That looks like a tiny car.
No, it's just
Where's
far
the
away.
back half of it?
It's like Postman. It's like Pat Clifton, but white.
No, not even again.
Someone's really angered me this week, actually, I should say.
What's he done?
Well, I'm going on this big walk for charity, right?
Yeah.
He's going on an 80-day bike ride. I'm like, oh, hey, Tubman, man.
Around Japan in
From
80
south
days.
to north. That's 80 days, I think, including...
More like 80 layers.
He's not Bret Hart, Pirate in Paradise. He's going from north to south, I think. And that's 80 days, including rest stops and stuff. But still, that's a hefty trip. Mine now looks like an absolute walk in the park. Well, it's a walk in several national parks.
That's San Francisco, isn't it?
Oh, that's lovely, that.
Ooh, so here's a bridge.
This segment's died on its arse, hasn't it?
I love it though. And what's next? What's the other picture? Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. Is it? All right, great.
That was just the mouse
So again, I
icon.
ask, why was there a break? Did he elaborate on this last week?
Probably working and stuff. You know, he's been doing a list for me,
Oh,
a big list that I've written.
Are you gonna, out of envy, send him loads of work to do to completely interfere
No,
with his trip?
he's finished it now. He's finished that
Yeah,
list.
but more work.
The list waiting to come out, but it can't yet. I can't explain what it is until it comes out. It'll
Until
be
the
fine.
exact minute he gets ready to go.
Yeah, it's
3, 2, 1. Email from Jack.
so. Tubman and
Fantastic. So that then segues into the other segment that we do. Jack off film.
Oh, I've really been lagging on. It's been busy recently.
It has.
Especially last week, I felt like I was the only person in. I was having to do loads of stuff.
Bless you.
No, it was all right. It was no one's fault, obviously. It was just.
That's all Joel's fault, isn't it?
Well, it was Joel's fault.
Yes,
yeah.
we've established it's Joel's fault.
So I've not watched any films this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
I watched 2 on my that week.
Go on.
Ross off film.
Titanic.
Okay.
Oh, how was it?
I can see why people appreciate it. For me, I didn't enjoy it.
Fair enough.
Because it was the realization this was real people that were talking about how they died and whatnot.
Does that not make it more affecting? More.
It just made me sad.
Okay.
Thinking about those people all the way back then. Especially when they get to the bit where the water comes in, the old couple are on the bed.
The old couple on the bed is the saddest bit.
Yeah. And the little kid on the top that the Tory lad uses to get on one of the rescue boats.
What do you think of what's your take on Doorgate?
Well, he gets on, doesn't he?
And it's too heavy.
It's too heavy, so what they're going to do?
Everyone always says, "Oh, there's so much room for him on the door," but it's not about the space. It's the
Buoyancy.
It's the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've seen so many people draw diagrams and I've been like, they could have spooned.
Hey, look, Jack, just
Some of these diagrams that I've seen.
look, we got the diagrams, Joe. No, Joe.
No, it would have sank if he got on, so what's he going to do?
Yeah. And then people like keep on going to, but they could have fit on. It's like, I think you've missed. Okay, yeah.
Well,
What's,
he even tested right because I knew that lore of the film, that discussion. So I was watching for it in the moment. Like, he tests it at the start.
Yeah, he does.
That's why he gets off.
Rose did nothing wrong. Also, what was the other film?
Cocaine Bear.
Oh, right, yeah, obviously.
Was that a
Wonderful
pick me up after
film.
Titanic?
Yeah, that was just always was like sort of like life imitating art in certain respects. You know, thank you once again, Tom. So it was it was a lot more structured than I thought it was going to be as a film. A lot more punchlines. The gore on show was good. The bear animatronic, the CGI was good. I'm trying to speak like I know what I'm talking about.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, Ray Liotta's in there. It's the last ever film before he died. He was good in it. He dies. Spoiler.
Oh, no.
Ah. Spoilers. Ray Liotta is dead.
In the film, I meant, not in real life.
No, that's how he died. Cocaine Bear got him.
But no, it was really good. It takes an unexpected twist at the start involving kids, which you didn't see coming. But that made for a fun time.
Stop it.
What? Now we're
Carry on.
no
Ignore him.
no spooning scene with the kids.
No.
Like Jack and Sally, whatever. Jack and Sally, that's
Jack and Rose.
Jack and Rose.
Yeah.
She only died.
Jack's drawn it. Anyway,
Yeah,
She
it was
only
my
died in
drawing.
2010, you know, the lass who played Rose.
I googled it the other day in the office. The woman who plays Old Rose, not Kate Winslet.
Oh, Jesus.
The one
Right.
the old woman on the boat. Yeah, she died at like 98 or something.
Great
Yeah.
things.
Good
Yeah,
for her, aye. High score.
Good knock.
Helmet off.
Aye.
So,
Wow.
Oh,
we had a more sensitive understanding
last
of
week-
Cocaine Bear than we did Titanic.
last week when Tom was telling us about he's been, right? And it led...
From Kayfabe Island.
Yeah, Kayfabe Island. And England often play a cricket series against Kayfabe Island. So it just led to me getting really passionate about the Ashes. And just Fraser and Tom said they'd never see me like, I hate the Australian cricket team. Dirty cheating. They use sandpaper on the ball.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah. David Warner. Yeah. Cancer.
Yeah.
Cancer to humankind.
Yeah. Awful team of people. Awful team of blokes. Hope we batter them.
Is it the Hall of Fame yet?
That was Tubman in Japan.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Time for everyone's favourite segment, the Hall of Fame. In condescending order from last week, Busted's return tour, 8%.
8%, man.
Bloody hell, you were happy as Larry for that, weren't you?
I was, and Fraser was as well. Even though I thought he would have been but a wee babe when Busted were at large. But
He still is.
yeah. I thought they'd get more than that.
Waitrose, the musical, 43%. Now, this was the AI chat thing, right?
Joel got it. Yeah, it was Joel really who did that. I had a rubbish pick, and then I changed at the last second to Waitrose the musical.
Fantastic.
Someone said something in it. We misheard it as Waitrose the musical, and then obviously, like, it became just an improv comedy genius time on the podcast for a few minutes until Joel had the idea.
Oh, so it was all
No,
right.
until Joel had the idea. This isn't very good. Let's get an AI to do it funny.
Right. Oh.
Yeah,
But finally, John Hammond, 49%.
that's Tom's partner's dad, and he's won the Hall of Fame there.
Bastardizes the Hall of Fame every time he comes on this podcast, doesn't he?
John
With some
Tom.
sentimental, dirty, wretched
It was
pick.
because he organised the holiday to Kayfabe Island. Now, to be fair,
Wait, isn't John Hammond the name of the guy from Jurassic Park?
it is as well. Yes.
That's why people voted for it.
I know. Which is why later
Nana's
on,
mate, Steven Spielberg, will be joining us in the Hall of Fame later on.
I talked about Giraffic Park, which is my parents' idea for a zoo consisting of only giraffes. It went down well last week. And John Hammond got brought up again. So John Hammond was just everywhere. Both forms of John Hammond were everywhere on the podcast. Me and Fraser reacted very positively because we've met Tom's partner's dad. And he's great. He's great.
Is his name really John Hammond?
Have you not met him?
Yeah.
You were at
but-
Tom's engagement party.
Yeah, but his name's John Hammond, or is he just
Yeah,
being
yeah.
a bit silly?
No, he's called John Hammond.
All right, okay.
Oh,
Quite
John
a common
Hammond.
name, that, like John Hammond.
Yeah. Yeah.
John.
Can people who
Big
listen
John.
to the podcast let us know, did they actually vote for this because they thought it was Tom Connor, or they go, I love Jurassic Park.
Well, Tom was really nice about him. And then me and Fraser went, he's brilliant, him. So we did put him over. So maybe that would have...
Maybe that was it.
Maybe that helped
but
with
we
some of the
know,
votes. Yeah.
we know from experience that people don't always listen to the
True,
podcast before voting on these things. So it'll be interesting. Buyer's remorse. Find out next week. But in the meantime, well done, Tom. You're not Tom, you're Ross. What's your pick for Hall of Fame this week?
I'm taking a risk this week. Some days are topsy-turvy in life, aren't they? Like yesterday, we wake up to the unfortunate news that Paul O'Grady's passed away in his sleep. I was very sad about that. Tea time, he come home from school, the Dream Factory Renault for 45 minutes, Paul O'Grady for an hour, The Simpsons for half an hour, then you go and play PlayStation. That's how it was when you're a naughty's child. Anyway, that's a downer. On the upturn, though, yesterday afternoon, and I'm hesitant to do this, but I'm going to take a chance. I'm nominating my afternoon poo for the Hall of Fame because I was in that toilet for over half an hour and the world fell out my arse, Maffew and Jack and Joel and everyone watching at home. I bestow upon thee the joy of my afternoon poo. And I walked out. It's been a tough week with the vid. That's the end of that chapter, Ross. Here's a whole new world, a brighter future for us all.
Did he just turn his mic down?
I was going to say, what are you doing? I'm still going. So
Joe quietly putting the microphone off completely from
my
that.
afternoon poo from yesterday. And the best thing is when you're
Talk about this whole anti-bullying camp.
when you're in the office upstairs, we've only got one bug between the men. However many men are upstairs now, I can't think.
Many
of
men wish death
too
upon
many
me,
Men,
yeah.
Too many men. So I'll always hear someone come out of the office door to have a look in the toilet and see if it's locked or not. A little red symbol on the lock. Must have happened about 12 times.
Well, you were in there for over half an hour.
I was laughing by the end, just thinking like, sucker, I'm still in here, still going strong. So my afternoon poo for the Hall of Fame.
This is where we've got to with the Hall of Fame. Literal crap has been nominated for the Hall of Fame.
Little crap that has a very good chance of winning.
Oh, 100%.
We've all been there though, when you've that one where it's like you feel like a new person. When
Yeah,
you walk out the
yeah.
top.
The one where it's been a good because you go, you stand up and you look and you go and take a look at it just to see like, all right, what does that look
Do you want
like?
to know something? It came above the water.
Wow, that's pretty good.
This podcast.
Like a shark's fin.
Why have you done that then? What nominated that for?
Because it was so good.
Okay.
I
right.
can't remember a poo like it.
We've all had those moments. You are right.
And
though,
I don't know why, I was really sad about Paul O'Grady yesterday. Just how he died. Like,
You need a real
Don't
pick-me-up.
try and use that to sneak it in like a Trojan horse.
It's like,
oh,
yeah.
Paul O'Grady died. I had a big poo.
I did, and everything felt better afterwards. It was a really topsy-turvy
no.
day. So,
Oh man, I hate us men just men. I hate being a man. We're all
Why?
Because there'll be blokes listening to this going like, "I vote for Ross." I know what he means.
Oh, if Kayla listens to this, she would vote. We talk about
Yeah,
craps.
women poo.
Yeah.
No, but Men are
We give
proud.
ourselves
Men are proud. Men are proud of it, though.
Oh no, Kayla, there's a breed
Is
of
she?
there's a breed of lady who does as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me and Kayla give each other rundowns of like.
Oh, just stop.
No, we're all like, how did it go? What was it like?
Yeah.
Constant
Debrief.
ones, yeah.
Stop. No. Stop saying things that sound like other things.
No, it didn't.
What do you think it sounded like?
Yeah. Come on,
Debrief.
Matthew.
Yeah.
No.
Took me briefs off his
Oh,
show.
right, yeah,
right.
we have to do that before you start.
Anyway, hey, top marks. Again, so many different emotions there because just like, oh yeah, that's gonna win because men like poo. But it's like, yeah, we do, and there's nothing like one of those like life affirming.
You're proving my point.
Yeah, damn it.
Yeah,
I'm
we are
self-hating.
proud of our poo.
It's a good pick.
It's a good pick. I'm jealous.
That means that if Ross wins this one, if he's run out of clothes, he can just pick other bits of his body to put in. We'll move on.
It makes me nervous. My pick, you'll see, but it's going to lose to that, and I'm going to be sad about it.
I don't know. Like we always say, like that's a nailed-on winner, but it never ever wins.
No, that one is going to be.
Well, Jack, you're next, so
So last week I had in just a fit of confidence because I thought
doesn't sound like you.
I was watching a bit of the podcast back to catch something that I think someone had referred to it in a tweet or a comment. I was like, oh yeah, we'll see what was said there. I went back and watched it, and I caught myself presenting without. I wasn't self-conscious. I wasn't being all like what you say about me, basically being like, stop it. Leave me alone."
Good.
I was being really confident. So I sent it to Fraser and went, look how confident I was. Yeah, I was like one of them bloody lads.
Good.
So I'm going to nominate my confident moment for the Hall of Fame
I
from
can't
last
wait
week's
for this.
podcast. Because it's now that I've hyped it up, it's going to be so underwhelming. It's just me going, isn't that right, lads? Isn't that right? And then I turn to Joel and I go, isn't that right, Joel? And that's it.
The fact that you were doing this is proof that you're finally
It's going to
coming
lose
on.
to a crowd.
It's you're gonna lose to a literal poo.
Yeah.
No, but let's see how it is.
All right. Okay. This is going to be underwhelming now.
All right.
And
Good fun.
it was good fun. There were some bigger boys next to us. That I remember them. Remember them? They were more laddie lads. No, there we go. That was it. Just remember them. That was it. It was just that tiny.
It's like the
No,
CM
Joe,
Punk.
Joe, hang on.
Like the Hangman Page.
It's so underwhelming. It's so imperceptible. You can't even tell.
Joe, hang on. I think you've missed it. You've missed the
it's
great
not.
moment
That
of
was it.
confidence.
It's when
You've
I go-
given the wrong
it's when I go- It's when I
timestamp.
go remember them. It was that. It was that.
Could you please see it again?
Yeah. What? Slow it down.
Don't blink, anybody. Don't blink.
And
Good fun.
it was good fun. There were some bigger boys next to us. That I remember them. Remember them? They were more lads.
That's it.
We only just met a- so imperceptible. It's the worst. It's the worst pick I've ever done. I said hello to Joel. Oh man!
I went back home and made a note. Watch this when it gets
this is-
uploaded.
What
I
did
mean-
Fraser say when you were like, look at this?
He
Fraser?
went. Oh, I'll find the comment. I think it was on Slack.
Please do.
Because so confident was I at the time. I think I was in a really good mood or something. Because I even took a screenshot of it in the event that it wins and Joel needs to put it in all of it.
Look, I'm really happy for
God.
you. I genuinely am happy that you
Should
get
have
self-confident.
Kanye West.
But no, that'd be something different.
Oh yeah, it does now actually. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
come
yeah.
on.
I was doing the Taylor Swift thing. Sorry.
No one thinks of it like that.
What date was that? Would I have been? I'm scrolling back in the conversation with.
23rd, 22nd, 23rd.
I'm nearly there. I'll see what Fraser said.
Just going past the other pictures
Here
of
we go.
himself he sent himself.
There's a bit that I've stopped at where I'm talking about the bigger boys next to us when we watched the football. This was England versus Scotland back in the Euros, I think, ages ago. Because we're talking about it's like one of the first times that a lot of us had like done something like one of the first times I hung out with Joel and stuff. And I go, there were some bigger boys next to us. Remember them? And I turn to Joel and I say, remember them so confidently. And it's so much conversational fun. And then Fraser put, very conversational. Look at you being all confident. And I put, yeah, it's just that tiny bit. And then he put, wow, you do look confident. That's in the screenshot. So,
You know what, Jack?
ironically, this is going to knock my confidence further.
No, you know what, Jack? I like the fact that you have these brief glimpses of confidence. Because
so brief.
Yeah, because if you had them all the time, then you wouldn't be Jack. So
Thank you. Thanks for trying to make something philosophical out of this rubbish.
I'm trying to help you. But you are making it hard
Yeah,
on
yeah.
everybody. But it's the fact that you are celebrating your positives, which you should be doing.
I think it's going to backfire.
You have so many great things going.
Oh,
for
stop
you.
it, man.
Cultaholic.
I think this is going to backfire. And I think it's going to perform poorly compared to Ross's poo.
It is going to be. You have to prepare yourself for Well, thankfully, there's going to be so much stuff to talk about next week on the podcast that you will just quickly see Jack's self-confidence, second or third place. Ross's feces, 99%. So that's going to be a hard comeback to come back from.
Oh,
we believe in
God. Maffew, what's your pick?
you. Doesn't really matter, does it? I was going to vote for what John Moxley was talking about when no one's been too positive about AEW right now and about the celebrating the positives of wrestling. But as the lovely Joel, who's not coughing and spluttering, wiping his face on every bit of surface, has pointed out, I did send something 2 weeks ago which celebrates something quite similar to what I've just said, which is, can you get the footage up? Confident Maffew. It's Hacksaw Jim Duggan having a whale of a time in Aberdeen on a double-decker, which must be an unfamiliar thing for Americans.
Now, this, just to clarify, you know, some American towns, like there's Aberdeen, Washington. This is Scotland, Aberdeen.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
This
Aberdeen.
is the British Aberdeen.
Yeah, our Aberdeen.
Our.
Well, it will be in a few years after independence
Yeah,
to take
true.
us up. So, listen to Jim Duggan at the front of the double-decker at the top. Jim Duggan.
Before you play it,
No.
can I guess what he's saying?
Oh,
yeah.
It's nearly that, but it's
Okay.
even better. Please go ahead, Jim.
Hey guys, here's a different perspective for everybody. We're in the front of the double-decker bus up on top, going through a lot of traffic here in Aberdeen. It gives you a whole new perspective when you're riding up on top of the double-decker bus. No, just kidding, everybody. It's just the way it looks from up here, man. But we're having a good time. Oh, I like your hat.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
just Jim Duggan, it's easy for me to say, being unironically happy about being on the double-decker.
There's something
The
so-
first time in his life.
There's something really sweet and childlike about that. Genuinely lovely.
Yeah, but the best seat though.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only seat you can get excited on a double decker. That one.
Or bottom deck back. Back
Oh,
row.
Bad boy.
Yeah,
six.
yeah, yeah,
Hitting
yeah.
the roof and
Yeah,
making
yeah.
everyone above's life a misery.
It's either there or top front.
There's a Spotify with no headphones on, with the adverts on. So
New
everyone has to
monkey
listen.
playing.
But if you are sitting top deck front row, watch out for those branches. You
What?
ever get that when you were going towards a train?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they shattered a bus window was on
What?
a few months ago.
What?
There you go. You say, watch out for those branches.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, yeah, good point. Yes, that's just Jim Duggan having a lovely time on an Aberdeen bus. And I've obviously never seen that perspective before, going, oh, I'm going to hit. Oh, no, not really. Just simple things, isn't it?
What a worker.
That's my favorite thing Jim Duggan's ever done.
God, I hope not.
You know when like there's always like a wrestler when you go back and you have to like you're watching like an old whatever, and there's always a wrestler you're like, oh God, that for me that's Jim Duggan because he's annoying and never ever loses clean to people he should. He never jobbed. Why was he unbeatable? It's Jim Duggan.
That man was in Team Canada. He served his time.
That was rubbish as well.
There's a great story about that. He shaved his beard and had a haircut and came in and no one knew who the hell he was. He spoke up and people had known him for decades like, Jim, that's you.
the real life Happy Corbin.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I reckon he'd look a bit like a muscular meatloaf without his beard. And
It's not far off, actually, yeah.
yeah,
God.
yeah.
See how one of the 9 best things you can do in Aberdeen is go dolphin spotting.
Why are there dolphins in Aberdeen?
Well, there
Yeah,
must be.
you
It
were
says
spotting
there.
anyway.
You go to Grey Hope Road in Aberdeen.
Huh.
Available from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. Which,
What, they're doing shift?
yeah, I assume the Dolphins clock off at 5.
They got the local pub.
The place you go to see
Hey,
it
this
at,
is a dolphins pub.
apparently there's a van at the Tory Battery.
What?
Which is just south of the River Dees mouth.
The
That's
Tory
where they
battery.
batter the Tories. You
That's how they conserve their energy.
know they say dolphins are as clever as us.
They're not though.
Hi, how?
They
How are
can't
they
write
not?
with a pen, can they?
No, how are they not on land with the society and that like we do? Why are they not taking over? You know,
Don't invite the opportunity.
are they that clever? How do people know this? I know they're friendly. Like people go dolphin on holiday. People go playing with the dolphins, don't they? And
They do.
they're all intelligent. They've saved drowning people before.
That's right.
But I don't know if they're not as clever as us.
Yeah, it started out with
Ross's poo. My crap confident moment.
and those
Rubbish.
damn dolphins.
Stupid dolphins.
Do you know that story about that dog who saved a kid from drowning? And people are like, oh my God, you're the best dog ever in the little village. And so they gave him like a big slab of meat, which had the unintentional effect of the dog then try to push kids in the river afterwards,
get
and then go
one
to the butcher and just go, "Oh my god, yeah, that one." It's amazing. It's nearly a Hall of Fame pick, but one. Drowning kids can't be too good, especially when we have such hard-hitting other things to be nominated for the Hall of Fame, like Ross's poo.
The afternoon poo yesterday.
Ross's afternoon poo. Sorry, not confused. The evening or night poo.
I'll date it. Yeah, there was a night poo as well, which I was surprised about.
But the same day?
Yeah.
Is that... I saw you were drinking a Huel the other day. Could that have had something to do with it?
You're telling me, Jack.
Oh, have you shotgunned one of them?
I've never told Jack. One of my worst moments about working here, was I used to do like little 3-day stints of like 100% Huel, like have 3 or 4 of the shakes a day, and that would be it. Day 2 of one of those stints working here, must be in 2018, had the first Huel poo, and Jack followed me to the toilet.
Did I?
And Jack, I was watching from my seat just to see what Jack would do. And
was a
Jack
mirror.
opened the door, went, "Whoa!" closed the door, and went downstairs.
I'm so sorry.
I've never stopped thinking about that ever since.
That's now that you've told me that, does it feel like a weight off your chest?
Yeah. I just always think
did
about
back then as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday afternoon. I was like, oh God, I hope no one comes out here too soon. It'll be a repeat of Jack in 2018.
If it's any sort of reissue, I've got no memory of that, so that's probably all right. So.
It was an awful. Maffew knows the Huel poos are terrible, aren't they? They are bad.
They can build up.
I can't believe there's been that's like 5 years in the making, that story.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. What a moment.
It's nice to let go.
God, it's like AW's elite storylines. He smelled just the same as well. Ross's poo. Jack's moment of confidence.
My confident moment.
And Hacksaw Jim Duggan on a bus.
It's a strong week.
It's pretty alright. It's
decent.
the smell's strong. Those 3 picks are yours and yours alone to vote for at patreon.com/Cultaholic.
This week in the wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in wrestling. No, I didn't forget. SmackDown. Dad and Dom in the bungalow. Oh, God. Cody Rhodes beats Ludwig Kaiser to open the show. Paul Heyman cuts a promo afterwards, hyping Cody's match with Solo Sikoa on Raw. Cody says he's going to teach Solo that he isn't ready, just like he'll teach Roman at WrestleMania.
I thought it was a bit weirdly booked, this one, because Cody was struggling for large parts against Ludwig Kaiser, who hasn't exactly been booked very strong in his tenure on SmackDown. So if he's struggling against struggling against Kaiser, how is he ever going to beat Roman Reigns? Huh?
True.
He was struggling against him because, have you seen Ludwig?
He's a sexy boy.
Woof.
He's too hard-faced for me, personally. If he had softer features, I'd find him more of a sexy boy.
You could melt this stone face.
Okay, thank you.
How would you do that, Maffew? How would you melt that stone?
No, I couldn't. I said Jack could.
Right, Jack could.
I'd probably say
I'm
like...
out to pasture right now, man.
Didn't you used to be Axel Dieter? Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
I have issues with self-confidence. Oh, Zez.
Very, very.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what he'd say. I don't know why he'd say, but that's what he'd say. No, I was all right with this because we need to have Cody having some matches, and getting all prepped and ready and plucked and trimmed and masculine, all the other things that we need for WrestleMania headliner. This is fine. Ludwig Kaiser's mostly a tag guy. I was fine with this. Everything, tickety-boo.
Another Triple H match, though, in the structure. A beat down, 2-move comeback, the cutter and the crossroads, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, you've been mentioning that this is a Triple H trope of matches.
We should get a counter every single week. How many Triple H matches are there in a week?
Which is weird because it's not the format of what Triple H's matches were like, is it?
Yeah, thankfully.
Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good 35-minute match to open SmackDown.
It was a good promo from Cody as well, though. He's like, should I have wrestled with half my body hanging off against Rollins? No! But I did.
No, I beg your pardon. No!
My tit was hanging down there. No.
Oh, he had a little moment on. Has anyone watched the 24 that came out?
Yeah.
No. But you did.
I think it's the best one of the 24s. It's a really good one.
I'm an effing animal.
That bit's amazing. It's when Austin takes the suplex on the concrete, and backstage Triple H and Stephanie go, "Oh," and off camera you just hear, and it pans across, and Ron's like, "Yeah!" It's amazing. There's also a bit where Owens is like warming up for his match against Austin backstage, and someone goes like, "Where's Steve?" And Sammy's in, and Owens like laughing. They go like, "He's off somewhere like a caged tiger, just pacing, just getting ready." It's always cool little moment.
Nice.
Seems like a nice man, does Kevin Owens.
He does, he really does.
Rue Lopez was there.
Yeah.
Try to think of a real name on the fly there. Yeah.
Becky and Seth's daughter.
kid, yeah. And Kevin's like going, peekaboo.
Yeah, he's playing with the kid and stuff. It's nice.
And he's Finn Balor socks.
There's a lovely moment where he comes back after just being battered by Austin. And you know how the two state troopers like cart him out of the arena? He got walked off by the police afterwards because he'd been insulting
what's
Texas.
he been doing now?
He'd been insulting Texas in the build-up. And then the two Texas troopers came and like took him away. And he gets through the curtain with the two police blokes. And it's just a lovely moment. Like everyone's buzzing for him because he wrestled Steve Austin in the main event. It's lovely. Nice moment.
It was great. My mouth is still sore.
What?
I took that bloody pepper, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
None of that this year, have you noticed? We learned that John Cena versus Austin Theory will open night 1 of WrestleMania.
Not what I would have expected.
He's winning.
No.
Was that excited Fred Flintstone?
He can't win. But because traditionally a big show opener has the babyface win, not always, obviously, but this has made me worry that Cena's just going to batter him.
That would be the funniest thing
would
if
be
Austin
really
Theory
funny.
lost to Cena. I mean, it would kill all his momentum.
But after Cena's got a promo saying you're really not that good, and then beats him and goes, I was right. Do.
Yeah.
No way. Surely not.
Better than you.
He's going to win.
No way.
You can't have Austin Theory winning the first main card match on WrestleMania
If he
weekend.
does, it means they're really
You
invested.
could. You could easily do that. It's very easily done.
Everyone will go home.
I'm assuming he'll cheat to beat Cena. He can't beat him clean.
As an idea of having this open, so they don't have to have a negative ending later on.
Well, I don't
You've
know.
forgotten about it by the time the
It was
midway
never
point.
going to
I'm
be on
assuming.
last, was it?
I thought that Rhea Charlotte would main event and that Rhea would win, so we'd have a heel win anyway. But everyone likes Rhea, so it doesn't matter.
That's a face win for the
Yeah,
heel.
basically is, isn't
Anyway,
it?
more on
Yeah.
that later on. Charlotte Flair. Oh, here right now. Charlotte Flair cuts a promo addressing some common criticisms aimed at her, including insecurity and nepotism. She says she'll never apologize for continuing the greatest legacy in sports entertainment. What, Andrade? Diamonds Are Forever, and so is Charlotte Flair.
Diamonds are forever.
They have done such a good job these past few weeks, maybe in months, of making sure that Charlotte has always had someone evil and nefarious come out and make her look better. Be it Rhea Ripley, Dom, or that 1 week Mugabe. And this.
What?
It's really, it's your favorite episode, don't remember?
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
She was getting booed, and then Robert Mugabe came out. and
What?
then,
What are you on about?
Anyway.
Wait, what's
So,
he on about? What?
thank you, Ross. You're paying attention.
What do you
to
mean?
the
Mugabe
wrestling.
316.
Yeah, what like you?
What's going on? Do you know what I mean? I don't know what they're on about.
Your favorite dictator to reference is Mugabe, so I
yeah,
thought
I
I'd do
love
that to
Robert
keep up.
Mugabe. No, I don't know.
He said it.
No.
He said it.
I love referencing Robert Mugabe. Is this because the time we had to make a wrestler pseudonym and I went Robert Mugabe Priestley?
I forgot about that. You're not helping, but
I don't love Robert Mugabe just to.
Just admire his work,
But-
yeah.
I
Go
don't,
on.
I don't want to be too out of hand here, but I actually think he was probably not a great guy.
Whoa, controversial statement there from Jack. So they've always had someone come out to make sure that Charlotte gets, because you're on the same level, that Charlotte, some distraction. They've done a really good job of it because she has been getting cheered. And then this was the time where they just forgot, like a mum that turns her back for half a second and she looks round and the kids, put the keys in the ignition, is driving the car down the street, they were asking for it. The crowd turned on her because she was talking about nepotism.
She didn't even.
And she's talking about, hey, I've had it rough, says the 17-time bloody world champion.
She
You
didn't-
can't cut promos like that when you've won the title more times than...
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, you can't do
She
it.
also went I'm going to address some common criticisms aimed at me and listed them and went insecurity. Well, I am insecure, but it drives me to be the best. But then the other two, she didn't really counter them. She just went nepotism. I don't care. I'm proud to. I'm like,
And then
"Yeah,
she said, fear. Fear was the other one. She said,
Fear.
the only thing I fear is my own potential.
Oh God!
It was really,
And
and,
then
the crowd start watting her, and then she goes really heel. She's like, are you really watting me? This is important to me, so listen. That's not what a relatable, likable baby face would say. It's like,
No.
would you mind if I just spoke for a second there, please? No, listen to me. This is important to me and only me and not you. Shut up.
It's because she's not likable.
No.
She's really not. So they've always been protected. And Idi Amin wasn't there to do a run-in. So this died a death. They've done such a good job. So it'll be very interesting to see at WrestleMania what the crowd reaction's like.
Well,
Because people love booing Ripley and Dom. But
Well, it's Dom, innit? People just...
yeah, it's mostly
because
Dom.
she stood there as well. But I was one of those you people promos because she's like, all the insecurities you've thrown at me is a quote I wrote down there.
Oh my
Like,
God, why did you say that?
Yeah, as a baby
Horrible.
face, yeah.
It was a
Hot-
bad
complete
idea.
disaster.
Yeah. I do feel bad for her a bit because I'm assuming this is what she was told to say. So, yeah, part of it's her fault in the delivery of it, but also it's not. It was a hospital pass she was given. Yeah.
Football reference.
Oh,
So when a player gets put in a really tricky situation by a bad pass, so it looks like it's their fault, but really the ball that was played into
why is it
them.
called the hospital
So
pass?
player 1 will play the ball and it'll be too short to reach player 2.
yeah.
An opposition player will nip in there before player 2 can
Yeah,
get
yeah.
to it and take the ball away. Therefore, player 1 has played the hospital pass.
Hospital
Yeah,
pass.
yeah. Or I used to think, can it be used in this way as well? It leads to a nasty 50-50 where you
Yeah,
might get hurt as well.
Oh, hospital pass. Right, that makes
I
sense.
think it can be used in either context. though.
Okay, thank you for that. LA Knight beats Rey Mysterio after interference from Dom. Dom insults his own mom and sister at ringside. So Rey finally snaps and lays him out with a big right hand. He accepts the challenge for WrestleMania. Crowd goes nuts.
The pop was huge. Yeah.
Dom found his limit.
Don't talk bad to your mother.
Yep.
Yeah. I am your mother. Heard that, Megan Trainor? Doesn't matter.
What a cute child she has, by the way.
Ah,
What, Dom?
No, she had Megan thingy.
Megan Trainor.
She had a kid with one of the Spy Kids.
The Spy Kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's with
One of the Spy
She's with Junie from the Spy Kids.
The ginger one.
Oh, what a creep.
And their kid is like a little...
Oh, what?
Oh,
Junie?
he's a spy boy. Spy man.
Spy man now.
man,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
The one who used to have warts on his hands. And he'd have to,
That's what. Oh, I like that.
and his sister was confident and he was shy, but together they were the Spy Kids.
And
Yeah,
what
they were Jack.
powerful semen he's got, because the kid is adorable.
Ah,
Like little Elton John. Don't know if you're going to search on, just to give a visual representation there, Joel, but it's a
If you
worth a look.
Google little Elton John,
Don't
you'll
do
just
little
get
Elton
Elton John.
Megan Trainor and Spy Kids kid.
what a film that was, by the way.
There he is.
Spy.
Oh, you're right.
No, he is a cute kid. Yeah.
Look at those glasses.
No, that's
Delightful.
very nice. Yeah, it's good. Great content we like to see on the
Yeah.
podcast, yeah.
What we're talking about?
Lovely baby.
Spy Kids. Remember Flips Fooglies.
Stop swearing. What were you going to say, Ross?
It was good when Dom said to his mom, "Did you know that you married a deadbeat?"
Whoa.
Mom, shut up.
Whoa. That was it when he told her to shut up.
Shut up, Mom.
Don't disrespect your your mom like that. Meh.
That's what Ray said. Michael Cole also had an orgasm on commentary when Ray popped him
He
one.
hates Dom.
Yeah, he hates him.
Yeah.
The crowd with it as well. And it was a good match with LA Knight, who got a massive win ahead of LA Mania. Yeah, bit of momentum that you need when you're not going to be on the card.
Well, I thought you were right and that he was going to win next week's Battle Royal, or this week's Battle Royal.
Yeah.
But then that segment on Raw, maybe not as confident because he wasn't even in it, I don't think.
No.
No.
He was only listed on the official sheet of competitors.
He's got to.
Good save.
He's got to
Covered brain.
try and.
The hospital pass.
He's got to interrupt the Miz. He's got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez watching on. Natalya and Shotzi Blackheart bravely beat Lacey Evans and Xia Li.
Come on!
Yes!
I was thinking of not watching before this
I
match.
was worried that Natalya wasn't going to be on WrestleMania.
Look at this going, you know what? This WrestleMania just needs a thrown together match with some tag teams that didn't exist. And then-
Lazy bollocks.
Yeah.
And as if that wasn't good enough, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler come out afterwards and say they're pure intimidating and stuff. They
That's what they were
reveal
doing.
that they've also been added to the Mania match.
They just get put in.
Yes.
Yeah, they just
They've
get put in.
given up.
No, I think that Ronda's still injured. They didn't want her to wrestle.
But find a better way. Oh, they had a game of SNES or something. I don't know. At least do
Game of SNES.
something to qualify for WrestleMania.
I think that wasn't this the match where Lacey Evans didn't realize she doesn't know the rules of tag team wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Xia
healing
Li's
her.
like,
She's healing her up in the corner and just gets out on the apron and looks at Xia like, "Go on then, get it."
in front of the ref, and the ref's just like, just tag her.
It's like the opposite of when the Lucha Bros tagged each other in the ring.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
tagged each other on the apron. Oh.
I really like the finish of the match though, because I don't know if you know this about Natalya, but she's a heart.
Yeah.
And they did the heart attack, which was the move of Jim and Brett. Like, so
Are you paying attention, Booker T? This is going to be relevant later on.
Shotzi, if they come out and Shotzi is Jim at WrestleMania, that'd be brilliant. I'd like that. I don't know.
if they dress her up in the beard and whatnot,
Yeah. Yeah, she's pulling the beard.
Oh,
give her a couple of
the
lines
tank
before.
has a beard.
Yes.
And everyone goes, it's Jim the Anvil.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Aw.
I haven't got an issue. I was only joking. I don't have an issue with the idea of Natalya and Shotzi being on WrestleMania, but I agree with Ross there. It's not a story. It's just...
It's nice to see them on the card, but you want to think of a better way to get them on the card than just, let's have a match.
It feels...
Right.
I think for the most part, Triple H and the creative team have, I don't know how to specify that, have built like I'm quite excited for this WrestleMania card. More than last year when everyone was like, God, WrestleMania has really sneaked up on us, hasn't it? But this year, I'm like, this feels like a proper Mania card. But these tag team showcase matches are probably the worst build of anything on the thing.
I agree with
everything. It's got
you
to be a kickoff show because it's a 2-hour kickoff show on both nights.
Is it?
And last year,
so much Matt Camp.
You absolute.
I can't wait to see. Not Rosencrantz. What's he called?
Rosenberg.
Right.
Heisenberg.
From Hamlet.
He's dead.
Peter Heisenberg, isn't it? But last year, do you remember I think it was 2 hours again last year, but they had like an hour of Jake Paul on one of the nights.
Oh, yeah, and they had like various YouTubers on. They're like, yeah, this is sick, bro. Jamie was like, yeah, other fans. Mess.
To be fair, of all the pre-shows, the Mania one's probably the best one because the potential for chaos is quite high. More than usual, I'd say.
Oh, someone on my Twitch yesterday is in LA now, and it was pissing down, they said. So could you imagine if it was like a...
You're nasty, you.
Sorry.
You're like when I used to go
Sorry.
when I used to go to Leeds when I was a teenager and you'd see people going like, heard it rain for everyone at Leeds first. You're just jealous.
It's just funny hearing Americans go, oh my God, it's so bad. It rained one time last December. And I'm like, I can't relate to this conversation at all, mate.
No, but I only bring it up because could it be a repeat of WrestleMania 37? Poncho Gate.
Oh, yes.
Imagine, so I think it has a roof, but it's not like a... Is it not like a proper
I think it's a
roof?
translucent roof,
Yeah.
maybe?
There's like airy bits.
Yeah.
Right.
I think.
Oh, we'll have to find out, won't we?
What if there's a side wind?
It's LA. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's LA. And also, everyone will have a great time after the show because California knows how to party.
I've heard that rumor.
Everyone
With my
closes
hands,
at 12.
I don't want to throw any gang signs there. Never mind. I was just copying Snoop Dogg, that's all.
Adam Pearce oversees the contract signing for the IC title match.
Did somebody say just eat?
Me, get delivery like a
The
G.
coolest guy in the world, Snoop Dogg,
Hungry
who will
dog,
advertise
dog,
literally anything if you give him money.
Snoop Dogg.
Sheamus confronts Drew and accuses him of going behind his back to steal his dreams away. Drew calls him an embarrassing teenage girl.
That was nasty.
It's very nice. They both sign the contract, as does Gunther, but he's annoyed at Pearce for putting him in the match. Gunther talks trash to the Brawling Brutes, so Butch attacks him and Pearce makes it a singles match. Gunther wins, while Drew and Sheamus get in a brawl on the outside. Drew claymores Gunther after the match and has a stare down with his former partner.
You having a nice time reading that one there?
I was actually.
Little songs.
I
and-
said like I just carried on doing this the rest of the week.
Did you like it?
What, saying Gunther?
No, the match.
Oh, the build's been fine. It's nice seeing the Intercontinental title being represented by three lads from the continent.
Is Europe the continent?
Ooh, it's very rough there, wasn't
The
it?
Pangea. I really like Gunther's role in this segment because he was just like, can you justify to me why this isn't a singles match, Pierce? I'll sign the contract anyway. I'll beat the piss out them anyway.
Yeah. If we had to predict, I mean, all this time I've been thinking that Gunther might retain, but now I'm like, I got reminded that if Sheamus wins, he becomes a Grand Slam champion. I'm like, oh,
It's the only one he's not got.
Who do you think's going to win?
I think it's either Gunther or Drew that's going to win, mate.
Oh.
The heel Drew will snatch it away from Sheamus, and that'll be like the summer
He's not being a
program.
heel.
He's been quite
been
mean,
a bit
though.
dickish,
Yeah, it's his
though.
friend.
Thing about though, he's not doing much, if anything, right now.
Yeah, he's not as well.
I think it could be time for a Drew heel run.
Time to go.
Less of that weird thing he does when he's walking down the ramp. He goes like,
What? What does he do?
he does it on SmackDown here. He like claps someone's hand and goes, like to get his hair back, and it just looks so.
Oh, right.
It's not you, Drew. You're from Glasgow,
Yeah.
not LA.
No, but he's very.
He's from. Combine the two. He's from Holyrood. Thank you.
Gunther also took a massive chance throwing the table the way he did in this segment.
Oh, aye.
Oh, boy.
Lawsuits.
He nearly had a come Tuesday happening, that thing he did with the ladder. You know what I mean? And NXT, yes.
Yeah.
You stuttered when you got the cum.
Yeah, I
like
did,
that.
yeah. It's,
But if he'd thrown it, and
edging, they call that.
If he'd thrown it and it had like taken out 5 people in the front row, people would on Twitter have still gone. They would just have been pleased to be part of the show. He's a heel. It's what he's got to do.
Exactly. Oh, back in the day.
Yeah. We used to love getting crushed by tables. Brilliant.
Remember that? Which podcast was this? Jeff Jarrett's one where he's talking about it was it Jackie Fargo? He got annoyed at Jerry Lawler doing all his cool entrances with the spotlight coming down. So it was, I want to drive a motorcycle down the, I guess the sportatorium, I guess. But didn't realise as he came out, the spotlight was on him as he was doing it. Immediately blinded. Can't see where he's going. Crashed in the front row and break someone's leg.
That sounds like something from The Simpsons. Like I can see, like, here he is, folks.
Yeah. And they're like, well, what happened then? Because they obviously talking backstage, like, well, we'll take care of you. Here's some tickets. Don't sue.
Broke his leg. He came out next week wearing a t-shirt, so I broke that fan's leg.
She had it coming. The Street Profits are really excited for the tag team showcase at WrestleMania. Liars. Angelo questions Braun and Ricochet's chemistry as a team and asks what they have in common. It's at their balls.
Smooth operator.
Is that what that song is about?
Well, no, but they were making it about that. They were saying they've got smooth heads.
And they have sex.
What?
Braun and Ricochet arrive.
They're saying they're bald. What's happened here?
Braun and Ricochet
They
arrive.
stroked their heads while they said it.
Yeah.
Which head?
But I never thought, like, is that the bald anthem?
No,
Are there bald
they've just
anthems?
made it up for the purposes of this promo, I think.
But I'm thinking about, like, are there songs that bald people have to represent themselves?
Right Said
Right
Fred,
Said Fred,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
too sexy. Because they were both
Oh.
big bald men, weren't they?
Before Brexit got involved, they were so cool.
Oh.
Yeah, one of them's a...
Oh, really?
One of them's
Oh. So he's not too sexy for Milan. Anyway.
Yeah, good segment here. Any thoughts?
No, they're both bald.
That's right.
Well, Braun then clearly was like, all right, Angelo, you're going bald as well, mate. I was like, oh, it's getting a bit personal now.
Oh,
got
Braun
pre-
can't take it. He got near crap.
He's
We
got-
saw him on that plane.
Angelo's got previous, though. Whose beard did he used to take the piss out of? And he's got that patchy thing. Forget what it was.
Michael Cole's
Robert
probably.
Roode, maybe? Or someone like that. I can't remember.
Is
It
it
was a
not
little
Braun
while ago.
again? Braun again.
Braun again. Ricochet wasn't offended by the bald jokes because he looks an infinity times better without hair than he did with
Yeah.
it. So fair enough.
Yeah.
He's such a hunk.
Whoa.
What?
And it's time for the main event, the KO show, with special guest Sami Zayn. Owen presents Sami with the new KO Mania shirt, which actually says WrestleZania on the front.
It's a
On the back, isn't it?
top tier pun.
Cute
I
moment.
thought it was that on the whatever. They
well,
go to hug.
KO Mania on the back. It's
Oh, okay.
WrestleZania on the front. Yeah.
They go to hug, but the Usos attack from behind and beat them down to close the show. It's worth saying the earth-shattering pop that both men got when they came out, just
They're
like
over.
ridiculously. I was like, oh, okay.
So has that match been confirmed for night 1 or 2 yet, or is it still up in the air?
I don't think so. Although there was a report by someone yesterday with the night 1 card, and it was like either one of the tag team matches, like the showcase, but the rest of it was like set in stone, and it wasn't on that rundown. I forget who did it.
I know you've been saying that you'd want the tag match to be on the same night as Cody Roman to feed into the story, but it could main event. It's over enough to main event.
Oh, yeah.
night 1.
Especially for the win.
Yeah,
Send the people home happy.
Yeah.
I do enjoy. There was a little promo before the segment where they're backstage, like geeing each other up, and they're like, the narrative is of the story. They've been best friends for 20 years, and like all friends, they've had their problems. Like we've all had friends from school that we've tried to decapitate with ladders, but we've made it through, haven't we, lads? And now we're going to WrestleMania.
Oh,
Like, it's
we've all had friends who've powerbombed us on aprons when we've had the best moment of our lives.
I just like how the little tweak from going like they were the worst enemies to friends with problems.
So relatable.
I thought it was a bit of an underwhelming, like go home, second to go home SmackDown end segment. If that made any sense.
Oh, but it's only the second to go home.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was still a bit crap, though, wasn't it? A 1D and that's it.
A little bit, yeah.
What a bit je ne sais quoi. It's a very Bray Wyatt segment there.
Oh, I would disagree strongly. This is just another chapter in the big book of Yum Yum.
Okay.
The big book
Yummy
of
yum.
Matthew started off
Yummy.
a sentence and know how to end it. So there's something daft at the end and hope no one would notice. Seamless. AEW Rampage on the special day of Saturday, right?
It was.
You're blending
yes,
together at this point.
yes.
So Jade Cargill.
No, I've put it's time
I know,
to go.
It's time.
Because
to
I'm
go.
firmly of the belief that Ty Valkyrie will beat Jade Cargill. I don't agree with it. It's not what I want to happen. It's what I think's going to happen.
It's good, that. Powerhouse Hobbs beats Penta to retain the TNT title thanks to interference from QT Marshall and Aaron Sirleau.
It doesn't need interference to be pen.
He doesn't need any of that bollocks
No,
at
he doesn't.
ringside. The
Let
lass with the foot. That lass, by the way,
The Australian woman.
is going out with. You'll never guess who. Try and have a guess.
Is it,
Tubman.
let's do 20 questions. Are they on the AEW roster?
No.
Are they on the WWE roster?
No.
Are they a wrestler?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Are they
Are they an indie wrestler?
No.
Are they an Impact?
They're a bit closer to WWE, but I didn't.
NXT?
Didn't know. Yes.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Are they someone we enjoy on the podcast?
No.
Oh, are they in Schism?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are they in a stable?
No.
Oh.
This is exciting.
Wait, you enjoy everything on NXT?
Are they also Australian?
No. I think no. I think he's from that neck of the woods, but
New
not
Zealand?
Australia. I think so.
Okay.
I think I
neck of
might
the
be
woods.
famous last words there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Duke Hudson.
No.
He's Australian. All right. Bronson.
He's the
on
one
main
I
roster.
don't enjoy in NXT.
Oh, Zion Quinn.
Zion Quinn.
Oh, run it straight.
Is he? I think he's from. Is he Australian? Or
I
New
think he's
Zealand?
New
I have
Zealand.
no idea where he's
I think he's New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Phew.
But
good, that.
she's going out with him.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, what a good-looking couple, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic
Where's
offspring.
Zion gone?
Don't know.
Where's Zion gone?
Well, he got proved to be a liar, didn't
Down
he?
under.
Saying he was the X Factor, that he lost every match.
He was also chivalrous for a bit. That was his gimmick.
It clearly worked.
Let women go through the door first there. That was his thing.
And all of this discussion is way more interesting than QTV.
But it's like, yeah, the last with the phone, you got QT like with the title and his best Matalan shirt, and you got Aaron Solo pretending he's relevant. And it's he doesn't need any.
He hacked Dave Meltzer's Twitter.
Did he actually?
No, he's taking credit for that.
yeah.
That bloody
yeah.
segment, there's all these insider stuff like, if you're on Twitter 24/7, this is great. I'm like, I hate you.
Like Hobbs alone cutting promos about his book of Hobbs and going, you'll be the next chapter
Yeah.
because I'll smash your face in. That's all you need. Don't need anything else. Let QT just do that on YouTube or something.
It's weird how right. It's weird how Hobbs naturally huge pops for winning the ladder match, and then the match had the pay-per-view, and then the match he was having with with Wardlow.
Mm-hmm.
And then it didn't go. They went, you know what? We'll still stick him heel with this really hot stable we got.
I know that
Such a weird decision.
they're probably justifying it in their own minds as like we're using them to get Hobbs over, but it's actually the other way around. It feels like they're using they're sacrificing Hobbs to get QTV over.
Right. That's the thing.
Weird.
If they were making any for the benefit in him, it would make sense. But it's not as Hobbs needs reboot, and he's like, no, he was really. Do you not hear these pops he was getting?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Weird.
It's just the fact that Hobbs is bigger than the rest of QTV's people combined as a human being, but he still needs Aaron Solo to twat Penta with the belt to get the win.
Oh, Fraser's not a fan of Penta, by the way.
Why?
He's like Penta.
He doesn't. He likes him as a wrestler, but he doesn't like the logic in matches that he stops every 2 seconds to go. Bleh. And Fraser every time he does that as well. He goes bleh, in a mocking way.
This is Fraser who doesn't have a catchphrase. Cultaholic. So you can learn a thing or two from
Has he got
Penta.
a catchphrase? No, he doesn't, does he? Yeah.
I hear Jack.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
That's Fraser's catchphrase there.
No.
But it was a good match. The bump Penta took over the top row from the super kick was sensational.
He's a great
He
wrestler.
flew.
Better than Fraser thinks.
It was a super. I said better than Fraser.
Well, yeah, and also Fraser's been training. He might
It's a strong opinion, Ross.
Fraser
Calm down.
might be like an absolute natural. You never know.
He was the tallest in his class, you know.
Has he told you that?
Yeah.
That's so arrogant. Oh, I'm tall.
Oh, that's his catchphrase. That's right. Thank you. And then Ray Fenix chases them away afterwards with a hammer.
Last week, like the tribal chief, I acknowledged you and pointed out that you actually we pronounce Phoenix wrong and you pronounce Ray Fenix correctly because Excalibur says it and I trust Excalibur's pronunciation. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's all right.
You only did that because of the window. The shop window.
Both of these things can be true. Ricky Starks calls out Juice Robinson. So the juice is loose, comes out the ring, he changes his mind and heads back up the ramp. Starks chases him down, throws him in the ring, but Juice escapes in the crowd. He refuses to fight Starks here in Rubbish, Missouri. He wants to wrestle him in 2 weeks in New York City.
New York City.
Okay, I'm not familiar with him. I know you are, Jack, so you can fill
Juice
this in.
Robinson?
Is Juice Robinson supposed to sound like Rick Boogs?
I didn't realize he was so much of a redneck. That's what I've written down here. Ask and you shall receive,
Well,
bar.
I've seen Juice Robinson. I've seen babyface Juice Robinson when he hypes up his voice and does get a bit bombastic sounding. But I've also seen Juice Robinson in shooting interviews where he's just a normal bloke. So I don't know.
But is this him in Bullet Club?
I
Because
think
he
it's
sounds
just him healing it up a bit.
he sounded daft.
He's trying to be like
wacky.
he's trying to be good brothersy, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but is he supposed to be Bullet Club? Like,
Well, he's supposed
Does that
to be,
not mean
he was
anything now,
wacky anyway when
2023?
he was a face.
Oh,
He's
okay.
always wacky, but now he's mean and wacky.
cool. This did nothing for me.
I don't know if you've watched last week's Dynamite, but there was a
did.
promo that Starks did, which was very telling, I thought. Or was it on Rampage, where he just said something that just seemed like he was shooting on Tony Khan. He went, well, I've had to come back from a holiday just to tell Juice Robinson that I don't like him. Not even a match. I've just got to cut this promo and tell him I don't like him. And Starks said that in his promo, and I was like, Ooh.
I didn't. Oh, you know what? I would usually say, "Oh, you're looking at it too much," but given AEW, yeah, that could.
I think he probably just.
No, Maffew, we know this to be true because Ricky Starks' best friend is Cody Rhodes, right?
That's right.
He went to the Rumble, didn't he? So he's going to be going to the race soon. Yeah,
That's right.
jumping ship.
And I saw some of Ricky Starks' Instagram pictures, and he'll be probably take like CM Punk's posts off Instagram. They'll be gone soon for different reasons.
Why?
He's not a shy lad.
Am I going to see the outline of the root of his?
Dude, you could see what it's
stalk
going to.
of it.
Despite Anna JAS attacking Julia Hart on the outside, Brody King beats Jake Hager in a singles match.
I thought that was the result that was always going to happen after what happened last week with Mr. Garcia, or the previous week.
Is it on his story?
I assume
What,
not.
when he's like washing himself in the.
Where is this?
He was the tallest in his class as well. Yeah, I agree. What were you saying, Ross?
I don't know. I got distracted
Why
by
is
Ricky
he-
Starks' small package.
Why has he not waited until he was completely flaccid before taking that photograph? Clearly, he's on at least a half. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Carry on.
No. Don't let us interrupt.
Brody hitting this finisher, the all seeing eye on a man the size of Hager, very impressive. It was just really good, like back and forth, big hoss thingy. I enjoyed seeing Brody.
Stop it.
Not a hog. Not a hog. I said a hoss.
Sorry, yes.
There's a big difference, isn't there, between a hog and a hoss?
Yeah,
Matthew?
yeah.
But yeah, yeah, Brody getting murdered at the barricades was very effective at the start. I don't know what else you say there.
Yeah.
Just two big sweaty men.
I really like Brody King.
Just two big,
He's fantastic.
sweaty, innocent men. Aye. Backstage, Swerve Strickland acknowledges that Keith Lee took out both of his allies, but now he's found a new affiliate to take Lee and Dustin Rhodes out. And this is apparently a shoot, like everything else in bloody AEW. Apparently, both his lads are in the
got
squad,
injured.
which is, of course, French.
Trench and
The
Parker
other one.
Boudreaux.
Parker Boudreaux, the next Brock Lesnar, some people called him for some reason. Yeah, they're both apparently legit injured.
Yeah, but I saw people on Twitter saying it might be Tech 9, the rapper. I don't know why.
Tech 9,
Yeah.
Worldwide
He
Choppers
was there
himself.
with NY9, number 9 NE, whatever his name is. That
Just,
9
you're just saying a postcode now.
Tech
I think,
9.
I think you say that. Aye.
So he's mates with him.
Yeah, he was cutting the promo with him.
Does he wrestle?
That was Tech 9? Oh, I didn't know.
I don't know, but
We're not cool.
I've written it.
I know who he is. I
I'll
just
be
didn't
honest
realize I
with
was
you,
him in the
I've
background.
just because I was watching it quick, I've written it down like 9, actually, NINE.
Okay. Yeah.
But his name was like NI number 9.
Oh, yeah.
Swerve is friends with that 9 fella.
And then it was the end. They do a thing where they're going hoodies up, and I was going to ask Jack, is that a clue as to who this new affiliate
I
is
don't
going to be
know. I don't know anything about
in
that.
the rap game?
I don't know.
Joel?
Joel, yeah.
Catchphrases
I wish
for-
Tubman was here.
He wouldn't know.
He would know.
Oh yeah, it's PG and Duncan. They're coming next week.
Taya Valkyrie beats Layla Gray with the Road to Valhalla.
Which is her jaded.
Yes, that's right. She's been doing it. Yeah, she's been doing it before she came to AEW. Mark Sterling tries to give her a cease and desist for the move, but gets hit with that as well.
If someone tries to give you a cease and desist, if you physically attack them, it doesn't count. That's
Yeah,
the
have you not
rules.
technically received it, right?
It's different in
It's how you get
America.
out getting a writ.
It's like when Michael Scott declared bankruptcy on The Office. He just shouted, I did whatever it was. I've forgotten off the top of my head
I
now.
declare bankruptcy.
That was it, yeah.
And like, you need there's more to it than that.
That's
No,
how it works,
I declared it. Yeah.
If you just either shout the thing or dodge the thing, you either do it or avoid it. That's how it works in America. Yeah. It was really short, though. Pretty pointless, considering this was an actual match that was built up to with storyline.
Was it really?
What
though?
do you think?
Yeah,
After, do you think that she will beat Jade now?
Nah.
Jade's scared of her. Jade's
Nah,
scared.
Taya beat Layla with that move, so
I'm
she's
putting
surely got a fighting chance against Jade.
I'm putting my Ricky Starks on the table right now.
Whoa, all of hey.
Taya Valkyrie will beat Jade Cargill for the TBS title. I'm telling you now. If you're watching this, if not.
Yeah, the 17 times I've said this about people who were wrestling Jade before.
No, this time I'm sure, yeah.
This time we're sure. The main event, the Acclaim beat the Kingdom. After, God, yeah, they did.
Remember the Kingdom?
Kingdom was
laugh.
still there.
Not Cody's theme tune.
No,
Matt Taven and
No.
Mike Kanellis.
that's right. It's fighting at the bottom, fighting for relegation, isn't it? Swerve Strickland's injured lads, QTV and the bloody Kingdom. After Billy Gunn chases Maria Kanellis away from ringside, Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic approve on commentary because they're trying to sign the Acclaimed.
Yeah, the Kingdom are in a big match over WrestleMania weekend. They're in the, the Mark Briscoe's, he introduced this to get
Reach for the
ladder,
Sky.
the Reach for the Sky ladder match, thank you. They're in that.
Yeah, good for them.
With like the Lucha Bros and loads of other non-Ring of Honor tag teams, which makes me think the Kingdom might win because they're a Ring of Honor tag team.
God, I hope not. So that's a big match, which cannot be anything describe anything on AEW Rampage this week.
I don't know, Maffew, because we saw Billy Gunn scissoring on the apron with his groin in this match. And it's something that I'm glad I saw.
When when Tony's new program drops, if it's more consequential than Rampage, do we just drop Rampage from the podcast?
We need to drop one of them.
Yeah, we do.
I heard early reviews of the All Access thing or whatever, and they said it's even faker than
really?
the WWE Diva show
Not,
they did.
but not that. Sorry, the new.
Saturday night.
God, I forgot there's another one.
Oh, yes.
605.
That's
AEW
right.
Saturday Night Takeaway, that's right. They do Wheel of Fortune and that. Yeah, I will watch
Don't
that.
just watch the ads. Win them. That's on deck.
That's what Tony Khan says.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw, 3 hours of wrestlers telling us they're going to win a WrestleMania. Oh,
It was.
you
It was.
cynic.
I didn't hate the show, but there was a lot of I will win a WrestleMania.
It was proper skippable Raw.
Yeah.
Didn't have to watch it.
Yeah.
The American football teams have that chant. It's like, they say,
I
I
believe
believe that we will
right.
win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
The show begins with Miz TV. You can just switch off now. And special guests Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus. He accuses Becky of calling in backup to fight her battles, and she accuses Miz of having tiny balls.
Still going.
That's just never leaving,
No.
apparently. Damage Guitar interrupt, and Bayley has a big argument with Becky. They all have a big stare down. And I'm glad that they Becky particularly brought up the stuff that Damage Guitar has said, because I'd forgotten so much of it, because it's
What
had
stuff?
so little emphasis. That Bayley accused Becky of not being good enough to be a parent.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you think
right,
that'd be
yeah.
a big thing, or they're doing promos and stuff like, you said this about my kid, so I'm going to chin you. But we've had very little showcasing of it, so I'm glad we had this recap.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the best part. Like Becky Lynch's promo saying Damage Control made her life hell, not be able to take care of a kid.
Yep.
Real life stuff. And then she turned it into like literal Conor McGregor. You'll do nothing. Nothing. You're taking her, you done nothing with it. You, Sky, best in the world, done nothing. Dakota Kai, former women's champion, done nothing. Good promo. Really good
was
She's
promo.
a tug.
That was slightly more Father Ted. I hear it.
She ran away.
I'm done with this sort of thing.
You know, Damage Guitar? I do know. She ran away with a young'un. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Have you seen Conor McGregor
Oliver
recently?
Cromwell.
Looks like a different man. Looks different to me.
Didn't you have to come out and say, like, he's not on the
well,
the
now,
testing?
now I know
I have
that
to watch what I say here. I got
So he turned up at
Juventud Guerrera.
That's
turned
right.
up-
He's a big fan of those cruiserweights.
he was at a UFC event recently, not like to fight. He just was there, just watching it. And yeah, he looked huge. I know that fighters trim right down for when they're at fighting weight, and they walk around heavier than what they would when they've been through a training camp. But he was massive, and I think his face looked different. He's had some sort of, I don't know what he's had done, but he looked like a different man. Yeah.
By the way, this week's podcast curse has just revealed itself.
Oh,
Stephen A. Smith, that man who does the
basketball, yeah.
Today, exclusively on First Take, we will reveal WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 matches. So that'll probably happen as soon as we start.
Wait, what?
It's LA, isn't it?
Why don't they?
Wait, why is Stephen A. Smith revealing it? He hates wrestling.
Because they love mainstream sports media, don't they?
We heard him talk about bloody UFC. Stephen A. Smith had a famous rubbish run to talk about UFC.
It was
and
when he was-
he's all about the soundbite to get himself
Yeah.
over. It's going to
Yeah.
be rubbish.
He's like a shock jock.
But no doubt this will
What's
happen.
the other one called? Him and Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
This will happen as soon as we stop recording today.
Great.
That's all right. When we do the
So funny is that they're always trying to get that mainstream attention that they'll never get. That love they'll only get from
Tell you what,
Bad Bunny.
The one thing WWE have succeeded in is making WrestleMania is bigger than like WWE. Joel.
Yeah.
Oh, Joel. He was on his,
So big it cut
he was
off.
on his phone. He didn't see.
Are you on your phone?
Oh dear, oh dear.
I can't believe
Well, are you typing up that novel still?
You don't listen
It's
to
not
us.
the tennis one Jack's talking about a while ago.
Oh my god. 30-40. You don't
Care
listen
or
to us
listen.
straight for 4 hours every week. Anyway, sorry.
He's on
Richard
Monster
Tubman
Dog.
would never.
No, he wouldn't.
Dan might have. Dan used to bring his iPad in here and just play games, I'm sure.
Did he?
Joe's more sensible. He's on job sites.
Don't say that. Bloody hell.
Mustafa Ali interrupts a Seth Rollins promo backstage interview and tells him to think positive, Ali.
Right.
You get it? 'Cause that's his name.
They sets up a singles match with Seth wins. He cuts a promo afterwards saying he'll beat Logan Paul at WrestleMania. I'm all right with Ali being this dude who just sticks his nose in things and gets absolutely wrecked with that stomp they took from Seth.
Oh, yeah.
Good lad.
But he's just the big body Harvey of the main roster now.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I like how they've created this new gimmick for Ali and then immediately put him in a segment with the guy whose gimmick's based on. So you can
Yeah.
see he's just a slightly worse version than the guy he's ripping off.
Yeah, he wears weird clothes and laughs and
Yeah.
I hadn't. Yeah, you're right.
He's Rollins, but with a Mr. Motivator, DD Positively Page.
It's a Damien
spin.
Sandow
Yeah.
one. You're right. God.
Why?
Oh.
When Ali used to do his really serious stuff, he was really good at the serious, emotional, heavy gravitas stuff. And now he's really silly. I don't understand why.
He's just making people look good.
Yeah, fair.
All got roles to
Guess
pay in
so.
life, I guess.
Yeah.
You getting hit in the face by Logan isn't a bad thing. It's a good
Oh,
thing.
please.
That's what's coming next time.
I like you. You like me. Those were insane.
They were mint when he's doing the yoga.
I didn't like them as a kid. I love them back now.
When they used to pipe in the crowd noise, they were really.
yeah.
There's one on YouTube where it's on Raw and he's doing yoga and he's just like, this lass is doing like, it's 2001. And he's just there with his teeth. That was weird out of context.
Yeah. Pretty Deadly did a similar thing on one of the NXT segments this week where they were like, I love it, and we love you. And they point at the camera. I was like, they like the audience as well.
You grabbed your
Well, I thought
heart.
they were nasty heels, but they like us.
They're not. They're silly British men.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, Rollins' promo after his little match against Ali there was not like the Beetlejuice Rollins that we're getting. It was more like the old. I was thinking maybe that could be like hinting at a loss for him, right? Because Logan, imagine, right? Because Logan's lost all of his matches so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's won every exchange in the build.
Yeah.
So I think
So,
like-
wait. Logan's won his matches? No.
he's lost all
Lost
his
all
matches.
his matches.
You said lost.
Logan's won his
No,
matches.
he hasn't.
Though, hasn't he?
He lost to Roman.
Yeah, he beat
He
Roman.
beat.
He lost.
No, but he beat Miz, right?
Oh, he did.
Oh, he beat The Miz,
did
yeah.
beat the Miz, you're right. Yeah.
And they won the tag match, didn't they? That was the thing.
I thought they lost the tag match. Oh no, yeah, they won. The
Yeah.
Won the right, so he's lost all the matches since the
Thank
tag
you.
match.
Get paid
Since-
attention to wrestling.
Since the tag match.
Because then he beat Miz.
At SummerSlam. He's lost every match. He's lost the one match he's had.
Yeah, the one match
since
he's
the
lost.
matches he won.
He lost in the Rumble. didn't outlast 29 other men, did he?
He's on a 2-match losing streak, right?
You've got to be want to win that one.
So I was like, could this be hinting maybe at a character change for Rollins? I thought was an interest
Because he's more serious.
He's more serious now.
I like him being serious for the serious stuff. That's fine. I like the idea of him stomping Logan Paul, or if he's not there, his creep dad.
Greg.
He was on Raw last week when we were with him, wasn't he?
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, him?
He went 2 people in the building who like me, my dad and the kid with the prime sign.
Oh,
What's his dad a creep for? I know nothing about his dad.
Oh, kissing young lasses.
yeah. Well, I've seen it.
Literally, he kissed young. They were blindfolded. Thought they were going to kiss someone else, but it's my dad.
And he looks like one of the Northern boys as well. So it's all
No, yeah.
You seen that show, MILF Manor?
I've heard of MILF Manor.
Goodness me.
Haven't you got to subscribe to the website? No, I'm joking.
I saw it on. It was on.
Is this real?
It was on Gogglebox last week or 2 weeks
of course
ago.
it was.
And there's a segment on there where it's all the women are like there. They think they're going to meet like younger lads who aren't related to them, but then the lads are their sons. And then
Oh, it's that show.
so then the one of the moms has to put a blindfold on and touch up and down the torso of all the men, and then pick out their own son.
No.
One of the worst things I've ever seen in my
That is
life.
awful, that.
I don't know how we got here, but
I hope they're actors. I hope it's worked. I hope they're not really related.
But the one that they show on Gogglebox, she gets up to the guy before her actual son and she feels it. She's like, "Oh, Jimmy, is that you?" And he's like, "Oh, Mom, it's not. I was the next one."
Oh my god.
It's so bad.
Anyway,
Anyway,
it's disgusting.
How do
When's
we-
it on?
Of the free.
I don't know. I think it's on it might be on Apple TV. I'm not too sure.
Oh, okay, cool. Keep on talking.
I remember Ashton was buzzing for it. She loves
Oh,
MILFs.
what?
She loves MILFs.
Oh.
She's open about this. She loves them. Anyway.
How did we get there?
MILF
Oh yeah,
Manor.
We're talking about Logan Paul, so
Yeah.
we change the
Weird
subject
dad,
quickly.
yeah.
Talking about America and
weird parents in America.
land of the free. Too free. for
Too
that
free,
matter.
exactly. Yeah. Backstage, Baron Corbin complains to Adam Pearce about not having a match at WrestleMania. Then Chelsea Green turns up to say the same thing. Pearce tells her, well, you don't have a partner. But then Sonya Deville arrives. Yay. And he puts them in a qualifying match together for the tag team showcase. And Corbin's like, but Pitt, and then they immediately cut it away.
So the moral is there. He just needs to moan a bit more, and he'll get a WrestleMania match.
It's really good still, the whole Corbin never catching a break. Really good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sadly, it meant that we then got this tag. Oh, let them.
I hope that Carmella's all right, by the way, because she's been replaced fully now in the story with Sonya Deville. No reason. Maybe she's injured. Don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because there was that 1 week when she was like, Carmella's not even showing up, but then she literally hasn't shown up.
Because they made similar gear for each other, didn't they?
That's right. Wow, Lucas paying attention to the story. Almost
Yeah. This is the segment of the week. This
Almost
was
weighs in, literally, ahead of the Mania match with Brock Lesnar. MVP cuts a promo on Brock, who shows up and attacks Omos. He tries to hit him with the scales like Crash Holly, but Omos boots him in the face and Lesnar bails to the outside.
You ran away.
I'm so excited for this matchup now.
Oh, yeah.
Because if Lesnar's going to do what he did on Raw and just like run 100 miles an hour like a little gnat in comparison to Omos, the giant Omos, I'm an Homo sapien now. That's what I am. Ah, you're right. I'm not homophobe.
Watch out. Watch out.
That's the thing, and I can't say it. I'm not going to bother. I'm not a hater of Omos. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna do that for a bit, and then eventually Lesnar gets to pick Omos up and try and throw him about, what a match is going to be.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely excited.
This is like the equivalent of watching Shane versus Undertaker at Hell in a Cell. We're waiting for that one spot, but hopefully it's not going to take 45 minutes to get to it.
Glad that we've got this instead of Lesnar getting insects thrown on him and spooky fire.
I do like the idea of Bray trying to do like, "Oh, are you ready for puppets?" And Brock just nah, in the nah. F5 to one puppet, F5 to the other puppet. Nah, I'm not having any of this, but I don't think that's going to be happening for a while.
How is he going to do it? How is he going to pick up Omos and?
Wow, look at Omos going to the top rope for the first time in his career. Right? Cheers. Bump.
Yeah, but Omos can't get up there.
Of course he can.
Because he can. It'd be easy.
Just step up.
He can probably get. Yeah, maybe. Is he going to have space to like?
Oh,
Do it. How's he going to get the torque? That's what I'm worried about.
He'll have to throw his legs a bit higher so they don't like clip the top rope.
I'm not doubting that.
Just from a bit higher.
I know Lesnar's really strong, but it's going to be. This is why it's a good matchup. I can't picture it.
Tell you what, the only sad bit about this segment was that we didn't get to learn what Brock's weight is, and I hope it's not a Braun Strowman situation. Do you remember that when he was at that convention thing? And the guys came in like, step on the scale, see if you weigh what you say you do. And he's like,
no, I'll sue you. Yeah, I remember that. That reign of terror where it's like, again, like Braun's had a good run of saying nothing on social media for the past few months. Like Charlotte Flair, just keep him away from being a human being.
I felt a little bit bad for Strowman there because that wasn't him putting his foot in it. He was in.
But they're at a weightlifting thing.
I know. But Blow came up with a camera filming him. Like it's, I don't know.
He's a bloody liar.
Yeah,
he's a wrestler. They all lie.
Apparently they wanted this to be a proper UFC-esque weigh-in with towels. Was the quote by a source?
With towels.
Who said this? Who said? How's that going to work?
I can't remember. I don't know who said it, but someone did.
That's complete balls.
Towels.
Literally, it's going to be complete balls because they have to be naked then.
Yeah. I mean,
in the middle of the ring on Raw. Who said that?
Omos must only weigh about 408 pounds because his clothes and boots must weigh 2 pounds.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Nah, it's not. It's void.
Jericho's talking bollocks. All right.
By the way, they don't do the towels every MMA weigh, and they only do it if
it's close, right?
They only do it if it's really close and they need to get under the limit.
Yeah, and Daniel Cormier used to lean on it. It's amazing, that footage. Wow, you've lost 5.
To like stand on his tiptoes a bit, isn't it? Yeah, it's really not on.
Yeah. Everyone's going, are you kidding? Are you watching this? Going, no.
Brock's losing though.
No.
They listed all of his accomplishments on Raw in a big fancy promo package. So it's like, look at all what he's done, but Omos is beaten.
I was on the Wikipedia page for this year's Hall of Fame inductees. They've got like a 2023 WWE Hall of Fame. It was like Great Muta, all of his accolades. Who else was it? Who's it? Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio.
Shaking Stevens himself.
All of his accolades. Stacy Keibler. 1999 Nitro Girl Search winner, 2004 Babe of the Year. I was like, oh, Stacey. I would have sworn she was women's champion, but apparently not. She never won it.
So there was a brief thing, I didn't look at it too much, but I just read the headline like an idiot that said, like, Stacey was offered, hey, do you want the women's title and stuff like that? And she went, no, there's way more deserving people than me. Apparently, that's what people are saying about it.
She was effective as the Duchess of Dudleyville and all that.
Yes, she was.
Do you think they'll induct her? No, they're not around. Devon? No.
Oh, he got banished, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's going to induct Stacey Keibler? Tory?
Test. Can't.
Who's left to induct?
Why I said
Who can induct Stacey then?
what the... who
We'll have to watch the Hall of Fame and find out.
Scottish.
Oh, please, yes.
Scott Steiner.
Steiner, yeah.
Nothing's finer. You know my frick. God.
She gets Sean Stasiak back.
Yeah, Sean Stacey.
And a pram with a fake baby inside of it. The good old days.
Such a great bit.
Who is going to induct? I reckon it'll be Tori Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because she did the way
That would
around,
make
didn't
sense.
she?
That would be nice. And she's in the Hall of Fame herself. So, Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor get promos about how they're going to win their matches at WrestleMania.
More of the same.
Finn Balor, thankfully, getting more of a budget for his promo in terms of the Demon than last week's craply filmed and put together bit where Edge was a head,
Yes.
which greatly amused me and people on Twitter.
That was good.
And this was actually all rightly done, so I couldn't make fun of it.
Now, unlike Lesnar or Omos, sorry, but this is one of the matches that I can't tell who's going to win.
No.
Not at all.
I hope Finn's going to win.
My heart says Finn,
Ed-
but my
it's
head
Edge.
says Edge, though.
I think it'll be Edge just because... apparently he said it was 2023 is his last year in wrestling, but SummerSlam has something to do with like coinciding with around the same time of the year he debuted. So people seem to think he's going to retire then. So I reckon he'll get a win now and retire at SummerSlam with a loss
Okay.
to somebody.
Well, but you can also
Christian.
lose and then
Nah,
lose.
lose to Finn and then go off and a win.
You can't retire on a win. You don't
You
respect
can.
the
Go
business.
on your shield.
Absolutely.
I know that Austin did, and Taker.
Yeah,
won
apart from all
before
these
him.
other wrestlers we're going to list,
Edge has got to lose.
you will when you were spelled back from Cena at
But
SummerSlam.
Edge doesn't lose that often. Actually, he got stacked by Roman Reigns, didn't he? I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, we shouldn't talk about it, should we?
Yeah.
Nah, there was a news bit. It could be a potential massive spoiler.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, we'll leave
Tell
it
me
alone.
off
Yeah.
camera.
Oh, yeah.
The Street Profits team up with Braun Strowman and Ricochet, aka the Baldies, to beat Otis Gable and the Viking Raiders. And Maxine Dupree looks undisappointed in the back. What a lovely little, unexpectedly good match this was. I thought we'd get a bit of a sneak preview, look at the stuff we are going to do. And God, they just started nailing it.
Yeah.
Nailing out the park.
I don't like how the match was just the teams in the match. It's split into two teams, though.
But how will they coexist? It's close to WrestleMania.
Really
They
well,
did, yeah,
actually.
they did, yeah.
There was absolutely no tension whatsoever.
No, they were super friends, in fact, towards the end when Strowman went, "Ah," and Ford jumped over him. That was class.
That was such a good moment. Ricochet doing the wee fall off his mate, and then
You
Ford.
sounded auto-tuned there. We.
I think you'll be proud
All
of
I
it.
do is
Maffew of Botchamania.
Believes in love after
All I
love.
do is win.
Yeah, Ford doing the turning in midair splash a la RVD over Braun.
Really good.
The move of the week, by the way, Joel.
I was going to say it had to be, right?
Oh, baby.
Is this. It's Otis catching Tez off the top rope with the world's strongest slam. Tez does a
That was good.
crossbody. Otis in one motion goes, hoo-ha! Down he goes.
He's not a model, he's a wrestler.
He's a
He's
model.
a very model of a model, Major. wrestler. No, I'm not doing that. Go on.
But no, yeah, Maxine was backstage watching Ortiz jiggle all of his bits while ripping off the shirt. I like how that's still on the back burner until WrestleMania's out the way. Maybe they could do something at WrestleMania.
Oh, I think that might be when it comes to a head. I before this match, I put a monetary bet on WrestleMania. You know, put £5.
Did you really?
Put £5 on the Viking Raiders to win the showcase match.
Okay.
because
What
they
odds?
were like 4-1, 3-1. I was like, oh, I'll make a pretty penny there for my tea that night. And then they lost this match and got pinned. I was like, damn it. The reason was because I think they'll get a title shot, the winners of the match. And I think that Owens and Zayn they'll need heels to go against. But now I'm like, I've just thrown away a £5.
It's good logic, though.
It was until this match.
Well,
now
this is just one match. This was just.
yeah, I guess
This
they
was
could
the
still
showcase
win.
of the mortals.
Yeah,
Showcase
yeah.
of the immortals.
Okay.
It's this weekend.
Showcase of the drunks.
Well, I'll let you know if I
Showcase the people going. All the European tourists going. How much?
I'll let you know if I win my £15. Because
Please let us know. We
and
are
I-
enthralled.
I believe that a group of us watching it on night one will be getting Dominoes in. They're so excited.
And this is going to depend on what you
I
get.
walked into the office the other day, and Fraser and Jack Atkins and them were looking at a Domino's menu on one of their PCs. And I was like, what's this for? They were like, Saturday. We're just so excited now. We're looking at the Domino's menu.
Aw. Good, because sometimes one of the worst things you can do is try and order food when you're hungry. Because like, what are you in the mood for? You're like,
Everything.
Everything. I'm like, I want a Noah's Ark. I want 2 of each. So yeah, it's good to get that idea. That's so good forward thinking like that.
There's going to be quite a posse of us, like Scooter, watching on night one.
Plus, if you can get that pre-ordered, then you have to. Sure, lots of people be watching stuff on Saturday for Domino's.
Aiden had some baffling logic.
Oh, please
We
tell
were
us.
like, oh yeah, what should we order on Saturday? And he was like, what's going to be open? On a Saturday night in Newcastle, everywhere.
When you're starting work at 11 p.m.
Oh yeah.
No, everything's open
Yeah.
then.
Oh,
Oh, right,
saying,
yeah.
yeah, like, that's
Will
perfect
Domino's be
time.
open then, though? Domino's might be shut.
You're gonna get brisket, but you're gonna get decent crap food.
Aiden likes like food from the 50s and that, yeah.
You're like
That's
spam.
the joke, yeah. Corned beef.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I got to find out today via the knowledge of Simpsons memes that Hawaii is really big on spam
Really?
because obviously it's canned, so it's one of these things that's been easy to keep and transport for them.
Fair
so
enough. That's good. No, I like that knowledge.
one uses
Do you want a spam story?
I'd
Yeah.
love a spam story.
I took a can of spam home from the office once and put it on the George Foreman, and it was pleasant.
No.
Was anything left?
Huh?
Did anything come out? He said, hang on. Eating me bloody food. The Bloodline do a Goodfellas parody. The film with me in it from Home Alone. Oh, I remember that one.
That look like Joe Pesci.
It was, you know what? You don't always look like him, but that one week.
I've got the hat somewhere if you'd like me.
No. Sorry, I can imagine you with it.
Okay.
But it was just 1 week where I wasn't just in a good mood. And I went, you look like him. And then everyone
Caught
joined in.
on, yeah. I don't think I do.
No.
Look like the 50-year-old Joe Pesci in that film.
That's great. Goodfellas, which is a film you've seen.
Because you got me it.
Yes, because Jack, do you remember Jack was sick one time?
What?
No one. Oh, I forgot what it was. It was before COVID, wasn't it?
I don't get ill, apparently.
You were off for some reason. and
I'm
you
not.
he was taking time off. Whatever. You went in the office. So I was like, oh, I hope he's all right. So I thought I'd send you this as a gift.
Yes. It was my birthday.
Oh,
I
the
think it was my birthday present, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll know this scene.
Yes, I do. Funny like a clown. To be fair, even though I'd never seen Goodfellas previously, that's a scene. I'd seen 2 bits of Goodfellas, that scene, and the opening shot through the kitchen and everything. It's a good scene, and I think, is this the best one so far?
I'd
of
say
all the
this
parodies?
is easily the best. It's actually gets the characters over. It's actually relevant to the storyline. It's not just, hey, Ms. and Maurice doing Top Gun for like no reason. This worked really well.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Solo got a bit.
Solo got a bit. Even when they're all laughing at the end, Solo's not, which I
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
He's like, you really are a funny guy, and he just completely doesn't do it. And it's like, oh. What do you think, Ross? He wasn't a
Never
film dude?
seen Goodfellas, so I don't know.
Do you know what's happening in this scene or anything about
Not
it?
a clue.
Wow, okay.
Just a very tense scene where
Just got a Blu-ray can lend you.
Joe Pesci's like being. Someone says, "Oh, you're a funny guy," and he goes, he's all laughing, and then he gets all serious, like funny like a clown. And it's
Funny.
all like intimidating.
It's actually like this. Yeah, like, wait, funny? What? You mean funny?
So Heyman would have got
Yeah.
the segment.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Says, well, just the check, get out of here. This guy was asking for WrestleMania tickets last week. So good. Early today, Austin Theory cut a promo in front of all his fans. It was an empty arena. He's going to beat John Cena, etc., etc. If it wasn't for wrestling, Austin Theory would absolutely be that guy posting like fake quotes that he thinks are meaningful over a picture of, Cillian Murphy smoking a tab.
Cillian Murphy.
Killian, man.
Is it?
You're being
You're
silly,
being
man.
silly.
I was trying so hard.
Why?
It's really Cillian Murphy.
Why did they,
Killian, aye.
It's a C, though.
Why did
It's a soft C.
I know, but he's Irish.
it's-
so-
I hate that.
I think of his cousin from Italy. Sicilian man. Yeah.
Hey, man, me.
Why did they do this in front of the MD Arena? Did they think he would get booed too much or something?
It's because they
I
did
think he
it
showed up at the wrong time.
because he's not doing it for the fans. He's doing it for himself. So to represent that, he did it in front of nobody.
Okay.
That was the
Yes.
point of it. I
They're
think.
worried after Cena got to him, he might wet himself in front of the crowd.
It was so basic, so generic. But the main thing we need to talk about is the fact he needs to trim that bloody beard. It doesn't work. It's too straggly. It's not a formation.
Have you said this before about Jay White?
Jay, well,
His beard.
his is just too long.
But it
just
worked
annoys
because
me.
he was a despicable heel. Does
Yeah.
that not work with Austin Theory? Because it just. Oh no,
He just
I
looks like
agree.
a virgin.
Austin Theory is the sort of heel where
You want him to be
he would
pretty.
manicure. Yeah.
He's suddenly this grizzled
not the
35-year-old
Wyatt.
vet. Right.
Austin Wyatt all of a sudden.
Oh, here
He's clearly not white because he's on the show.
Fraser had Busted on in the office the other day because he's excited about Buster coming back as the Hall of
Buster,
Fame,
right.
and it was the song "What I Go to School For." And it's that line which at the time you're like, yeah. And now I was like, I hated the line. I was like, so she may be 33, but that doesn't bother me. I'm like, oh, as if 33 is like a pensioner.
No, but if you're a kid,
They weren't kids though. They were busted. They were like 20. Oh, yeah.
Well, they were at school, so...
Yeah, but they would have been. Yeah, they were saying about when they were.
Yeah,
at school,
you're right. Okay, fair
We're
enough
at
then.
school, we're in our 20s.
In the context of
We're
the
not
song.
mentally developed. We've been held back 10 years. That's what we go to school for.
The song hasn't aged very well in many ways. Like, there's I climb a tree outside her home to make sure that she's alone. It's all a bit.
Well, again, it's that like sense of innocence about it because it's a kid and your first crush or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, if you think if you sing it, them singing it now is like, yeah, okay, all right, you try.
That's just from the perspective of the teacher. That would be
That'd be dodgy.
That'd
Yeah.
be a great.
It's
Song.
one of those self-defense classes for.
in the video, the teacher's like proper into it, like she's flirting back with them and stuff, which I like to think is just their imagination. Hopefully, otherwise it's really bad.
I think you're overthinking.
What I go to school for.
Yes, the busted anthem.
You know that Jonas Brothers did a version of it and made it crap. They made it all about how they fancy a girl in senior class. Oh,
Because it
Oh, that's even worse.
bet it rhymes with arse in that song, does it? Huh?
Yes.
yeah, they don't say the ass bit. They say, "I love a girl from senior class."
Senior cloud.
Instead of the, "I know that she craves me," it's "she is so amazing."
Oh,
I hate the Jonas Brothers, man.
I don't even know who they are really.
I heard of them, but I don't know who. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
but
who-
like I know the name and could play. Oh, they were in South Park one time, right?
You're hot, squirty foam.
That's
yeah.
right. That's all I know about them.
They were Purity Ring Virgin Christian boy band boys, but then realized, oh, we're really good looking and young, and took off the Purity rings. They're like, we're just gonna have all the sex. So yeah. Anyway, carry on. Let's do
just like Austin
What I
Theory.
go to Oh, nicely done, Ross. That's why he's alone. Yeah, because of the mob of MILFs trying to touch you up, going, "Are you my son?
In the
What's your
mire.
son's name? I don't have one." Thank you. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville beat Mia Yim and Candice LeRae to qualify for WrestleMania.
It's
Whoa.
Mitchin, or is it?
No one cares. I'm
Mission Mia Yin.
Why?
Mission Mia Yin.
Why has they done that?
It's like Crazy Mia Yin.
Right,
Just
yeah,
a
yeah.
nickname.
But Corey keeps on just calling him Mitch. It's Mitchin.
because Corey's a git.
Yeah.
I like him though. Corey's been good.
I'm glad the match was short because it was a foregone conclusion before it started.
yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes. Candice is still shaken from that brawl in the front garden.
It's a wonder she was at work, to be
Yeah.
honest
Yeah.
with you. Where was the band? Sorry, where was the child? I forget that people outside Newcastle watch this.
The band.
Where was the band?
Bam. Just sounds like an American just saying the guy who used to be in Jackass. I like the idea you said foregone conclusion. All I thought was like Foghorn Leghorn's cousin. I say, it's really obvious who's winning this match.
Uncle Howdy there as well.
Paul Heyman cuts a long promo backstage about how Solo was going to weaken Cody for his match with Roman.
Yeah, that's basically what he said in so many words, I guess. Yeah.
In the ring, Dominic cuts a promo on Ray, saying he wishes Eddie was his real dad. You said that before, though, hasn't he? People are like, whoa!
know,
I swear he said this loads of times before.
I don't think he has, you know.
I thought he
Did
said
you
it
not?
once. I thought he said it once before.
Swear.
Maybe I got confused. People, this has made everyone on Reddit, by the looks of it, on Twitter, hope that he comes out in a lowrider with,
Oh.
yeah.
I thought they keep the feud
Oh, no,
going.
it was in our comments, sorry, because Ross pitched something similar on the pitches, and the
maybe that's
comments
it
have
then.
all gone,
Ah.
oh my God, it should happen.
That was
yeah.
my pitch.
That was like your actual
Ross is-
pitch.
Right.
Reddit.
I was like,
or
Vic-
Twitter. Who suggested this?
Vicky should come out and then
That was it.
Eddie's music, like Mamacita music, should start playing, but Mammy replace her Mamacita, and then out comes Dom and a lowrider. That was me pitch.
I like that.
Sorry, it wasn't Benny, it was Ross.
Rossett.
Hey.
Oh.
I hope they keep this going. And Dom's like, loses this match, but then the backlash, he's like, yeah, I wish Gecosis was my dad. As opposed to all the class. He calls Ray a disgrace to the Mysterio name and says that at Mania, he'll take ownership of the family legacy. Ray has a match with against Damian Priest, but Dom attacks him for the DQ, of course. Dom and Damian beat Ray down until Legado del Fantasma chased them away, and they get a nice pop like, oh, it's Ray's mates. That was nice, because they get nothing so far.
Prefer them as heels, though.
No, at least they got something to do. Like
That's
this,
true,
innit?
that's
So-
true.
This was Damien's WrestleMania moment. He was wrestling this like it was the grandest stage
It
of
was
them all.
WrestleDamia.
Yeah, WrestleDamia. He did the lariat out of the 619 it made me go ooh. Yeah. Aye.
Yeah, it was good. It was just
So Buster would do in the back of the class.
a lot of things on this show, even the good stuff, was clearly just the build to WrestleMania.
of course.
Yeah.
Backstage, various superstars learn that they're in Friday's Andre the Giant Battle
It's
Royal.
like high school dramas when they look who's been picked for the school play. Like who's
Wait, what, Fridays?
Yeah, it's on Friday.
Yeah, it's not on the
When?
Smacky Down.
SmackDown.
It's on. Oh,
They
yeah.
did that last year as well, didn't they? Or they've
2
pushed-
years in a row now.
I hadn't checked. I just assumed it was part of the.
No,
okay,
the
great.
armbar is on SmackDown.
Yeah, J1 is on SmackDown, and then Madcap was last year's winner on SmackDown. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Who? Elias brags to Rick Boogs that he's certain to win, haha, but then bumps into Dexter Loomis, then Bronson Reed, and finally Bobby Lashley.
The winner of the match, Bobby Lashley.
It's a good segment. Like, gets over
it's
the,
not.
Elias and Boogs. Like, Elias is like, oh, that's really good. I'm really happy for you, Boogs. Yeah, but I'm going
Boogs-
to. Oh, look who else is in the match.
Boogs
Yeah, nice.
slaps him on the back so hard that the next Bison wannabe is going to fit him. But he slaps him on the back so hard, I was like, Jesus, poor
They can take it.
Elias. Wrestlers have sore backs all the time.
Elias is a
famously.
bitch at this point.
He is, yeah.
He's a little bitch.
Yeah.
He's getting bullied by Boogs. But LA Knight's name was on the list. We can't confirm, so he's going to be in the match. So Bobby hopefully won't win, and LA Knight will win. Should have done a pitch for LA Knight. Really,
I feel like LA Knight's not going to win. I'm worried.
I think this match only exists for Solo.
I think this match only exists to get Bobby on.
Oh, is Solo in it
WrestleMania.
as well, is he?
I'm not sure.
Is it the winner gets on WrestleMania somehow? Is it?
I don't know. Nothing
No.
at the moment. Just wins the big trophy.
But then Lashley
This
might
is the
not, yeah.
consolation prize.
Fair enough.
I did like how Elias was calling himself the Lock. He's a lock to win the Battle Royal. Because that's the 2K23 storyline, isn't it? You start off as the character's called the Lock.
Yeah.
Because you are a lock to
But
be a
then you
future
become
superstar.
you become your own thing.
The lock.
You come out of a box like a
Safe,
safe.
yeah, giant
Yeah.
safe.
Like when you
Lock.
start, like the safe's wrapped in chains, and all the chains like burst off, and
I think
it's
you've
like,
got like a padlock around on the chain around your neck. You watching Pachi's been doing his streams of it. Yeah.
No, I've been dying.
Oh yeah.
Gunther beats Dolph Ziggler in a short match
I found that so funny.
before telling Drew McIntyre and Sheamus to take a look at the fate that awaits them at WrestleMania. Good match here from Gunther.
Yeah.
Oh, Ziggler. Oh, yeah, when he took that chop in midair. Oh, yeah,
Oh, is it-
baby.
Yeah.
I was rubbing my thighs in glee at that one.
You like when Kung Fu Panda realizes all the poo he's in, wrestling the main guy at the end.
On a Tuesday
I've never
afternoon in the
seen
office.
Kung Fu
right.
Panda.
All
You
the
haven't
poo's
seen
in.
Kung Fu Panda?
No.
Oh, it's really good. I should remember the name of any of the characters apart from
Jack
Kung Fu
Black?
Panda. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
I like Gunter's no bollocks promo as well.
Yeah.
None of this whimsical language that your edges and your ballas use about demons and all that sort of
Mountains
bollocks.
and
I'm
omnipotence.
just gonna beat you up, aye.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's so good. I'm going to beat you up because I'm a really good wrestler. That's it.
Yeah.
Good and tag. In the main event between Cody and Solo, the Usos are chased away from ringside by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Then Cody, very surprisingly, beats Solo.
It's first loss. First pinfall
First
loss.
loss.
Yeah.
And a stressed Heyman makes a phone call to end the show, obviously getting his order into Domino's before the rest of the wrestlers.
What is that about? Is he calling the tribal chief?
Tribal Chief, yeah.
Who else? Yes.
But if it's a surprise up his sleeve. If yes.
No.
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 I was-
Anyway, lovely stuff here.
Shocked at Solo's tactics. Because surely it was just about injuring Cody.
Yeah, I thought that was it, right?
Just he did a couple of throws on the announce table. Did an impressive Samoan drop on the run, which was had me rubbing my thighs as well. I just thought it was strange they wouldn't like just get a chair and just twat Cody. Got to think about these things as a heel.
I thought that was it, yeah. But-
Just do
Why
that.
don't you drive an ambulance into the side of his truck or whatever Hogan did to the Rock? But you know.
An 18-wheeler into the back of an ambulance.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
It's one of those oldie Samoan ones where it's just using the feet to make the car move like in Flintstones.
Okay.
Maffew,
That sounded oddly racist, didn't it?
Didn't it? Yeah, a little bit.
I missed it.
What?
Sure,
The idea of all the Samoans just using their feet to make the... whatever.
Yeah.
Much more amusing in my head than anything
Like
else.
the
Sorry.
Ant Hill mob, or like the Flintstones. Okay. You know that.
No reaction whatsoever, that's fine.
I was gearing
Please
up,
carry on,
I was
Ross.
gearing up for my mini quiz towards you, Maffew. Because can you name the last person to properly beat Solo Sikoa before Cody? Pinfall or submission?
What, like a tag match?
He told me in the office this week, so I'm not going to partake.
Oh, is this a real thing?
On TV, yeah.
Damn it, I got told this was the first loss.
I on the main roster.
Oh, Braun Breaker.
No.
No? Who else did he wrestle? Jesus.
NXT 2.0, episode 634.
He was supposed to be... we all wanted to win the...
June
title.
of last year.
We all wanted to win the title, wasn't he? And who was the champion at the time?
The match was 12 minutes and 18 seconds long.
Yeah, that really helps. Was it Carmelo?
No.
Bollocks, I don't know.
Grayson Waller. The Waller effect.
Was it singles?
Aye, popcorn to cage match.
Wow. Yeah, no, remember that. Oh, okay.
It's just nice little factoid there.
Thank you
Grayson
for that.
Waller, best wrestler in the world. Johnny Gargano is, you know what?
Yeah.
Buggered.
Small. Oh, right.
Oh,
Uh,
a nerd.
yeah.
Yeah, the biggest mark in the business. Yeah, that's what Grayson Waller said.
That's what Corey Graves says. NXT, Tommy the Turtle voice. Roxanne, you are brave. I love that bit lives on.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's just checking the battery. It's all good. It's all good.
he's only checking
Joel
cameras.
just stood up and checked
Joel
the
Hurt,
camera.
NXT. Oh, all right, cool. You guys can stay. I'm leaving. Action wins the Battle Royal to qualify for the North American title match at Stand and Deliver. He last eliminates former EPL prospect. Oh, yeah, right. Nathan Fraser.
Who, by the way, I totally did not remember how he's really good, actually. Some of the
Right.
bumps he was taking were amazing.
That's Seth Rollins' son you're talking about. there.
Nathan Fraser?
Yeah,
Yeah.
trained him, didn't he?
He's the Dom to Rey Mysterio's Rollins.
He's
El
really
Hijo
good.
de Dal Rollins.
Him and Axiom have got some chemistry after they
certainly
were
do.
comic friends. Also, Quincy Elliott got eliminated within milliseconds.
I wonder
He
why.
blinked.
Yeah,
it was
well.
amazing they even put them on the show. Like,
know.
oh, there.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that? No. Okay. Wesley shakes hands with Axiom afterwards, aka the only person he's had any build-up who was in the Battle Royal up to this match. Before all the other competitors come out for a big old face-off, including Dragon Lee.
Who is... I feel like Wes will retain, but if not him, then I think Dragon Lee will win the belt.
I think Dragon Lee is a lock.
Do you think he's a lock?
A lock.
The Lock.
I don't think we know enough about him yet for him to be North American champion.
Lost lock.
Pretty Deadly said in one. I think I've mentioned all of the Pretty Deadly segments in one bit soon. But
Please do.
They mentioned in one of their segments though that we don't know anything about Dragon Lee. I'm like, we're back to the world doesn't exist outside of WWE, are we?
We need to talk about scripts though.
Oh,
Because his elimination
yeah.
is the stupidest one in any sort of this match type.
What about
since
Eva
Mil-
Luna?
Since Mil Mascaras.
Go on.
1997. Well, he ran into the ropes and then willingly nailed a sick tope on the floor to nobody in a
just
battle
can't-
royal.
He was stuck in his animation. You can't stop that.
He went, no, wrong button.
Exactly.
I thought you were going to talk about his entrance into the match. You see that? Everyone's ready to go in the ring, and just sort of off the side of the frame, he just flies into the ring. And everyone goes, whoa! And the bell rings. He just
didn't even
flew
see
in at
that.
the start. Oh, it was amazing. He was like a cat. There was clearly a trampoline off shot.
I tell you, Charlie was impressive as well. He does this wheelbarrow to Gulak, I think it was, or Axiom. I can't remember. Easy to get them two mixed up. isn't it?
Obviously, yeah, very-
Gulak
very
and
similar
Axiom. But
wrestlers.
he was very good in the match as well. That was, the final stretch was NXT black and gold worthy.
Really was.
I feel like maybe the finish when he super kicked him back into the ring. I thought maybe he was meant to actually fall out, but it worked. It ended up being more unique. I like that. And then he just launched him out anyway. Because I think Fraser at one point lands back in the ring, then says something to him, which is probably just throw me out the other side. Maybe.
And he launched himself, didn't he?
He really flew. Yeah.
The thing he cut, the spot he calls meow.
I could have been in the
Thriker!
The other thing was the former, drawing a blank. What's his name? The guy who dresses all cool, he's got the shades, he's a badass.
Dijak.
Dijak again is like, yeah, I'm so big, and then loses, gets eliminated really easily.
Yeah.
He's got weak fingers, that's why.
He really has. We get the first of several Pretty Deadly hype segments where the boys preview Stand and Deliver, and they're camp and British,
Oh, Kitty. What do you like?
and they are adorable.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give him his full name to put the respect on his name. Kitty Bravery Wilson.
His middle name's Bravery.
some
you
good
were
silly
so
bollocks.
brave, Kitty. Well, it is my middle name. Oh, amazing. It's like every lad I went to school with. No, it's not.
Backstage, Andre Chase thanks Tyler Bate for his help last week. Delightful Hudson doesn't seem impressed.
What? How? I'm confused now. Because isn't this match stipulation solely down to dull?
You lads
Yeah.
missed a hell of a week last week.
I watched it at home.
But
No,
just,
yeah, I didn't
I
miss
wish
it.
you'd been here to give your insight.
But why is he acting all fed up in that when he was the one that made the
We'll
stipulation?
put the school on
Because he
the
doesn't
line.
like Tyler Bate.
Yeah, he thinks he's a
He's totally
charlatan.
enthusiastic about him because he's heard his promos.
So last week I wanted to say this to Tom and Fraser, but they're obviously, and they'll admit they don't regularly watch NXT week on week like we do.
Fraser looks down actively on NXT.
Yeah.
Oh, shocking.
Through
that.
his
So do
nostrils.
we.
Well, he's a tall lad. He has to.
Yeah. So do we, though. We do look down on it. Don't we?
Go on.
No, we don't.
Ironically.
I look straight ahead.
No, he's all in it.
All
He's
right.
deadly
I love
serious.
NXT.
So-
He's worked himself into a shoot. He
Yeah,
likes
yeah.
NXT 2.0.
I'm the offshoot of Pretty Deadly. Deadly serious about NXT.
Wow.
They call it Stockholm Syndrome. What were you saying, Jack?
So last week I felt like we'd missed a segment because there was that whole debate with like the lecture hall and everything. And I was like, where did this come from? Was this agreed the week before? I don't remember any of that being built to. And suddenly the Schism have got students as well. I'm like, when? Or like I thought they were a cult, but with only 4 members because it's 4 roots, 1 tree. But now they've got all these other people with masks on.
Just the birds that sit on the tree for a bit and then fly
They're
away.
like the Dark Order. Now. Oh, yeah. and then you're right. And then Duke was like, we'll put the score on the line. And now he's back to being... It's like it's jumbled up out of order. It's weird.
Because he's wanting this place to be serious. He's wanting Chase
wants
U to
to
be a
win.
serious institution. And then there's Andre Chase going, great, thanks, Tyler Bate. And then Tyler Bate
Yeah.
starts talking about making jam and, the
Yeah, but
lifespan of...
it's just all he does is yoga.
Right.
That's his wackiness. And he's
Duke-
British.
Delightful is just not into
Duke
it.
hates that people love him because he wants the love that Tyler
Yeah.
gets.
Delightful looks like when, if it's Ross, me, and Tom, and Tom's like, "Oh, Street Fighter 2. And I'm like, yeah. That's a look. That Ross is like,
We'll put the podcast on the line. That's what Ross says.
yeah, we'll just go fight triple jump.
So this match is probably the match I'm most looking forward to out of any across WrestleMania week. It's the stakes are huge.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Is what the stakes are.
Things are good butchers.
But is it too obvious that Duke's going to turn on them and cost them the win in the school?
No, because he wants this.
I feel
It's
like
not obvious. He just doesn't. He wants to save them. He doesn't like them.
if Duke proves himself and wins the day, I'll be buzzing for the entirety of WrestleMania weekend.
I have to say, just go on the rest of this bit. Shortly afterwards, Tyler wins a match against Von Wagner.
Oh my God.
Because he's not coming Saturday.
Oh my God.
After Duke.
Just how conclusive that win was. This is CUMTWE. Haha. DAY we're talking about here.
Tyler Bate,
I don't care.
bop and bang.
Do you like? I like Dull's nonchalant assist though for the tope over the top. It was just like,
Just a reluctant high
Yeah.
five afterwards.
Yeah, after Duke reluctantly takes him out, takes out Robson on the outside, and after the match, we get the Tron with it.
Can we
But
never call him dull again, by the way? He doesn't do anything dull these days.
I'll call him delightful.
Oh, he
This
is.
is the man who takes the show seriously saying this.
I just think he's dull.
He's not at all.
Until he proves he's loyal to Chase
all
U, he's always
changed
dull
that
for
week
me.
when he-
Highlight of the night.
It changed that week after Bodie Hayward got let go. Who's going to carry the flag? Burst through the wall. I'll carry the flag, Mr. Chase.
Well, when the old delightful returns, I'll get on board with him.
He was on AEW Dark.
What?
Who?
Bodie, yeah.
As Bodie.
Going pretty much going, yeah, do the whole thing. To no reaction.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a little bit sad.
I think Dull will get rid of Tyler, which will then allow the Schism to win, and then Andre will blame Dull and kick him out.
One thing that makes me have a little shred of hope that Chase U might win is that they've already shown the vignettes that they were surely going to show. This is what the school will look like when we take over. Wouldn't you save that for when you've won? So that makes me think maybe they're not going to win now.
I think this was a metaphor.
They're going to call the detention hall the Andre Chase U detention hall.
Memorial. They're going to kill him.
They're gonna no, they're gonna tell everyone he's dead. He's like, what?
Is The Rock's daughter going to get a win? Is she going to get the pinfall?
What's her first match?
It is, yeah. Oh, Chase U's done for.
They're not.
She's going to hit the people's elbow.
You're falling at this hook, line, sinker. Delightful is
You know,
saving his
it's
energy
really
for the
shown
big game.
Really showing how the business has changed when The Rock used to say things, the most outrageous things in promos, and then his daughter cuts a promo saying, "Take out your pencils, please." I'm like, come on. She's being a lecturer.
She's trying to, but there's just
NXT.
that boy band at the back making all that noise. But I like the fact, I wasn't sure if this was deliberate or not, but the commentators, even though there's all these really obvious segments, neither of them were going, Delightful doesn't seem too happy or appreciative there. He seemed rather bored. And I can't tell if that's because it's like, oh, it's a slow burn, like, I don't know, Randy Savage in 88.
very
or it's
obvious.
because they don't care.
No, it's the very subtle storytelling nature of
Yeah,
NXT
it's
2.0.
subtle.
That's what we appreciate about NXT, the subtleness.
I actually thought the same thing, so I read the official WWE.com preview of this match, and they do mention Duke's kind of uncertainty at the moment. So in kayfabe, it does exist. It has been acknowledged.
No, I wasn't saying it didn't exist. It'd be great. We're gaslighting ourselves here.
But they've mentioned it in the
Yeah, I know.
That confirms it's just Booker and Vic being lazy.
Like, I can understand Booker not caring or paying attention to this, but even Vic is like, who cares?
Well, his best pals in
He
jeopardy.
was worried this week, yeah.
His mind's elsewhere.
Johnny Gargano.
Johnny
Oh, I
Wrestler.
thought Wade Barrett. Kiana James reveals to BJ that she managed to get him a qualifying match against JB for the tag title bout at Stand and Deliver. JB and BJ are happy, but Fallon Henley is angry that she didn't confess her suspicious dalliances to BJ. Dalliances?
I didn't know what to call it because we don't know if it's true or not yet.
I'm sick of
Is that a
Fallon.
word?
Me.
You're sick of Fallon?
Sick of Fallon. Just say it.
You're sick of Fallon.
Just use your own mouth and say it.
No, because I was sick of her until the Sebastian thing started. Because now I'm like, oh, that is dodgy, though. That is dodgy.
But you just got to say it. Just get out there.
Yeah.
And then count and go, oh, no, you're wrong there, Fallon. And then
Sebastian's
BJ.
my... I don't know. What could Sebastian be? Because he put in the thing, thank you for last night and this morning as well.
He'd be the lobster from Little Mermaid.
I've already made that joke.
Oh,
I made it to you. Yeah, then we sang Under the Sea a bit. You remember?
No.
Okay.
Should do it again. Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez
Oh, man, this was a great segment, this.
tells Shawn Michaels that her collapse when she beat the last boss of women's wrestling was caused by a mixture of anxiety and exhaustion. But she still wants to defend her title in a ladder match on Saturday. HBK tries to convince her to vacate the title, but Perez insists because she wants to show that she being influenced to so many people with anxiety. I think she can overcome it and defend the title. And HBK's like, no, I can't. And she's like, please. Like, all right, damn it.
Damn it.
So the build-up for this has been she collapsed due to anxiety or something. So she might be in the match. And then she comes out and goes, please, can I do this? No, it's too dangerous. Please. Oh, okay.
I thought they were going to save this for the match itself.
Yeah, it ruins a big pop.
Is she going to come out? Yeah.
Yeah,
Weird.
I agree.
Also, I think Shawn Michaels is just...
A robot.
The character of Shawn is that he's addicted to vacating titles from his career. He loves it. So he wants her to
titles
do it.
and ladder matches. He can't resist.
Yeah. So he's like, no, great champions always vacate their belts. Come on,
I'm going to throw my
Roxanne.
anxiety through a barbershop window. Oh, okay.
I'd like to get an official count on the amount of times anxiety was said in that segment, because it was every sentence Roxanne said was anxiety was included. But it was the way
really was,
the
like-
way it was shot though. It was actually like a 2K backstage segment on a storyline
Yeah.
with the two cameras.
Yeah.
And Michael's like sort of chained to a board and not moving. Yes, you can be in the
His
match.
mouth's not
From a
moving.
laptop that's not even switched on.
Yeah, it's quite patronizing, isn't it? I suppose. But
I'm not injured. It's just anxiety. Oh, okay.
I know they're trying to make it like she's so young and
Relatable.
inexperienced, but she's also but she's so plucky and brave. But historically, wrestling fans prefer their baby faces to be like cool, not like.
They have to,
That's
they've been
'cause
doing it for a
we're
while,
losers,
haven't they?
man. We're awful losers.
We're not going to relate to
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez. Remember when she first came through? They were like, her whole vignettes were like, I played the 2K games, but now my virtual dreams are going to be a reality. Do you remember that?
I try to forget it, but
Okay,
that's happening,
so she is our creative wrestler. That's who Roxanne Perez is.
yeah, they do this every now and again, do we? Where they're like, we need to have a wrestler that the nerds in the audience can relate to. Let's make them useless.
I know.
You know.
In that story mode in last year's game, didn't they have them like get bullied in the canteen?
Oh,
or
right.
something?
Yeah. The disdain they have for fans.
Wrestling fans.
Oh no, Roxanne Perez going to climb. I hope we don't get like, oh, she's about to climb the ladder and get. Oh no, she anxietied off the ladder. It's going to be horrible.
100% be a bit where she's scared climbing the ladder, but then overcomes it and pulls it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for this show.
Mr. Fuji with the anxiety in Brett's face. Like, it's absolutely going to. And you can see what they're trying, but.
I know.
Yeah. In a quick singles match, Elektra Lopez beats Valentina Feroz.
Yeah, it's a rematch we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Lopez has even the odds.
This was the most shocking match of the week.
What?
'Cause it's all been built on the benefits of cheating. Both lasses have seen the benefits of cheating. Then there was no cheating in this match at all. It was a straight up wrestling match.
Yeah. Yeah, it was,
Yeah. Eddie Thorpe wins his debut NXT match against Miles Bourne.
Oh, he does.
Now,
Eddie Thorpe is the Alpha Wolf, they said here.
So last week was his debut vignette.
He's
Yes.
half DJ and half what? I forgot the other half.
Native American.
half American, half DJ, half Native American, half Wolf.
So there was a bit last week, obviously, where it's all serious and he's around the campfire and it's like I want to represent my native heritage and all that. And I was like, interesting. And then he walks off camera and there's a set of decks. And he starts DJing. And the camera pans up and in the stars it goes, Eddie Thorpe. And he's like, I'm like, what? What happened there?
I must have missed that segment, but that sounds amazing.
No, yeah, the manatees are booking.
I love it.
He's a Native American.
And a DJ. Hell yeah.
I couldn't believe it when I was like, where's he walking to? And in the middle of the desert, there's just a turntable. So I'm like, what?
I don't know how I was obviously like neck deep in COVID, but I missed that. But so I was a bit confused watching this going, the Alpha Wolf. I'm like, all right, he's a DJ. And he's like got a dog collar and stuff on. I'm like, wow, he's really dressed up for this.
Yeah,
this whole gimmick.
lovely earrings on, didn't he?
Yeah. But again, Alpha Wolf is really redundant because that's what the alpha beta stuff comes from wolves.
Oh, does it?
So calling yourself an alpha wolf is like, all right,
Well.
he's a man.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
The crowd died for this one. It really
Died?
did. It really died.
Oh,
Even though they're all plants, they still died.
need watering.
I thought his offense was. I don't know how experienced he is at the wrestling, but everything he did was really basic.
It's called Frederick.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm just going to
He's
check
a
that
named.
now.
He's a named wrestler with a name value-ish. But I sort of yeah. I got to, like,
He was in New Japan.
New
Strong,
Japan,
wasn't he?
yeah.
He's in the LA dojo.
Pass.
He's like the second of the actual wrestlers, and not just athletes.
You are right
signed.
though. I remember my notes that I emailed myself and come through my phone though. I wrote down that the commentary team was very nice in their use of language, going, keeping it simple with the moves.
Yeah, he really did. A neck breaker.
And neck breaker's a finisher. And not even a Rick Rude sexy one.
So I
just
think he's still stuck
DJ
in the,
neck breaker.
I think he's still stuck in the New Japan Young Lions thing where they've got like 4 moves, like a Boston Crab.
Oh, okay.
Do you think he'll just sprint to the ring and play in black trunks? He's he's Carl Fredericks. He is 32 though. He's older than I thought. And he was the winner of the 2019 New Japan Young Lion Cup. So he's their best one.
From a young lion
beat the
to an
lions.
alpha wolf.
Evolved, he's evolved sideways.
Yeah.
It's an interesting gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he
an
leans into it
interesting
more,
moveset.
right? If he leans into it more when he's just like, if the crowd are quiet, he goes, scream for me! NXT, whatever. Shed.
Whistle posse.
Who was it on there?
Shabba.
Who was it on
Oh,
Eurovision?
you're doing like a crap wedding DJ, right? I see.
Who was
I
it
forget
on
what DJs yell.
Eurovision last year who dressed up as something? You'll know.
The Wolves.
Was it the Wolves?
Give that wolf
That's what you
Aber
need.
Nana.
Ah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do.
And he'd give that alpha
Perfect
wolf a
hybrid
banana.
of DJ and Wolf.
Yes.
Because there was like a yeah.
To do that, yeah. Was it Norway?
Can't remember who it was.
Sweden?
He likes 2 different ways of strong style.
What,
Nothing.
wrestling and
Fighting and
I'm coming up with gimmicks that
strong
he
style.
thought.
Do you mean hard style?
Hard
Hard style, yeah. It's hard
yeah,
style.
all right.
Like the
then.
dance music genre, yeah, hard style.
Okay, we need some work.
he bounces to the ounces.
There you go. Like that.
I'm trying to think of a word that rhymes with wolves and I can't.
Face to the face.
This isn't our problem, lads. Let them
Yeah,
sort
you're
it
right,
out.
you're right. Sorry. Fantasy booking Eddie Thorpe, DJ Nightwolf. Does Mark Coffey look like an interior decorator?
Yes.
Gallus are interviewed backstage and say the odds don't matter at Stand and Deliver. They'll find a way to win. Gallus boys on top. Is this their first proper babyface promo where they were un-Scottishing themselves?
Do you remember that one where they outwitted Pretty Deadly by going, "You won't fight us," and then they did, and they beat them up.
Yeah, and crowd didn't know who to react for. 'Cause they didn't realize. And I go, oh, right, you are actually like.
And their faces
guys.
now. All the teams in this match are faces. Actually, they're all faces with an edge. You got Gallus, who are brawling Glaswegian men. You've got the Mafia lads, and then you've got
somehow a face.
the Creeds, who were doing the whole amateur wrestling heel
Okay,
stuff,
yeah.
but now they're face because they're good. They're all faces now.
It'd be interesting crowd reaction on that.
I like the promo because they know they're losing. They're like, we don't care how many teams there are. We'll fight them all. They're losing, aren't they?
No.
They're dropping the titles.
No way.
Gallus can't win and Stand and Deliver.
I disagree.
That's the biggest stage of them all. Stand and Deliver.
This is our WrestleMania.
Gallus aren't winning.
Lads, imagine.
They may stand, but they're not delivering.
Why haven't we gone? Imagine.
What? To see
Not to
Gallus
Mania.
win?
Not to stand and deliver in the morning at
The
11
matinee
a.m.
is where is that?
Back on the flight home after that. We've seen what we came for. Goodbye, Los Angeles.
Just annoying people that are saying when we're winning.
I think that Gallus will win. 100%.
Oh. I think Tony and Stacks
Oh,
have
I
got it.
wish we'd gone, lads.
Because of
Stand and
this.
Deliver.
Yeah, screw WrestleMania. Who cares about
Yeah.
that?
No, not just because of this, for the whole show.
No. Sol Ruckus surprisingly doesn't win the last
Yeah,
chance
what?
qualifier for the ladder match at Stand and Deliver. Instead, it's Indy Hartwell who beats Sol and Ivy Nile in the triple threat. Sol hits that bloody crazy upside
Soul
down
Snatcher.
The Snow
Soul
Snatcher,
Snatcher,
yeah.
thank you. And it's like, wow, that's amazing. Whilst Indy's doing the Dragon Sleeper. And it ends with Indy
A heel win for Indy.
She stole one.
She's finally won a match and it's now. All right.
I must have missed the part where she became like the 2014 Daniel Bryan of the piece. Because that's what she appears to be being booked as at the moment. But she got a heel win here.
Why would you not have Sol Rooker in that?
It's weird.
They must be holding her back for something special in the summer. Obviously, because that's when surfs up, dudes.
That's right.
In the summer.
Yeah.
That's my rationale.
Typically, that's when the surfs come up.
Shocker, bro.
Yeah.
Alba Fire and Isla Dawn give us the spooky vignette.
Can I just mere seconds before this, we had the utter bollocks of like all the lasses appearing who were in the match.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
This
we
was
did.
the worst 5 minutes in NXT history.
Doing their character selection screen.
Is it like, you know, when you watch your gladiators and they go like, in this challenge we'll have whoa.
Yeah.
And they go like before they do the hanging bits. Yeah, this is what this felt like.
It was really bad.
They do this every bloody time.
It's so Shawn Michaels. You can tell it's
yeah.
a Michaels thing.
Anyway, the spooky women are confident of winning the tag belts because Fallon Henley and Cara James aren't on the same page.
Two spirits in turmoil do not deserve to be champions. The internal quarrel of the gullible fools cannot be contained.
And they said...
I hate them, mate.
There's going to be a lot more of this because they are going to win the belts as well, I
They
think.
can't wait for when the titles change hands too.
They've got a good catchphrase, right? It's always darkest before the dawn, because Isla Dawn.
Florence and the Machine.
And,
Shake it up, shake it up.
and where there's
Engine number 9.
and where there's smoke, there's fire.
Oh.
Alba Fire. That's a good
Aye,
promo.
'cause
You
remember when
don't
she-
need any witches.
Remember when she did her crap run-ins when the smoke would come up and then she dashed through it. Oh.
Yeah, you can have
Help
that.
me, help me. Wait a minute, I'll go wait for the smoke to come
There's no
up.
smoke without fire, come on.
You can have that catchphrase and not be witches.
They've got to be witches because I think that's Isla Dawn's thing, isn't it? She's a witch. And
She's a witch.
she tempted Alba Fire into joining her, but now Alba's like, I see Alba's the lead witch now. She's the one who says, I'm in charge here. Like, you know?
I think she's more like the body that Plankton sits in
Okay.
SpongeBob.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Isla
yeah.
Dawn sat in the brain.
Or like
of-
Men in Black.
Yeah.
Like she's Alba's the hulking, the vessel.
I hope they win because one distracts you of a tag team by putting
Wait,
a sheet
does
overhead,
Plankton-
pretend to be a ghost.
Does Plankton sit in her body? Or do you get him around?
The SpongeBob
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, because he's so
I know what you're
small.
talking Yeah, crazy nerd film
Plankton's,
references.
Plankton's a great heel, actually.
He really is. But they're all heels on SpongeBob in a
No,
way.
they're not.
Mr. Krabs is a cannibal.
That's right. It's been established.
Patrick and
Patrick isn't a heel,
SpongeBob.
sorry.
Sandy.
SpongeBob is to Squidward.
Sandy's like Becky Lynch, like she's really plucky.
Yeah. We're getting off the deep end
And
again.
fit.
Sandy? What's happened here? Wait a minute.
We're still recording. Good.
What? Hang on.
We've all thought it.
No,
Drew Gulak beats his former student, Hank the security guard. But only after interference from Charlie Right, hang on. So what were they doing here with this bollocks? I thought Drew Gulak used to be teaching Hank, then Hank lost and he went, what am I doing? I've got Charlie Dempsey
Yeah.
here. He's way better. So then Drew Gulak's taking on Hank, whose full name is the security guard.
No, it's Hank Walker.
Hank Walker, the security guard. And
More like Hank Shooter after this match.
no,
Yeah.
he's firing blanks, mate.
Yeah.
Drew Gulak could only beat Hank after interference from Charlie Dempsey.
Oh, he's a
when the
big boy.
storyline would dictate that Drew Gulak should just beat this guy with his eyes shut.
No,
Yeah.
no, Hank's bigger than Drew.
Oh,
Come on now.
Hank can't let go of the fact that Drew let him go. So Hank still dresses up as Drew and wrestles like Drew wanted him to.
Yeah.
it's sad,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Drew couldn't beat the guy who he trained. It makes no sense.
It does. Deontay Wilder's beaten worse boxers than him all the time because he's just a bigger boy. Hank's a bigger boy.
But Hank's wrestling like a little man.
Actually, yeah, he's not using his power, is he?
apart
Yeah,
from
he's-
his-
you're right, he's wrestling like Drew.
He did a pounce, didn't he?
Pounds.
That's his only big move I think he did.
Yeah,
wish
one
Monty Brown was
like
back.
Billy Robinson, yeah.
Oh yeah, he whacked
Great.
his straps down
Yeah.
and then did a pounce. Ooh,
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't make sense, yeah.
And Charlie Dempsey went, I lost Andre Chase and how it is.
Hang on, I've written down here, Hank with the straps down and the pounce. He can't make his mind up as to what he wants to be. A true hybrid athlete.
Okay. Very good analysis there.
Yeah.
We've been
Well, that's
taking this
analysis.
seriously.
He's a hybrid wrestler, half idiot, half crab.
You think that, you know what, I don't want to talk about this match anymore.
JB and BJ lose their qualifying match against Tony D and Stacks. Afterwards, Fallon wants Kiana to tell BJ the truth, but she kisses him instead.
I'd rather
What
show him.
Shucks.
That's their first kiss. He's never
Last.
kissed. That's his first. That's BJ's first
Oh, yeah,
kiss
ever,
with
right,
anyone.
right.
And
He's never kissed
Fallon
anyone.
still stood there and did nothing.
Tell him. Tell him.
Shout it, man. You've got a microphone,
But
eh?
I get it because she doesn't want him to be hurt, and what's going to hurt him more in the long run? Yes, this is going to hurt him more, but it's hard.
Oh,
It's tricky.
I tell you what though, BJ's fundamentals are sensational.
Well, he's the son of Bobby Cannon.
Exactly, you can tell. And their doomsday device, the Cowboys, is fantastic. JB does a good little, whatever that's called when you get in the swimming pool and put the person there. What's it called? Chicken fight?
Yeah, that thing.
He does a good chicken fight pose. But then JB, off the top rope, does a flying knout, and it's the most devastating move in wrestling. Just flies at them back first somehow.
They're not on the card, are they, JB and BJ now, after we lost this?
Oh, no.
Well, no, I was excited because his dad's Mr. WrestleMania, so he's probably going to turn it on as well.
right.
Yeah.
Did Bull only have one WrestleMania match?
Two.
Two?
It would have been 17 as well, wouldn't he? Right to censor.
Oh, right.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh.
But he stole the show at 2000.
16, yeah.
when Right to Censor Irish whipped Taz so hard that he literally lost all his balance.
He does a one-footed 180 big boot off the top turnbuckle. He does an axe kick that Booker T could only dream of from the top rope. He kicks his legs about 10 times in midair.
It's the second best thing on WrestleMania 2000.
Grab your... Well,
Yeah.
Pippin,
Which
easy
it's,
man.
what's the best thing? The
the
TLC?
ladder match.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but then everything, even the main event is just this slog, which never
Man
ends.
in every corner.
Yeah, they should have stayed there. Booker T was great calling the Demolition Decapitation the Doomsday Device. So he doesn't know old wrestling. He doesn't know new wrestling.
Booker was old wrestling.
He just rambles incoherently. He's my spirit animal.
That's an actual move, is it? What?
What, when you put him like that over the knee, and the other guy comes off.
Oh,
with the-
right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Not
thought-
the flying knob.
He
No.
called that the Doomsday Device.
He called that, yeah, Doomsday Device.
No,
Like,
Booker.
no. Famously, are we getting rid of so much demolition stuff that we're now changing the names of the movies? That's Demolition Device.
I think I
Doomsday-
heard,
bollocks.
was it, I think I was listening to Nash and kayfabe commentaries, bloke.
Sean.
Yeah, Sean. Sleazy Sean. I really don't like him.
Why not?
He really is a salacious man.
Salacious.
Not salacious, that implies that he's a pervert.
He's an actor.
Yes.
He's like Just Joe, stirring up the... He'll talk bad about he'll be one wrestler's best mate to his face, then go and laugh about him with Kev. Oh, yeah, this is my interview with RVD. I thought he was a bit weird. Shut up, Sean.
No, he's.
Anyway, I think at one point they both like, why are Demolition not in the Hall of Fame? And I was like, I think I know why.
Yeah, the
Try to sue the
famous
company.
lawsuit, which
Yeah.
is ended very. What's
Maybe-
the word for we don't like you?
Maybe the point acrimonious.
Thank you.
Maybe the point they're making is like they should be in anyway, regardless of that, because they're Demolition.
Well, it's easier said than done, isn't it? But
You know it will be in the Hall of Fame one day.
Go on.
The bada bing, bada boom.
The Dan Heppel. Do you remember the summer party in the caravan when we all got COVID?
how could I forget?
On night 2 or day 2, we carried on beving, right? And Dan started trying to establish a catchphrase for himself, including bada bing, bada boom, bazooka, Zimbabwe. Just words like that, yeah. It was weird.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was quite weird.
It was great.
Crack time. But the finishing move of Tony and Stacks, the bada bing, bada boom, is a beautiful move.
Is it actually called the bada bing, bada boom?
That's what they call it in commentary.
That'll be
hell.
loving it.
Vic just shouted, bada bing, bada boom, when they made the contact on the mat. Lovely
his
flap
bloody
I hope
gesture.
that becomes the official name for him. Also, big ups to Booker T yelling "shucky ducky quack quack"
When the kiss
When the
happened.
kiss happened.
He didn't shout it like normal. He was a different cadence. He went, shucky, ducky, quack.
It's the sexy duck.
Yeah.
Security surround the ring for Grayson Waller's contract signing, but sadly the crowd have to wait until they leave.
What?
I had it written down in my head. I knew it would bugger it up. So, it doesn't matter. We cut to promo and calls Gargano the biggest mark in the business. He says that attacking Johnny after his farewell speech helped put Waller on the map. Gargano's music hits, but it's the crap new one. And he's disguised as the cameraman. He attacks Grayson, and they're held apart by security to close the show. Grayson Waller didn't actually sign that contract for the no holds barred undisputed.
didn't, you're
I'm
right.
literally telling this.
Johnny's going to get screwed.
So it's gonna be great if the match begins and Gargano go, oh yeah, and hits him with a stick, is immediately disqualified.
Mate, that would be fantastic.
They've got to do that now.
Yeah.
Please.
Is that...
That's the main event. After 10 seconds, he hits him. Goes, why's the bell ringing? He goes, it's never
Would
signed.
fans get annoyed?
Good. It's WrestleMania in a few hours after that.
Yeah,
Go
go and have some lunch.
Yeah, shut up. Go buy some merch and shut up.
Oh, well.
I don't know what to say. When was Shawn Michaels a secret cameraman like that?
He's been a security guard. He had the visor, didn't he, that time? When Patterson and Briscoe were the other two.
I don't remember that, but okay.
Michaels is on the Tron, talking to himself because he's one of the security guards in the ring. And Sean goes, security guard number 1, reveal yourself. And it's Patterson. Then it's Briscoe. And it's like, I'm the handsome security guard in the middle. Reveal yourself. And he starts like, and it's Sean. And I'm like, how did that whole promo work? Because Sean's on the Tron, but it's pre-recorded because he's in the ring, cutting a promo on Shane and the corporation. And at one point, Shane interrupts him and he stops. I'm like, how did he know that Shane would interrupt them?
It's good acting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good, that.
Not like when Floyd and Big Show are there. Be a satellite, whatever. Anyway, let's go on to the highlight of... Oh, never mind. AEW Dynamite.
What do you mean?
Bebe versus Bebe.
Jericho shouts Bebe, Cole shouts Bebe. It's the battle of the Bebes.
Oh, he does shout that.
Jericho
right?
used to...
Yeah, come on, Bebe.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy wins the opening match against Matt Hardy after Hook takes care of Ethan Page on the outside. Very okay match. And then MJF arrives after the match and calls Jungle Boy's career mid, but admits that he's a hard worker. He just hasn't seen it rewarded with love from the fans or any substantial TV time.
That's true as well.
It was true,
It was, yeah, a lot of truth given to him, which sucks when someone's calling you out like that and saying all these things. I like MJF saying, says right here, after the match 2 years ago, he gave Jungle Boy advice to stop being such a nice guy and ditch his friends so he can fulfill his potential. But nothing's changed. Jungle Boy says he wishes he was as ruthless as MJF, but he's not who he is. He's going to reach the top his own way, and then unlike MJF, he won't hate who he sees in the mirror every day. MJF makes it reference to Anna Jay, and Jungle Boy attacks, and MJF bravely runs away.
So MJF's clever because a common trope of his feuds is here's some information here's a conversation we had years ago that no one knows about, and I'm going to bring it to the fore now. Because people love
Bring
gossip.
it to the floor.
Yeah. People love gossip, and I think that everyone went, "Oh, what's this
They
conversation?"
certainly do in AEW, you're right.
Just in wrestling. And I think whenever he brings up one of these, Regal emailed me years ago and stuff, everyone kind of goes, "Oh, I'm interested now." So I liked this. This was one of my favorite MJF promos in a while, I think.
I liked... So go on.
So I was just shocked that we saw one of the biggest heel turns in wrestling history last week. We didn't realise when Jungle Boy interfered in the Rebar Mitzvah. A very Kanye move. MJF called it. Didn't even realise at the time, did we?
We're 2 for 2 on the Kanye
Maybe that's why it was in my head. Yeah.
It was good how what he was saying was right, and it wasn't just like the low hanging fruit. Just let's say it because it's shocking.
Yeah.
Everything made sense that he was saying.
The Anna J bit was like it's the personal bit, but it was to spark the brawl, wasn't it? Yeah. So I think that's fine.
And I like, again, even more of it's the weekly bit of, you worked hard on the card to get your position and the blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, fine. But at least it made sense because it's like, yeah, if you had been mean, been a dick, hadn't trusted Marco's stunted growth, I think he called him, an evil Christian, and Archie Luchasaurus, who was not mentioned, but also did turn on him because that bloody lawsuit won't go away. AEW and their lawsuits, what are they like?
They called him a different name, didn't they? Dino something.
Oh, did he?
Dweeb, he calls him something like that, doesn't he?
Oh, I thought it was Christian.
I tell you what, though,
He's old.
Matt Hardy in that match before was moving like it was 2016.
I thought you were going to go. You said
Beautiful.
2000. I was like, where's he going to, how far is he going to go in the
I know
the
you planned that in
century?
your head before you said like this is going to go well.
It was how he was good in the match. I was just shocked that the commentators were painting a sort of different story to apparently, because I've not been watching, I must admit, what's been happening on Dark and Dark Elevation. So apparently this stable's been doing good things and getting popular receptions. Have been what like
It's one of these wacky things where Hardy Boy's theme plays. It goes, yay, and the Page goes, no, cut that off.
I thought they got to a point where they were like proper friends now in a proper stable, but now the commentators like Page is just distracting Hardy.
I think that Matt has become more sympathetic. There's that training montage with Stody Hathaway where they were all on the same page.
What a great match that was last week.
It was good.
Yeah, they are kind of together, but then that's the shtick they do on AEW Dark, so it kind of works, I think.
A good opening to the show, I thought.
It was a solid one. Kenny Omega's in the trainer's room ahead of his match against Jeff Cobb.
With who, Maffew? He's got a new nickname now.
Don Carlos.
No, the other person. L Scoops himself.
Oh, Marvez.
Marvez.
He's got a nickname now.
What was his nickname?
Excalibur called him L Scoops.
That's brilliant.
He's
that.
L Scoops.
Yes.
Do you remember when he
Spanish
was?
for the Scoops.
Do you remember when he was L Scoops in lockdown? What a great time that was to be a wrestling
From behind the
fan.
production truck when Kenny had just won the belt.
On the golf course.
Using his magic powers
Kenny's
to interview
garden.
wrestlers.
Kenny's garden.
He must. There's the Marvez verse though, because he's only ever in Kenny's storylines. He must be Kenny's mate.
He's a mate of Kenny.
That is bizarre, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don Callis apologizes for the misunderstanding with Hangman Page last week and wants to make things right. He rushes off, but Kenny wishes he could just stay out of it.
It was
Stop
good.
it, Don.
So do we all.
Because we were, me sat at home was a bit like, oh, what's he trying to dive on the floor for? When clearly Hangman's coming back into the fold sort of thing. But it was like Kenny was like, sorry, yes, Hangman's punched Don before, so that's why Kenny believed that Don was punched again.
But then in between the 2 episodes, everyone went, they could watch the show back and see this misunderstanding. So I feel like this was like the writers trying to combat that criticism and say, oh, we knew we could watch it back. It was weird.
Yeah, I agree. We got a video package of Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic taking the Acclaimed on a lovely night out to try and convince them to join the Jericho Appreciation Society. The Acclaimed tell them they'll make the decision next week.
It's gonna be. I feel like it's a ruse, and they're not gonna join the JAS.
The JS looked really upset that they didn't put out. Spent a lot of money on them, man.
Yeah.
It looked like a good night out, like
Oh yeah.
in the empty arena, ice hockey match.
It was just off camera, Ross. Just off camera. Moxley, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta. I was cracking myself up with this one. Dalton Castle and the boys. They got a lovely entrance. Oh, it's them with Not Queen music playing. Awesome, yay. They just get battered during the entrance. They're taken on the outside. They're isolated. Claudio pins them in less than a minute. I'd be like, oh, I was looking forward to that. I went, good. What a great way to get them sorted out. And because, like, how can we have these guys booed if they're, like, really liked? Don't have them do cool moves. No, have them batter people really quickly so I don't get to see them. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then backstage, Callis interrupts a Hangman interview and apologizes for last week. Before they can shake hands, Page is beaten down by the Blackpool Combat Club. Moxley attacks Don as well, and I guess because Moxley's there, Don bleeds.
Apparently, he
No, it was
legitimately
real,
cut his head
yeah.
open. Yeah. Apparently, this was real. It's been reported.
It was real. It was
He hit his head on the floor or something. Yeah.
Oh, because it was quick.
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Terrifyingly quick.
Yeah. All right, and then
So the elite, well, whatever. Is this the super elite now? Well, when Hangman gets in, what's it called?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it was super elite with the Good Brothers. It's
no,
the
I
elite.
thought the elite was just that's Omega and Punk. Well, Omega and the Bucks. You can tell I'm hungry. So is it? Who is? Oh, there is the super elite, isn't there?
That's
I
what
don't know.
That's what Gallows and Anderson, isn't it?
Who's Mount Rushmore? That's Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it's Kevin Owens,
Bucks. Oh.
the Bucks, and Cole.
Oh, right. Oh.
Anyway, moving on.
It doesn't matter, does it?
Despite being stop it. Despite being told about the attack on Hangman and Callis, Omega still manages to beat Jeff Cobb with the one-winged angel. Oh, it was a nice little
match.
Yeah.
Good to see Cobb.
I was shocked he won.
Oh.
That bit
really?
before the entrances where
Marvez
tries to interview him, didn't he? He's like, no.
Yeah.
He's trying to concentrate. But
Good journalism again.
That
From,
fantastic acting from Kenny.
good journalism again from Mr. Scoops, though.
L
He
Scoops.
just wants the scoops.
He's writing down, Kenny appears conflicted for the match. How does he do it, Hell Scoops? Yeah, that was a nice match because Jeff Cobb just beat him down, but then Kenny eventually able to do,
It's
come on,
an
Maffew, get
impressive-
through this, we're near the end. Hitting the one-winged angel.
It's an impressive one-winged angel.
It really
On a
is.
man of Cobb's size.
built it well with the fakey. The
That's-
fakey one beforehand.
That's the monster of Lucha Underground, that. Matanza Cueto.
Oh, God, he was that one.
He was Matanza, yeah.
Did he do his running brainbuster back then? Because that was an ooh for me.
I honestly can't remember. It feels like Lucha Underground was like a dream. Like I can't remember it very well.
What a maneuver.
Yeah, it was great.
The BCC arrive again to attack Kenny after the match, but then Bryan Danielson, what are you doing here? Rushes out to call off his stable mates and like, oh, that's nice because he said he was going back home to recover, think about what he's going to be doing with himself. This is what we... Omega turns his back and Danielson gets in the position. The crowd instantly goes, no! As he gets ready, hits that knee. And then the rest of the BCC join him and beating him down. They fight off Brandon Cutler. How? And security. And Brian tells Kenny that he's everything wrong with wrestling.
You're everything wrong with wrestling.
As he stretches him with the bell lock, then holds one hand on his nose and face, flexes with the other, while Wheeler Yuta does a push-up in front of him. I'm like, yes! Oh my God. Good. What a lovely segment this
I'm really
was.
excited for heel Bryan Danielson again. Everyone's going to get their heads kicked in, Maffew.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought it was set up really well because you're thinking, oh, the BCC have turned into dicks while Danielson's been gone. So you're thinking maybe he's going to come back and set them right and tell them what for. But no, he turns into a dick as well. And now I guess they're called the Blackpool Cornet Club.
Because they hate Kenny
Kenny's
Omega.
everything wrong with wrestling.
Oh. Do you know what's on the AEW trailer they put for the All Access show that they ended it with someone going, thank you, F you, bye.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, Do you know that's famously Cornette's bit?
MJF, I think MJF does that because of how famous it is with Cornette. I've definitely heard MJF say it before.
The Ass Boys go promo on FDR.
I've never seen such disgust in your face in my life.
Do you get it? No, shut up. Just
Wait,
do
are
your
you
thing.
hating Cornette or MJF's
No,
use of
it's just
Cornette's
like
thing? Or
because
both?
but bloody QT Marshall putting all those little things about the stuff that happened on Twitter with certain journalists and stuff like that, and he like just remember that bloke. How about you focus on your own product?
Yeah.
You're just salty because Excalibur's never started a show by going, if you like.
He hasn't. Fataz might.
There's been signs of cartoon Taz.
Yeah,
Isn't
it great?
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, it's good.
It's great.
Sometimes I feel bad because you compare him to an Oompa Loompa every time, but you know.
That's just part of the scenery now. Anyway. The Ass Boys could have promo on FTR, I love you, Taz, saying that they won the tag belts far quicker than FTR did and also have as many title reigns as they do. I thought it was nice.
Still good heels, aren't they?
They played Dax and Cash politic to get his title shot.
Ooh, sounded like a similar comment to when Hangman said workers' rights. Like, no, never mind.
FTR used to be their heroes, but then the two teams met and now they hate them. It's an opinion shared by other people in AEW apparently. And Ass Boys again got a good promo where they went, well, so it's you either win the belts or you retire. Well, at least the catchphrase will make sense, won't it? Top guys out.
Yeah.
They're great.
They are.
They're doing heels really well in this episode.
They sounded like baby faces where like we've been here every week and you've been pouting at home like a couple of whatevers.
Yeah.
It's like,
But people like it when they pout at home.
Yeah.
Apparently. It's part of FTR's charm, I guess.
it's good how it's being twisted. The nipples are being tweaked.
I find it's hard to have an opinion. I think that FTR, their gripe is that they hate not being portrayed as the best and strongest tag team ever. But I can't disagree with it. I think they should be booked as the best and strongest tag team ever. So I don't know. It's hard.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I love that we're back to the era of egos in wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
This is what it used to be like before WWE went, we're having none of that. You either do it or you're fired.
No, this
Oh,
is
no,
what-
you're not fired. After 2 months of being Shorty McNoballs or whatever gimmick we're trying to give you, then good luck on the indies. Then it's like, all right, we'll do whatever you say. Now that I run AEW with the egos between the Elite and Punk and FTR and Jericho, it's great.
Yeah, Tony
Nothing
Khan.
but drama, nothing but clicks for the news sites. Yes.
Tony Khan has saved the industry
Thank you. This is what wrestling used
by
to be
by
like.
being not a firm enough boss.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy is attacked by the Butcher and the Blade before his title defense. Referees eject the Blade and then Cassidy faces the Butcher. Midway through the match, the Blade returns and attacks
That's a
Cassidy with a
DQ. He's been
crowbar.
ejected. He's back.
But the best friends saved the day and Cassidy retained the belt. I like the bit in commentary when Excalibur points out that as a butcher, he has no experience with fruit.
Very good. Very good. Yes.
What about with a slice of orange on a bit of pineapple on some gammon?
You have to go to the bloke next door, mate. Sorry, can't help you.
I thought the Butcher looked the part in this match.
It does, doesn't
It's a simple offense that he's got, but it all looks like it hurts. And then he whaps out a flamboyant little backbreaker, and it looks like it hurts even more.
I think the Butcher's one of your favourite wrestlers.
Right, he is.
Fair enough.
I love the Butcher.
He's
I
one of those
like
guys.
his
He's
head.
definitely in our boy stable. Things easy to say because he's not got a chance to win any bloody titles in AEW at this rate.
If I had a regional territory, I would make him my heel champion.
Very good.
I would have him wrestle with the monocle.
But is
He's
orange?
the champion of Northumberland, Morpeth Pro. Yeah, fair enough. A lot of costs to get him over.
To celebrate the bombing of Shazam, Fury of Gods, we've got another title belt this week, just for the Butcher. It's not done well, Shazam.
Not.
Oh no.
Fraser will be sad. He loves,
The Rock will be even sadder.
He loves soupy heroes, him, Fraser. Oh, God.
Smart Mark Sterling and Jade Cargill reveal that if Taya Valkyrie uses her version of Jade on Friday, they'll sue her.
Right. Now he's got the cease and desist locked in.
That's right. It'd be a promo. That's how it works.
Like in The Office, like Michael Scott.
That's right. We also got a promo from Juice Robinson, who hypes his match against
Yeah,
Action
what
Andretti
is your
and says it'll be a fraction of the ass kicking he's going to give Ricky Starks. Because you know what? I don't really know Juice Robinson, so this is all I've seen of him since the last time he was in AEW.
He was a great, organic, natural, enthusiastic babyface in New Japan. So obviously he's now a Bullet Club heel.
He's just Timmy Mallet. I'm supposed to be like,
What?
take this guy seriously.
Timmy Mallet?
I'll whack you every day. I'll whack a day, Ricky Starks. Woo! I'm like, wow, this is the legendary Juice Robinson. I've been at so much
now we
about,
have
is to
to refer to him as Timmy Mallet all the time, don't we?
Yes.
I do find it, because even like, made no bones, I'm not the biggest New Japan fan there is. But even I was seeing the promos he was cutting when he was a babyface in New Japan, going, wow, he's like properly organically making himself a thing.
And they loved him over there because all the
organic juice, I like it.
all the faces in New Japan are either well-established characters who've already got their own stuff, or young lions who are just plucky underdogs. There was no like I'm just a big bombastic American. And they loved that, and it worked over there. And here, he's just a weird heel.
Yeah.
It's a
Especially
shame.
when Ricky Stark's like, hi, I'm the coolest guy ever. Look at my dick. And then Juice Someone's like, I'm going to sort you out, mate. I'm like, okay, right, cool. Ruby Soho beats Willow Nightingale after interference from her stablemates and a rope-assisted pinfall that gets. The Outcasts try to Pillmanize Willow's leg after the match, but Rio and Sky Blue try to make the save.
Really similar to a segment last week, like almost identical.
Almost step for step.
Yeah.
Rio's done that running at least 3 times. now.
Yeah.
Yes. It doesn't work, but returning Jamie Hayter clears the ring. Yay.
Yeah.
Willow Nightingale shouldn't be at this level of losing a
Nah.
random match.
She should
But
be
I guess
winning.
in the overall scheme of things, she's like the Butcher. She's got to make everybody else look good.
It should have been her who beat Jade Cargill, but it's going to be Taya. in my
It should be Willow.
opinion. It should be Willow, yeah.
I agree.
But
She
she's
is-
already lost like twice against her, I
Yeah.
think.
Strong AF.
Yeah.
Her
It would be-
spine buster, a DVD, her pounce into the ropes.
It would be a great,
People like her.
simple heel versus face feud, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they've gone for Taya.
Well
Well.
now. That's that ruined. I'll just be thinking about Willow when Ty's
It should have been Willow, yeah, it should have been. Although some people are saying it was one of you guys said it. It might be Chris Statlander when she gets back from injury.
I think that's the common denominator for
I'd like
everybody.
that. Yeah,
Not like that. I got as much as the main event. Adam Cole making his return match against Daniel Garcia and his first match since Forbidden Door last year.
wow.
Which is a crazy thing, wasn't
It's
it?
nice to see him back because it sounded like he had a bad time with his
Oh,
injury.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounded like, oh, he's had an injury, and then he was gone for like ages. Like, hang on, what
And
type of injury we bloody had?
They booked it perfectly because one of the first moves that he did was a pile driver, and Cole was selling it like it was real. The perfect start, I thought. So-
Scary, though.
It
Just
was,
some
all, it, was
time
all,
for that ad break.
it was all about like head injuries and stuff, wasn't it? Like dizziness and nausea and
Oh,
stuff
no,
like
he's
that.
got a case of the anxiety. Oh, he's had that ladder match then, bloody hell.
I'd like Taz also comparing the feeling of whatever Cole's going through to getting concrete injections into the legs.
Oh.
Your legs feel like they've got concrete in them.
Wow.
Can't move them.
I like when Taz gives insight like that. Yeah.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
That was a really good simile.
I think Taz might be the best.
Like a similar.
Is he the best color commentator in wrestling, Taz? Probably.
Absolutely.
He's really good.
It's him or Excalibur.
Well, Excalibur's play by play.
Play by play now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's taking Jim Ross's cowboy hat.
Yeah.
You're like, I sometimes forget that they actually do proper commentary. I'm like, oh yeah, right, they are serious.
Yeah, not just
Tony's-
whipping.
Shivani's got no role. I wish.
Oh no, I think
I
he's,
like him
he
though.
works.
I like him there.
It's the thing he says the most every single week is good point, Taz. That's what he's there for.
Money well spent.
And then it was weird though because they did the first pile driver, which Cole sold like death. Then he did a trapped armed pile driver, and Cole was straight back up.
Yeah, not as effective.
He hurt him so much, went around the other side. He's actually all right now.
What did we think of the streamers when he won?
I think they're on the road to potentially making them the 2023 version of 2019 Becky Lynch and Rollins.
Right.
Do you remember when they made the real life relationship part of the storyline? Everyone started resenting them a little bit more.
Oh yeah, because Britt came out to celebrate with him.
Yeah, I hope they don't.
Oh,
lose
you mean Brett from the streamers?
Him and the streamers.
I love you, streamers.
I was like, oh, look at the real life
No, there's no
relationship.
chemistry between him and the streamers. He's like, oh.
It's fake, you know.
I just hope they don't lose their edge as performers.
I get you.
Not their Copeland, their actual
Yeah.
edge as performers. Because you know what wrestling fans are like? We hate seeing people being happy.
Yes, we do.
We were there when Cena proposed to
Say no.
We weren't doing that. We were like,
No.
oh, yes, how lovely.
Nikki. Yeah.
We were. Jericho comes out to help Garcia to the back and is clearly itching to feud with Cole. I can't wait to pin that up and comer.
This movie villain, like a scowl. So good.
It's like, the crowd developed this nicely as well because they kept the whole like you're a wrestler thing alive.
Oh yeah,
chant.
Garcia. Yeah.
So that'll play well into Jericho.
Loved
and
that
Cole
last
as well.
week when he was like, "I'm one of the best wrestlers." It was great.
What's entertainers?
And he was trying to, I think, break away from Jericho as they were walking up the ramp, all annoyed. And Jericho was like, "No, come on, it's good."
Give your mum a kiss.
I think that
Just because your mates are here. Come on.
Twitter exploded after this, saying, "Oh
really?
no, Jericho's latched himself onto Adam Cole because he's hot and back. He's all back, and everyone's excited. Getting a feud with Jericho. Cool off now." But I think sometimes Jericho's less hit and miss. There's more hits than misses nowadays. He's
The last
improved.
year and a bit, it's like Jericho's discovered the Twitter or whatever and seen the reactions that people have about
I should
him.
lose
And then people
some-
realize, they know I'm Meltzer's source for like everything, especially all that stuff about me. I can turn them to like me.
Yeah.
So losing to Ricky Starks and getting himself in a great shape.
Twice.
Didn't have surgery. Definitely didn't. How dare you say that?
What?
And all this other
He got
stuff.
ill, didn't he, man?
Yes.
Come on now,
He went and
Matthew.
saw a doctor.
Come on now, Matthew.
I've just seen what
What
people
are
have
you-
said
what are
online.
you- what are you
I've
I've seen what
suggesting?
people have said. People are accusing a certain Jericho.
Jericho's been an athlete for like 30 years. He knows how to get in shape.
Yes, he does.
He had a primary pneumonism on his lungs, right?
That's right.
I'm Dr. Nick.
He's clearly... surely he's clearly...
I'm not saying it. I'm
He's-
saying other people are saying
But
it.
not just...
I have no proof.
Not just that he's in better shape. Like, he clearly has toned down. Like, he's not as bloated. Like, he doesn't look... He looks like he's been off the bubbly a bit more, I'd suggest.
I'm
maybe.
all for improvement.
Yeah.
What are people suggesting? Like, what sort of surgery?
Like, isn't like liposuction?
That's what people have
Really?
speculated.
I've not seen that.
Liposuction?
Wow.
You're not seeing that?
No.
No.
Maybe he just got rid of it all, which is
Maybe.
very good for him.
That just makes me think of Dirty Sanchez liposuction. Who was it that
What a
has it?
great bit! Wow, well, that was the week of no.
What?
A bit where not a bit where he gets liposuction stuff. He drinks it.
Oh, does he? Oh.
Again,
That's what I mean,
I
that's
fell
all.
for it. Fell for it. Why do you do that to me, Ross? Thank you very much. Week of Wrestling. Next bit. Bye.
Does he? For those wondering what that is, it's our Jackass. It's our version of Jackass.
the Welsh
we're not
Jackass.
we're not talking about the actual Urban Dictionary act.
Yeah, that's their collective.
That's somehow not the most disgusting bit of that sentence.
Yeah.
That's their stable name. And one of the lads, while
I need to wait. I'm going to try it.
Shut
Yeah.
up, Ross.
they had liposuction while they were awake. Where's everybody going? I guess we'll move on then, will we?
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
Let's have a look in the mailbag. Bonjour, mi hermanos. Is that right? Mi hermanos?
My brothers.
Oh, okay. I hope all of you lovely bastards are doing well. Aw.
Bloody hell.
I know this week's podcast is a doozy for you all, so I thought I would send you something that could be a little fun. I have wanted to do this for a while because I've always thought it was so funny how much you all flaunt over how handsome a lot of the male wrestlers are. We were.
We do.
So in the spirit of March Madness, I have made a bracket to determine who is the most handsome of them all.
In the spirit of March Madness, I've made a bracket which will be a video coming out in the aftermath of WrestleMania as well, by the way, just to get that out of the way.
A bracket about what?
I'm not going to reveal
Handsomeness?
it yet. No.
Oh, okay.
Brackets.
Oh, it's the bracket.
It's a bracket about brackets.
Would
a
you like
lovely
a
wall
bracket?
one. Ooh,
Square
so-
brackets.
Oh, yeah.
Get them up.
So, Joel, if you wouldn't mind in post, sticking this bracket
So
on
we're doing
the
a
screen.
handsome male wrestlers bracket.
We certainly are.
Okay. I'm guessing
Once
it'll
you've
be-
completed both the W1 and the AW1, you must take the winner of each bracket and face them off to see which company has the prettiest boy in all the land.
I'm guessing that we just if we disagree, it'll be 2-1. Whoever
Yeah,
gets
of
the
course.
majority. Yeah.
It's a
Matthew,
democracy.
get your pen ready. To
2 seconds to continue reading this magnificent letter. The group must be unanimous before moving a person on to the next round.
No, we'll just do 2 and 1. No, that takes too long.
I've attached PDF and JPEG versions of each bracket as I wasn't sure which would be easiest for you to work with.
Thank you.
That is very nice. Thank you.
I went PDF.
I love that transparent.
Because you're a big boy.
PD. Oh, no,
I love the
PNG.
podcast as a way to connect to a wrestling community I don't really have in my personal life.
Fair enough.
Aw. I hope all of you wonderful people have a good day. Yours truly, Anita Doctor. Colton, I need a doctor. I need a doctor. Colton from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Thank you very
Sorry
much.
for bungling the joke, but thank you very much for this bracket.
That Colton.
Now, let's have a little look.
There's Colton there, like the gun.
It's on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
One AEW one and one WWE one. So
we'll start with
fire
WWE
through.
because of
Okay.
WrestleMania. Whoa.
Oh.
All right.
Play
so,
along at home. You can see it on screen. I
God,
bet.
there's a lot of them. If not, sucks for you. So,
Oh, he's racing through.
Marseille, Rick Boogs.
I'll go for Marseille.
Marseille.
Marseille, like a lad who looks up for himself.
Poor Boog.
Okay, what's up? LA Knight and Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
LA Knight. You take away Balor's abdomens and beard, and it's not a pretty picture.
He's got the beard though, so that is part of it. And he has.
But he
got
has.
this,
What do you
yeah.
mean? Well, I'll take. Is this? Oh, sorry. It says Finn Balor plus his abs are taken away mysteriously due to a witch. Finn Balor, you out your mind.
Boo!
So they are, I guess, not seeded. So they've gone the next
That
round.
was like a
which
wild card to get in.
Yeah,
to
they're the two wild cards. So now it's start from the bottom. Finn Balor taking on Drew
Start from the
McIntyre.
bottom. Oh,
Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's a tournament.
okay. Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Drew. Drew's through.
I would have said Finn. Oh, tomorrow.
Drew's through. Big Daddy Drew's through.
Montez Ford and Austin Theory.
Montez Ford.
Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Not even a-
Very handsome.
Tyler Bate or Mansoor?
Oh, that's the closest one so far, I'd say. I'll go for Mansoor.
Mansoor, definitely.
Oh, thanks.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Wow, he's a
I
model.
thought it was be of the close thing. If I was said like Tyler Bate, all right, until he starts speaking.
Matthew's just defended all of the West Midlands.
Don't care. Angel, Seth Rollins.
Angel Garza. Angel Garza.
Angel Garza.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, come on.
Ding dong.
It's the same thing I said. For
Rollins is
Tyler.
a handsome man, but there's levels to this game.
Right. Carmelo Hayes, Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Carmelo.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Carmelo's
Oh,
money.
wow.
So you can pay for all the dates and stuff. Vinci or Wesley?
Oh.
How me.
That's a pair of models there. for
Come
you.
on.
Vinci.
I'll go Vinci as well.
Oh,
He's stunning.
Wesley.
Stunning. Would Wesley get an entrance about photography?
No.
Yes. Yeah. But okay, Vinci it is. Ugh. Cody Rhodes or Cruz del Toro Cage?
Huh?
What?
Is in the Legado del Fantasma?
Is that his...
It's
Yeah.
Cruz del Toro, yeah.
yeah.
Don't know where the cages
Cage.
come from, yeah. That's his real name.
Cruz del Toro?
Is he the one who's DJ Zimai on? DJ Z?
He's
Or is
not-
he the other one. Can you Google Cruz del Toro? Is he Raul Mendoza? It's Raul Mendoza.
Yeah, it's
Right.
Raul.
I
Why is he
mean,
using his real name? Oh, whatever. Okay.
I mean, I'm going for him over
well,
Cody.
he's Legado del Fantasma name is Cruz del Toro.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I've got to go for him as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
over Cody. He's a handsome boy, him.
So then it goes to Roman Reigns or Rick Boo. Sorry, Mace. Beg pardon.
Roman Reigns.
Reigns, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you were going to go from your friend. Let's be clear, your friend, your real life friend, Marcel.
My
Not
real
biased
life
or anything,
friend.
but yeah.
I can't believe you didn't vote for me, man. Finn Balor or Drew McIntyre?
No, we've already done that
That
one.
was sorry. Yeah.
Oh, here.
No, that's Joe, man.
Sorry.
Joe, man. Montez Ford or Drew McIntyre?
That's really difficult. This is difficult now. It depends on your type, doesn't it? Just depends on your type.
Montez Ford for me.
Ooh, I'll go Drew then. I'll put the pressure on.
Oh,
no.
it's tough, but I remember those
You know
dodgy
what?
promos.
No way.
Montez.
I was going to change mine to Montez because they're both
Oh, look at him.
they're both really good looking lads. But Montez he's got the swag and the charisma as well, hasn't he? He's funny. So I'll go for
everything.
Montez. He's got everything. Yeah, he could win this whole damn thing.
So he beats that. Monso taking on Angel.
Angel Garza.
Angel Garza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes and Giovanni Vinci.
Hayes, I guess. Yeah. I'll go Hayes for this one.
Vinci.
Okay.
Beautiful eyebrows.
Mate, that's so tough.
But it's so serious. It's brilliant.
The most
This is
serious
so
thing we've
tough.
ever done
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Who is more
Vinci
handsome?
or
Wow.
Vinci.
Oh, he's gone for it.
God, because he's Italian, so the food. Yeah, Roman Reigns or Cruz del Toro.
Roman
Okay.
Reigns.
Roman Reigns, unfortunately, for
breezing
Cruz,
through.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Semi-final time.
This is big.
you ready for this? Montez Ford and Angel.
Come on.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's just mean.
Can we pick both of them?
I'm just going to Google
The
it.
Tommy Dreamer. Oh,
I'm just going to remind myself.
Take them both.
I'm just going to Google.
You know what? I'm going for Angel Garza.
I'm going for Angel Garza. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Angel Garza.
But that was closer than we made it seem there.
There's a lot of hard thoughts
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Giovanni Vinci taking on Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
It's a Roman Reigns victory in the semi-finals.
Wow, you didn't even put.
No,
That's like
it
Roman
didn't pause.
Reigns.
No,
Okay.
it's Roman Reigns, Matthew.
So that means it's Roman and Angel
Let me
in
have
the.
a quick
I'm
in
going for that.
The final of the bracket.
I'm going for that cute little boy Angel Garza, I think, to win. Look at him, a little smile.
Well, he's got the long hair.
The accent.
I prefer the short
he likes
hair,
getting
you know.
naked. I mean, it's.
Look at him on the
Look
top.
at this little smile, though.
Yeah, Roman Reigns can't do that. He'd fall off.
Now that Ross has brought that up, I actually think he's too comical. I'm going for Roman Reigns.
Go on.
I've got to go for the big dog, like.
Oh,
The most handsome
Reigns
man
as
in
well.
the WWE.
Roman.
Can
Roman
AEW beat him?
is hot.
Right,
That's Roman
that
Reigns.
was really intense.
AEW, the people need to get on the thing.
Yeah.
Or the Butcher or Ethan Page.
Ethan Page.
Butcher.
Butcher.
What? Boys.
He's
Pick me up in
gorgeous,
your
mate.
arms, Butcher. I
know
feel
what I like.
safe.
Nick Jackson or Matt Jackson.
Matt.
Nick. Oh, this is weird because
It's the handsome man.
this is weird because we prefer the other two
Wrestler,
as wrestlers,
yeah.
but it turns out we think the other one's more handsome.
Yeah.
Have you not seen Nick's piercing blue eyes?
I've seen Matt's little chipmunk face.
I feel like WWE might win this bracket.
those tickets to AEW's UK tour.
Every single person in the WWE bracket we went, whoa, and now we're like, chipmunk face.
We're just calling it out just to you.
Who do you go
through
for?
that?
Nick Jackson.
Okay.
Nick! Oh,
Yeah, the
I
piercing
I think he's
blue
got the
eyes.
nicer hair.
No, he's losing his hair.
yeah, he's
The
got
both are.
But he's got the piercing blue eyes, though.
Great.
Matt's hair's still
all
there.
the better to not look at us with. So, let's do the bottom thing again. The Butcher or Hook?
Oh,
Hook.
the handsome devil himself.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
he could win this whole damn thing.
yeah, he's.
Will
He
youth,
really-
said that twice now.
will youth count against him? That's the intrigue I'm finding with him.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Anthony Bowens or Andrade?
That's really tough.
me.
I'm gonna go for Bowens,
thinking
but
Bowens,
I'm
just
going
let you know.
for Bones, but it's really close.
Well,
Yeah,
Bounce is one then.
Yeah,
but it's
Anyway.
really close though.
Our icon represent. Keith Lee or Orange Cassidy?
Oh,
Now, with shades, Orange Cassidy. But when he takes them off, I think he goes downhill.
I'm going for
Yeah, I actually agree with what you
I
said.
think
there.
I'm only saying that because my girlfriend says the same thing.
Oh,
I'm taking
really?
her
Does she?
opinion,
I'll go.
Yeah, right.
yeah. I know.
My
I'll
girlfriend
go.
says this.
I'll go for Keith because I think he's got a certain sophistication about him as well, doesn't he? And I think that goes in his favor.
I think he sometimes does, but sometimes like he's just not putting the effort into how he looks.
It's class
That's all I
though.
like.
It's sick. Yeah,
I like when he puts the
knows
effort in. Orange Cassidy, his gimmick is not
Never
putting
puts
the effort in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and looks stunning.
Does he? You think he's stunning? Wow.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm picking him.
Wow, I did not realize Orange Cassidy was a heartthrob.
You didn't, yeah?
No.
Out of the two
Woof.
of them, I go for Orange.
Right, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Orange
It
gets it.
counts as one of your 5 a day. Jungle Boy or MJF?
JB.
It's tricky, but Jungle Boy. Jungle
JB.
Boy's so pretty. Jungle Boy's
You
really
even
pretty.
hesitate.
Nah, Jungle Boy's so
MJF with the biggest ass
pretty. Thick,
since
dumpy.
Rikishi Fatu.
No, Jungle Boy.
JB.
I tried, mate. Sorry, MJF. He's going to hate this podcast even more
Well,
than
no,
usual
he was
now.
up against Jungle Boy. Come on. I would have put MJF over a lot of people we've already discussed, but not JB.
Miro or Sammy Guevara.
Miro. All day bloody long.
I feel like I'm betraying my own twink brethren. I'm betraying my own kind, but I'm going for Miro. He's too handsome. He called himself Handsome Miro, and no one laughed. I went, yeah,
Because he was.
he is, aye.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Miro, wow. Sammy's not winning anything.
I know Sammy's really pretty, man. I don't know
He
what's
is, but
happening
he's so
Pretty,
hateful.
not handsome.
here. Okay, all right, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying.
We need you a pretty bracket as well.
You ready? Kip Sabian or Ricky Starks?
Oh, wow.
I know that he's
A lot of eating
I
on
know
that
he's
spread.
become, I know he's become a Dickensian gent, but I'm gonna go for Kip Sabian, I think.
If this was 2019, I would be saying Kip Sabian. But since it's today,
Oh wow!
I'm going with Ricky Starks.
Thank God.
No, I knew
Good
you were
lad.
gonna go for Ricky Starr.
Good lad.
Wow, he's gonna try and get Ricky to win this whole thing.
Hangman Page or Christian Cage?
Hangman Page,
Hangman Page.
but Christian's.
Yeah, you know.
Do you know what?
Help a horse, ride a cowboy.
Christian's marvelous looking for his age, though. Christian looks better now than he did when he had long hair back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
Adam Cole or Nick Jackson?
Adam Cole,
Cole.
baby.
Jesus.
Baby. He could win this whole damn thing.
Okay, quarters. Bit of Bones or Hook?
Hook.
Hook.
Wow, that was wow.
Oh, what's a thank you.
It's a
I
tough
hope
one.
people watching or listening are as invested.
You do
as
well in
us.
politics, like Ross. The hard decisions, you're just easy to deal with. You deal with the pressure really well.
You know what the secret is? No thought. Just feel with the
Feel
heart.
like
yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
Think with your butt. Jungle Boy or Orange Cassidy?
Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy JB.
Oh,
Oh. It's going to get really difficult soon.
it's getting kind of heavy. Miro or Ricky Starks?
Miro, I'll go for.
Miro as well for me.
Oh, you bastard.
Sorry, Matthew.
Miro.
Maybe Starks could have beat Rusev.
He's not even part of AEW.
But not Miro.
but not Miro.
No.
Adam Cole or Hangman Page?
Adam Cole.
Cole.
He looks like a sexy human wolf.
I'll go back to that NXT segment in 2019 where he's cutting a promo on the stage.
Imagine how
I didn't pay attention to
sinister,
anything you
imagine
said
how
there,
bad
Ross.
this would be if we were doing it about the women. This would be awful.
That's different.
This would be an
That's
awful
not-
segment.
Oh, it'd be, yes, that we know.
Anyway, right.
Semi-finals time.
Hook or JB?
Oh my God, this is really difficult. This is like the final lightsaber fight in Revenge of the Sith.
Hook.
Wow. Yeah. Agreed. Just.
Again, it's that pretty
enough.
versus handsome debate.
I think that if Jungle Boy,
Jumbo's the right mixture of handsome and pretty.
right,
Hook
but
is
he's
pretty.
but Hook's gone fully all in on pretty, and I respect that. As if they've
Nothing
chosen,
wrong with
as
that.
if they've chosen. What
But
they
it
look
is the handsome bracket, just saying.
He's called that handsome devil.
It certainly is. Adam Cole or Miro?
Miro.
I'm gonna go for Cole. I swear that it sounded like I swore.
No.
Okay, I'm worried about the YouTube and that.
No, this bit's going to get us kicked off anyway because it's too hot.
I'm going for Adam.
All right, well done. For Adam. Miro. Nah, Cole ticks too many boxes.
Whoa, nice.
Oh, he's gone
wow,
for
he ticks too many
Cole,
boxes.
you know, because Cole would like this list. Miro would be like, no. Cole versus Hook.
I feel like this is where Hook's youth does not help him. Cole is a suave man. He's been there. He's done that. He's been Hook in a previous life, but now he's a more mature, sexy man. So I'm going for Adam Cole. I've really laid out my argument there.
I'll go for Adam Cole and
Whoa!
keep the reasons to myself.
Oh, really sinister.
Yeah. Yeah, feeling Cole would,
I think
would mean it.
To be fair, I've met Adam Cole in person, which helps. I'm like, wow, he's really good looking.
Smell nice?
Yep.
Can't remember. The one I remember who smelled nice particularly was Andrade, actually, and he's gone. He's long gone.
Oh, he would have been good on this list.
So now we've got the ultimate
He was in
tussle.
this list.
We've
He
got,
lost miles ago.
That's what I mean. He's not.
Oh, right.
Whatever.
we've got the colossal tussle now.
Yes. The colossal tussle. The quake in the lake.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns or Adam Cole.
I
Most handsomest wrestler.
The handsome dancer.
According to Cultaholic. They'll add this to the Chiron on their
think
TV show.
I'm going to have to give it to Roman Reigns. I just feel awful. I just feel awful.
I think Roman wins it as well, Maffew.
Yeah.
The competition's gone, but who would you have picked anyway?
I'm thinking actually because they are both.
Oh,
handsome
yeah,
as
amazing.
balls.
Yeah, amazing men.
Adam
so
Cole because
silly.
he's more attainable.
Oh, so therefore Roman
I'm going to
Reigns.
shot of Roman, but it was a shot of Adam.
So therefore Roman wins. Yeah.
Well
Wow.
done, Roman.
That, by the way,
Our tribal chief
That-
and hottest man in all of wrestling.
that is far better than
Wow.
any... The bracket video that I'm actually going to put on this channel soon is going to be nowhere near as good as that was. That was blows out of the water.
That's a good way to sell that.
I know, I'm just being honest.
Thank you very much, Colton from Toronto.
Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you. Yeah, it was a great question.
How can we follow that?
I don't know.
Tope Con, how are the diddlers?
How
Hello, chaps. Know my love for Cultaholic. This past Christmas, my wife decided to get me some merch from shop.cultaholic.com.
Hey.
Hey.
Cue me opening a fresh pair of Blart socks.
Oh,
I'm going to need them off that list. In front of my 89-year-old grandma,
no.
who asked me why my socks were covered in jism.
No, she didn't. Your 89-year-old grandma did not go...
She knows what it looks like.
Yo!
Rather
fam.
than giving myself nightmares, what? You're allowed to do that. Thinking about my nan, still thinking about that, I thought I'd ask the question, what has been the most embarrassing family moment when watching wrestling? Before, this was my mum walking in while I was watching the Edge and Lita sex celebration.
Yes.
Oh, keep up the great work. Lots of love. Former Spurs and Holland midfielder, Raphael van der Vaart,
Oh, thank you, Van der Vaart.
a.k.a. James from Milton Keynes.
Thank you, James. I'm a big fan of your town. Everyone craps on Milton Keynes. I found it nice.
Soulless.
No, it was like
Box.
being on
The
holiday
elephants.
without the weather. we stayed in a little square. There was a cafe where you could get your breakfast. And
Oh, wow.
It looked like one
I
of them.
can't even imagine.
Looks like one of the maps from one of the COD games. All the buildings look
What,
the
the
same.
test sites, you mean?
so it looks like a war-torn city.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, thank you for that question. A most embarrassing moment I was watching wrestling with your family.
Mine was a recurrent one because no matter what Thursday it was watching the Raw, well, the 2 hours, well, it would have been two, yeah, just the Raw replay on a Thursday on Sky Sports. My man would always walk in when there was something, this would be between the years of like 2004 and 2007. Whatever lady segment was happening there with some sort of bikini involved. And she'd always walk in and always say, E. Ross,
Yeah.
what are you watching?
Oh,
I
that's
bet,
nice.
"Nah, I'm just watching the women.
She's in the Hall of Fame now. Come on.
I don't have one. My most memorable one isn't with my parents. I bought a wrestling magazine at a shop once, like just the corner shop, but I was a kid, and it was just Lita on the front, just looking all. And I was like, I remember like handing it over, being like, "Please don't think it's porn." They probably don't. It probably didn't even cross their mind. They probably didn't remember that at the end of that day, but that memory stayed with me for decades of how embarrassed I was as a child.
Oh.
Also, not a wrestling one, but I also have a memory of this happening to someone else. Not with wrestling, but you know, at the end of the school year or the end of term when the teacher's like, "Oh, we'll just watch a film today. We don't need to do lessons. We've done our exams or whatever." And it was our drama teacher, and she put on Tomorrow Never Dies.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the Bond girl, not Michelle Yeoh. Is it Terry Hatcher in that one? Plays Paris Carver.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she plays Bond's ex, but now she's with the baddie. Anyway, there's a scene where they're getting it on, and he undoes her gown and it falls, and she's all Rudy nudie. And a superior teacher to our, like the head of year or whatever, walked in at that point, and it's just the teacher showing us like a class of teenagers what looked really porny. But that's my main memory of that sort of thing happening.
Beautiful. We had this nice old biddy. I can't remember who she was, babysitting us, and she was very nice and sweet. So me and my brother put on King of the Ring '99, a few wrestling VHSs we had, and she was there. I don't know, she was reading a book or something on the couch, and boob, I'm an ass man. We're like 13 and 11 respectively, and all that show was, what? What? And your mum let you watch this? And we were like, yeah. And we were just showing all the other stuff, like Austin come out going, yeah. You know, and she was like, I can't believe this. And we were just having the time of our lives.
Poor woman.
Showing this woman all the stuff of the Attitude Era. Hey, old woman, what? Suck it. You know? It's being gets.
What's your brother like? Is he like you?
No.
Oh.
If my brother wanted to do a podcast or something like that, he'd be king poo right now.
Really?
1,000 times the crack.
Wow.
Oh God, he's mint. But he just, his
Can you
one
bring him
weakness
on?
is,
Can you bring him on?
I'd love to if he's,
Does he still watch wrestling?
no.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, yeah, if we're talking about wrestling, then no.
His
straight
one
away.
weakness?
He doesn't suffer fools.
His own potential.
He will tell.
He cares too
He used
much.
to be, but now he's better now. He will tell you if you're being daft or you're saying something dumb.
Oh, no, he
You
can't
think
be on
I'm
this.
bad for?
No, he can't be on here.
He'll
No.
tell bosses this.
No, I'm
He'll tell
scared.
work colleagues this.
I'll be like, Mr. Greg, stop it.
Yeah. So, but I love him.
Breaking news, by the way. WrestleMania cards have been confirmed. In
Here we
no
go.
particular order, though, because on this graphic, it looks like John Cena versus Theory is main eventing. But Cena versus Theory is on the Saturday. Charlotte versus Rhea is on the Saturday. Usos and Owens and Zayn on the Saturday. The 6-woman tags on the Saturday. Seth and Logan's on the Saturday. Ray and Dom's on the Saturday. And then the men's showcase. Then on the Sunday, Reigns and Cody, Bianca and Asuka, IC Triple Threat, Edge and Balor, Brock and Omos. Brock and Omos is opening, surely, on that card. And then the women's showcase.
Hang on,
Weird.
they haven't just changed their mind. Are these official graphics? They look
Yeah.
like them.
It's
They
literally-
haven't just decided to have Theory seen a headline, have they?
It
No,
looks-
I don't think it's in order.
That makes it look like it's main event.
But they're on.
Yeah.
There's
Is that not
two-
just to sell it because Cena's the biggest name?
Probably.
Maybe.
They've confirmed.
Is March graphics the biggest? It can't-
WWE would
Yeah.
never, ever lie to us and then change their mind at the last second.
Yeah, Vince has been reported he's going to be attending WrestleMania
Oh,
39. Just saying.
That's not the main event of Saturday.
Since WrestleMania went to 2 nights, I think a common theme has been that night 1's been generally better received than night 2.
I think there's been enough good stuff over the 2 days to still make it worthwhile. There's not been one completely crap
No,
day.
but I think that in previous years, people have generally gone, it was good. Night 1 was better. Will that continue? Just looking at those cards.
Oh, the first time they did that, night 2 was rough, but the main event was sweet. I remember.
Yeah.
Right.
With that's because the Fiend opened it coming out of a box-like structure.
And he's not here this year. Yeah.
Oh.
WrestleMania.
He's a 4x4 with a Ferrari engine or whatever. Oh, the other way around.
Oh, it's in the garage.
He's an army tank.
An army tank with a Ferrari engine.
No, it's more like, meow. You were doing a car noise there, it sounded like.
Thank you. Hello. Based on the brilliant results of Waitrose the musical from the last podcast, I asked ChatGPT, is that right? Write a musical about Cultaholic using the music of WWE and Jim Johnston. Below is the transcript created.
Okay.
Act 1. The musical opens with Jim Johnson's iconic The Game, as we're introduced to the Cultaholic team, Adam Pachidi, Jack King, Ross Twiddell, Tom Campbell, and Sam Driver, as they prepare for their daily show. In I Walk Alone, Adam sings about his journey to create a successful wrestling channel.
Wait, are these the actual songs, or are these just different songs named after the Jim Johnson songs?
Yes. Well, Voices captures the team's passion for wrestling and the power of their community. As the act progresses, we see the team face challenges like burnout, creative differences, and personal struggles. In My Time Is Now, Tom sings about his desire to prove himself as a commentator.
Oh.
While Break the Walls Down captures Jack's drive to break down barriers in the industry.
I do care about breaking down barriers in wrestling. It should be more open to all.
Act 2.
Break the walls down.
In Act 2, the team faces bigger challenges as they confront issues like competition, industry politics, and the changing landscape of the wrestling world. In Rise Above Hate, Sam sings about the importance of standing up against bullying and negativity in the community.
Yes, Sam.
While Metal Anus captures Ross's journey to create compelling content that resonates with fans.
On this day, he sees clearly.
As the musical reaches its climax, the team faces their greatest challenge yet. The threat of burnout and losing their passion for wrestling.
We've already had that.
We've already had
in
burnout.
Act 1.
Bloody chat GPT. In This Fire Burns, they sing about the fire within them that keeps them going.
Always.
While The Time Is Now returns as a triumphant anthem of resilience and teamwork. The musical ends with a rousing and energetic performance of glorious domination as the Cultaholic team celebrates their journey and the support of their fans. The audience is left with a sense of hope and inspiration, knowing that with passion, perseverance, and the support of community, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Overall, the musical is a tribute to the passion, creativity, and community of Cultaholic, set to the iconic music of WWE and Jim Johnston. The songs capture the ups and downs of the wrestling industry, and the characters' journeys are both relatable and inspiring. The Cultaholic musical is a thrilling and heartwarming ride that will leave audiences cheering, singing along, and inspired to pursue their own passions. Firstly, what do you think of the musical and the songs chosen? Second, who would you choose to play each member of the cast? Thanks, Rob. Cheers, Rob.
Cheers, Rob. You loved that. You're killing
I'm
yourself.
trying not to picture you guys like you were cheating to sing the songs.
It's not us, though. We've got to choose the actor.
No, I know, but I'm shut my eyes and making it real for me.
Okay. Who would play...
Adam Pachidi saying, I walk alone.
I walk alone. You're
Inside this
known.
pit of danger.
Oh, that one. Sorry, I was doing Nexus. Yeah, I was doing We Are One. Who would play us?
Which wrestlers would play us?
Which wrestlers?
No,
or which
who?
actors?
Who?
Oh,
Just who?
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know, I can't even think after that. Who could play Pachidi?
Who could play Pachidi?
Barrymore.
Yes, correct. The correct answer. I'll see you. Okay. When
I walk alone.
When I was beardless, I always used to get told I look like John Candy.
John Candy. No,
yeah.
we're younger than John Candy. What?
I'll shave
He
my
had a
beard.
cheeky face, though. He's a great actor and everything. But
He's a good actor, yeah.
Yeah.
Can he grow a beard? Because he'd need to for the last act.
Oh,
of-
no, it's off the table. No.
Just stick some pubes on, it'll be fine.
You'd have to be that bloke you get compared to already. DJ.
Oh, DJ Qualls.
DJ Qualls.
I think he sings.
Excellent.
Not well, but...
Sam can be Ethan Page, who he gets compared to.
Oh, yeah.
Ethan Page.
Yeah. When Sam had dark hair.
The wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see it a little bit.
Makes you think, oh, yeah. And who can... Oh,
Dunno.
jerk.
I get told like Deck. I've been told that once, I think. Ant and Deck.
Nah.
Jamie Cullum,
Who's that again?
jazz singer.
Mr. Bojangles.
Oh, wow.
Is a jazz? No, it's
Not Sammy Davis Jr. though.
Yeah, not him.
I know Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, he can sing. Not
The
Joe
bloke from the Hunger Games, Peter, Josh Hutcherson or something like that.
Nah, sorry.
Fine.
No idea.
Never mind then.
Let us know in the comments.
I'll be Macaulay
Oh.
Culkin. There we go.
No. We can have the award-winning lad from Everything Everywhere at Once playing you, just to bring that circle round.
Short round.
Short round to play you.
You want Kei Kwan to play me?
He's the hot topic now. Many people come see this thing.
I mean, I can see the similarities.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the potential issues that would arise. All right, yeah, go on then.
What?
Yeah, we'd have him.
Do you not think he's got the ability to play him? He's an award winner, you know.
Yeah.
They're making up awards just to give him one. He can win. He's doing this just to win the trophy for best musical based wrestling podcast.
He's already won an Oscar now.
Nah, he needs more.
Fair enough.
He's like Jericho. He survives only on victories. Oh, well, that was a Hall of Fame worthy segment.
What a mailbag.
What a mailbag selection this
Just
week.
the two?
Good God.
I mean, there were long
There's
ones.
3.
Oh,
Do you not remember this?
no, I can't
The
remember.
Stack of Man.
Yeah, and then the musical. And what was the third one?
The Embarrassing Family.
Oh,
Wrestling.
yeah.
It was a long time ago. Thank you very much for those. If you have any thoughts, please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
You're blown up.
Reese's Pieces. John Cena's in the new. He's called a PGA Tour, right?
2K23.
Oh, they're
PGA
doing
Tour.
like Mortal Kombat, and just having any old bugger come in, right?
Maybe.
All right,
It's like
fair
when
enough.
Fred Durst was in Just Bring It.
Yes. And then Fred Durst would later on be in Fight Club, the game.
Yeah. I never played that one.
Me neither. It's
He's not even in.
yeah, exactly.
He's got nothing to do. He's got something to do with wrestling.
It's a
wouldn't
weird
it?
time
Okay.
for everything. Reese's Pieces. Dear Cultaholic pop punk fans, that's you.
Yeah.
Last week, your discussion about Busted's comeback tour made me think of one thing. The one thing that always comes to mind when Busted is mentioned. A girl I went to school with claimed her mum had been the inspiration for the song Air Hostess. Mum had been an air hostess and had dated the lead singer of Busted, apparently. The girl remembered him picking her up from nursery.
No, this sounds like my uncle's got a Nintendo 65.
What's his surname? Charlie?
No, there's no lead singer in Busted. They're all equal.
Yeah, but Charlie is the...
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
He's the one who starts all the songs.
James writes the songs. Charlie.
It's like The Shield.
What's Charlie's surname?
Simpson.
Simpson.
But it's not that he's not the lead singer. No lead singer in Busted. I'm firm on this. James sings the start of all the songs anyway.
Does he?
He's got the high voice.
They're all equal. They're all into
What I go to
Marxism.
school for was more Charlie in it.
What I go to school for starts with Charlie. Does, yeah, you're right. That's true.
Is this her?
Yeah, it's Charlie Simpson. No, that
Anna Barnard?
I don't know.
Oh, that one looks old. She could be an air hostess.
Yeah, but I feel like this isn't true though, and it's not the person who wrote in's fault. He's been lied to by this schoolmate of his. Like when I was in primary school, someone told me she'd got a tour of the WWF and pedigreed leader. You know when you're kids,
That's what you
just,
brag about?
you just lie about stuff. She said
Yeah, he's got to go to tour and attack someone.
Then my mate also joined in and went, yeah, I went on that tour of WWF as well. I opened a door into a room and Gilbert was in there just going, ah, and then you just shut the door.
Okay, that one I could believe.
Bollocks, no.
With that in mind, which wrestler do you think inspired these iconic pop punk tunes?
Which wrestler? Okay.
Yes. In Too Deep by Sum 41.
Her name's Camilla Smith, by the way, because Charlie dated her between 2003 and 2008.
Stalking Charlie Simpson's romantic history.
Yeah, who's In Too Deep? The person who wrote this bloody question.
In Too Deep, I'll go for David Flair. He just was, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I do know.
Survivor Series 2016, Shane McMahon. Because he kept hitting Jericho hard.
Yes.
He was hitting him deep or something, I don't know.
Yep, certainly would. I'd say Hogan, because he just can't stop lying. It's not a lie, brother. Gives You Hell by All American Rejects. How does that one go?
When you see my face, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you
Oh,
hell.
that's what he's saying. Gives you hell.
I prefer Dirty Little Secret and Move Along and all that. I'll go for Gives You Hell. The Boogeyman, I guess.
This year, Edge in a cell.
Edge in a cell. I'm going to say QT Marshall on Twitter. Give anybody who says you're rubbish. My Own Worst Enemy by Lit.
Oh, what a
Wow, I've not
tune.
heard that song in ages.
Yeah, great song.
Oh, God.
It's like the soundtrack to every MTV reality show of the time. Like,
Yeah.
My Own Worst Enemy, CM Punk.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a
anybody else that
obvious
sounds
one you can pick. You don't want to say his name.
does he'll appear?
Yeah, no, not him. I can't just think. I can't get the name out of my head. Doesn't matter. Just move on from me.
Okay.
I can't think of another name.
Don't know, Jeff.
CM Punk.
I don't know, Jeff. I'm going for CM Punk. Yeah, I don't want to say the name I was thinking of.
Okay.
He really was. He buggered his own career.
Oh. Could have been multiple wrestlers.
Yeah,
that
insert one of them. in
Oh,
there.
I know. Ken Anderson.
I think bad luck for him.
Parlay.
You were screwed.
Anyway, move on.
Doctors tell them wrong things.
The Boys of Summer by the Ataris.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean it's a cover, but
These are
great song though. The Boys of Summer, pretty deadly.
Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam 2002.
yeah. If Moxie's podcast has anything to go by, him.
Yeah.
Some point will be the AEW champion of SummerSlam.
Ah, yes.
Flavors of the Week by American Hi-Fi.
Oh, wow. Flavor of the week.
Pick what you're thinking.
damn it.
To make this podcast
Go on
go a
then.
bit faster.
Go on then, yeah.
Undertaker, because the Tombstone.
Two-stoned, Nintendo.
Oh, so Undertaker tombstoning Hornswoggle.
I'll go for the Carrillo and Angel Garza.
Zack Ryder, specifically the week of SummerSlam.
Yeah,
WrestleMania
'cause-
32.
That was it, and then he lost the belt straight away. And I haven't seen Angel Garza and Thingy for a long time. Umberto Carrillo.
Thingy. Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne.
Oh, Shelton Benjamin. Oh no. Yeah, I'll keep it. Yeah, Shelton. Yeah.
I know I might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacey's mom. So Stacey's mom would be Linda McMahon.
Yeah, right. It's a close enough name, Stephanie, to Stacey.
Counts as necrophilia if you do it.
No, boo.
Sorry, there's
You
zombie
awful
Linda.
man.
I can only picture it doing like that. Whenever I think of the mental image of Linda, she's
I think
sat
the
there
crowd would
doing
go
nothing.
wild for her.
Yeah, when she moved. Stacey's mom, who's Rhea Ripley. Let's go with the obvious.
Stacey's mommy.
That's My Friends Over You by Newfound Glory.
I'd still pick my friends over. Who's been loyal? It's the Young Bucks. It's all about who's
Yeah.
friends with them and stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
That's what I was going to go for.
I pick Delightful Hudson when he picks Andre Chase U.
That's a good
for
one.
NXT Stand and Deliver.
More big breaking news, by the way. WrestleUps on Twitter. Nick Khan on First Take says to expect a bunch of surprises
Oh,
for WrestleMania.
You're getting fired. You're getting
I love
fired.
surprises. Can't wait.
American Idiot by Green Day.
I mean, there's so many options. Man. So many. Hulk Hogan. There we go.
Insert any of them. I don't even know where you start.
Any wrestler.
Any
in
wrestler.
America.
It's hard, but Marty Jannetty on Facebook.
Oh my
Oh
God,
my
what a
God.
week he's had.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the Small Things by Blink-182.
The Miz,
Hey.
Little Balls.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. The entire PWG roster. No.
Oh.
I was trying to think of any indie
Johnny Gargano and Corey Graves on commentary.
Yeah.
And Misery Business by Paramore. Wait,
Everyone.
Pop Punk.
All of the wrestlers.
Aye.
Wait,
Paramore?
How's Misery Business gone?
I'm in the business of misery. Let's take it from the top. Whoa, I never meant to brag. But I
That's
got
not
him
pop
where I
punk, is
wanted
it?
it
Yeah,
now.
right.
Of course it
it
is.
It's way too hard for that.
No.
feel so good.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
That's way too hard to be pop
No,
punk.
it's
Bollocks.
not.
There's no way it's pop. Wait. No. Hang
Oh,
on.
let's not get genre defensive or whatever.
Go ahead. So what have you got while I Google what genre?
Every wrestler who's ever lived.
Misery business, yeah.
Apart from like Adam Cole.
Misery business.
Yeah, who's a happy wrestler?
Yeah, no, Adam. Well,
Oh, Jim Duggan on a bus.
yes. Misery business. I'll say Baron Corbin.
Yeah. The Hurt Business.
Yeah, they make me miserable.
Why?
Just I thought it'd be a funny thing to say.
Matthew thinks Paramore's a heavy band. I hope all your metal friends disown you.
The American rock band. Wikipedia. Genre of music.
Oh, it's all power chords. though.
Pop
It's all
punk, emo, alternative, hard rock. Aye.
hard rock. Paramore.
That song's way harder than
I like
pop
them.
punk.
I like them because they're pop punk. Oh my god.
I'm not saying you can't dislike them. You can only like one genre of music.
They
Actually,
do.
no, when that is the thing. Like
No, they do. That's what you get when you let your heart win.
Misery Business. My pick is Jack when confronted with pop punk.
Yeah. No, pop punk me, eh?
Good luck this weekend, Sam Roberts.
Thank you, Sam
Thank you,
Roberts
Sam
Wrestling
Roberts.
Podcast.
Is that just a request to Sam Roberts? Is he working? Anyway, thank you very much, pal. If you have any Reese's Pieces, please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com. Thank you, the dog from the church office.
It's Cultaholic's
We're near the end of the podcast. Hey, about a week off. So and before we get to the very end, just a little shout out to the wonderful, magnificent, girthy producers, Reno 2200 and Noah Anderson. That's their names. We are now getting to the big question. The big question about the biggest weekend of the year. The granddaddy of them all. What is going to be the best match of WrestleMania weekend?
And also, now that we know what's on both nights, which we learned over the course of this podcast, do we want to do one for night one and one for night two and then have them battle?
Yes.
So they can fight
Yes,
Roman
I
Reigns
do.
in the finals about what is the hottest thing.
Yeah.
So is this right on Wikipedia for night 1 and night 2?
Wow, it's been
now?
up
We
to
hope
already.
to. This enables us to then put in another picture of Rhea Ripley in the thumbnail, so we get massive hits like we did 2 weeks ago. So here's the rundown for night one. We'll do night one, then go the match, and then go the night two afterwards. Austin Theory as the US champion. I know I forgot as well. Versus John Cena.
That will not be.
No, I don't think that'll be a massive. Oh yeah, John Cena isn't going to win because he's not going to stick around as US champion
But he might drop the title to Jay White tomorrow on
next
Raw.
night. Oh wow.
You've been reading that Twitter again, haven't you? Seth freaking Rollins, it's his official name, versus Logan Paul.
Considering Logan Paul will have rehearsed this match step for step with Shawn Michaels for 4 weeks, there's a chance.
Hey, Randy Savage did it. He's allowed to do it. Logan can. Yeah, there is a chance actually. There is a
Logan Paul, Randy Savage, very similar. Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Katal.
That'll be fun.
Secondary tier, I reckon, in the tier list of good matches.
Men's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Match. Braun and Ricochet, the Baldies, versus the Street Profits, versus Alpha Academy, versus the Viking Raiders.
When you look at the teams involved there, that could be a sleeper hit. I think that could be all action.
But do you care?
Yeah, we remember it a day
But they
afterwards.
might make us care. That could open the night and just. Oh, but they've said it's been reported allegedly that Cena and Theory's going to open it.
Been allegedly reported.
I don't know. I'm
the
just.
level of the report we have to do. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yes.
I'm scared.
Of what?
Charlotte winning. No, she can't win. Yeah, could be really good. Yeah.
Right. The Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yes, please.
Or
It's not the other bracket. Sorry.
Ray versus Dominic.
That card. That could be a great night of fun.
in a little bastard match.
This is it. This is the one.
What a good night looks like.
Ray and Dom.
Ray and Dom.
You think?
Yeah. If they haven't come out dressed in Eddie Guerrero regalia, low rider, maybe Vicky thrown in there as well, all the bells and whistles, and
Throw in the back.
and Ray's crying. Yes.
I'm gonna go for the tag title match to be the best match of night one.
I was going to pick that. So,
can pick that.
No, let's break it up. So then we can all look really clever. One of us will get really clever the next week. I think Rollins versus Logan Paul is going to get tons of heat.
Yeah, in a good
Say
way.
that much.
When Logan wins. We're going to have a party when Logan wins.
And he joins Gallus.
Oh, sorry, if Logan Paul joins Gallants, absolutely. Hell of a weekend. So that's that much there. And then we scroll on down.
Not a bad drop, guys.
Lesnar versus Omos.
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
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 After Raw, this is what we're waiting for.
Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
Yes.
Yeah, it will be
Raw's
good.
title. I think Liv and Raquel.
No,
and
no
Shotzi
cares.
and
It'll be fine, but do you care?
No. Edge versus the Demon.
No,
Finn Balor.
I'm scared.
This is going to be 45 minutes
Yeah.
of demonic
Oh,
storytelling.
no, you're right. There's only 6 matches.
I'm honestly not excited for
it's
that
gonna be
match.
It's Edge at
forever, isn't it?
WrestleMania. It's got to be at least 35 minutes.
Yeah, bit concerned about this one.
Longy Longington.
Then you got the 2 minutes for the cell to come down. That's 37 minutes.
A promo. And then he's going to turn to hell, so there'll be like flames and stuff. And woo, he's dead.
And that's how it'll end. Like the demon Finn Balor will just like throw Edge off a ladder.
I have exorcised the demon, or whatever, some blocks. Gunther versus Sheamus versus
It's, it's got really primal.
I think it might be all right.
Fella.
6 out of 10.
A bit mid too much. And Roman Reigns versus Cody for that title.
That'll be the most like melodramatic match of all time. But I hope that they. I'm looking forward to the second half of the match, but we're gonna have to get through a lot of, I think, Roman beating Cody down first. That's what the pattern of Roman's matches.
Yeah, him waiting, absorbing that. Hey, what do you think you're good?
I hope
Your
that
dad
instead.
sucks.
I hope instead they like subvert it and have Cody on top for a while. That would get everyone excited, I think.
Oh yeah, Cody on top.
Cody's also promised the biggest pyro of all time presenting.
I think it'll be good, but I think that the moment if Roman finally loses will outweigh the match itself.
To coincide with the release of Oppenheimer in cinemas this week.
I know the films now. That's about the invention of the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Right.
Wrestling has more than one death.
Wow.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It
So
does, yeah.
I think night 2 looks better.
I think night 1 looks better.
I think both nights look equally fantastic. But the prospect of Edge versus
fight.
Demon Balor makes that one slightly more enjoyable, I think.
I think the best match in night 2, I'll go for Bianca and Asuka, because Bianca's track record at Mania is very good. She's really good at all the IC. I'll go Bianca Asuka.
Okay.
I'll go the IC, just so Maffew has to pick a different one.
Oh! There's one left there, Maffew. That's the clear
Got
front
to tuck
runner.
yourself off in the corner instead.
There's one that's really, really
Yeah, Reigns versus Cody.
No.
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 Bottom one.
Bottom one.
Oh, Lesnar versus Omos.
Yeah.
Get it up, yeah.
Night 2's so manly, isn't it?
Night 2. Wow.
Night 1's full of intellectuals with monocles and cups of
Oh,
tea.
yes, that's a
Night
well-built
2's
up match.
The crowd in the stands of Night 2. It's like Woodstock 99. Like, yeah!
Say 300.
Oh, God.
Wow, what a WrestleMania. And if there's anything left of us after this, then we are going to pump you full of videos next week.
I was going to make a joke about how after Sunday night there's going to be riots in LA, and I thought, no, that's not a good historically not a good thing to say.
Oh, no. Good job you didn't say that.
Yeah.
No, but less of the problematic stuff. What will you be giving us next week, Jack?
Oh, God, yeah, so many things. Of all the people in the office who can say, oh, God, yeah, well, Ross and Andrew are top tier, and I'm way down there.
Oh, God, yeah! Right.
That's what you'll be giving us next week, Jack. Ross, have you?
Live streams will be occurring on this YouTube channel as WrestleMania's Night 1 and Night 2 are going on. If you need a wrestling friend, Cultaholic's got plenty of them. They'll be your friend.
You thought your real life friends were embarrassed? People said, don't worry, we'll make you feel way better.
So loud. The volume.
What else is there? There's a live stream for NXT Stand and Deliver.
That's
but I
right.
don't think any of us are involved.
No, but Sheedy's watching it and we had to explain everything to him. It's going to be great. He's
but-
going to look bored to tears.
No, he's a good streamer, though. He's entertaining.
Yeah, he's such a good streamer. He can make even NXT Stand and Deliver sound interesting.
It's going to
Hey,
be good.
stop it
yeah,
now.
stop
Chase
that.
Hughes up
No,
the
but he's not
grab.
been following it. He's going, what's this? Who are these? What?
So that'll be on Twitch, that one, I do believe, not the Ocho channel. So you got YouTube
right.
for the WrestleMania, Twitch for the Stand Deliver. After both nights of WrestleMania, Jack will be here with What Happened At
will.
on the
That's right, you
YouTube
will.
channel. There'll be wrestling news, the fallout from WrestleMania. I'll have WTF for Night 1 and Night 2 the day after both those shows have happened.
That's
Into
right.
next week we go.
Wednesday, Triple Jump will be streaming the 2K23.
I don't know if we can
I
announce
don't know
that
if we
yet.
can
We
announce
asked
yeah.
Sheedy and he said, please do.
Oh, yeah! So that'll be happening.
So there's going to be a 2K stream, and then I think there's going to be the full stream, and then for those who missed it, there's going to be a chopped down version as well going up.
You can't miss it.
It's Cultaholic versus Triple Jump in 2K in the Creation Suite. Tune in. It's going to be hectic.
More like Creation Suite, SWEET with us three
You'll
involved.
you'll never guess who's. Anyway, we'll let that be a surprise.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's right. All that and more with twitch.tv on Sundays for more Bret Hart's book that I will die before I finish
Yeah,
because
where
it's
are you
taken
up
forever.
to?
We're at 92. He's about to win the world title from Flair. But we pause every time he bitches about something and shags someone's wife. It's
You
taken
did-
us so long.
You did also get ill in between.
I got ill from Bret.
Is the one you're reading the cartoon life of,
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
Right, because I learned something about that this week. Because I did a video
Oh, go
about
on.
39 WrestleMania faction behind the scenes, and I learned about his confrontation with Shane McMahon in a bar the night before WrestleMania. Because I've forgotten the name of the number of the
Okay.
WrestleMania, where Shane apparently...
Oh, he hit on his wife.
Yeah, he goosed Carlo, the small Italian redhead who's Bret Hart's friend, tells him that Shane McMahon goosed his wife.
Oh, yeah.
And then apparently Bret got Shane up against the wall.
Yeah.
Because Shane didn't think he'd do anything because his father owned him.
Yeah. And Bret...
Then it was like, proved to be right, I guess.
No, but I don't believe that story because Shane McMahon's easily harder than Bret Hart. Oh, dear me.
So watch that video if you want some behind-the-scenes facts about WrestleMania you might not know about. Did one for every Mania.
Just sub to Cultaholic. There's so much stuff coming down the pipeline. I can grab all of it. And we will be ready. Well, we'll have to be, won't we? Really, regardless of COVID symptoms or anything, for the biggest podcast of the year, one after WrestleMania.
No, we can't just come in if one of us gets. Hopefully, we do. Well, you two will be safe. You'll have the immunity.
I'll be here in an iron lung talking about the biggest weekend of wrestling this year.
It's coming out a day earlier next week. It'll be published Thursday.
Yes,
because we're shooting on Wednesday.
Because Friday's a bank holiday.
Because Friday's a bank holiday today.
So no one will be into editing.
And we'll be in bed.
And there'll be no AEW Dynamite review on the podcast because it's getting shot on a Wednesday.
It doesn't exist. Go to hell, AEW Dynamite.
It's in the future of next week's podcast.
We're too busy for Dynamite.
We're not, though. It's just because...
Mailbag at cultaholic.com. Cultaholic.com/bollocks. Patreon.com/cultaholic for your Hall of Fame needs. This has been the magnificent Jack. This has been the splendid Ross. This has been the ill Joel. I have been Maffew.
He's good.
Puppet Jack is coming home with me to get shagged. Thank you very much. This has been Cultaholic. We're going to point at the sign like Ronda Rousey. And that's where the similarities end. And we're going to say the WrestleMania song, which goes, whoa, it's WrestleMania. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up.
This is insane.
Peter Andre there to send us off to WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania.